Making sure that we're live right now. I'm on YouTube to make sure. Are we live, John? Hello. Okay, we're live. Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Pick a Side Podcast. My name is Joel Moran and I'm here with River Brown, Angel Velez, and Joe Dehls. And this is episode 252. In this episode, we're going to react to Kyrie Irving requested a trade, preview the trade deadline, and react to the East and West All-Star reserves. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now.
Like it up.
Let's go.
So if you guys are wondering what took us so long to go live, it's one reason. We are now using a new streaming software because the last couple episodes, it's been 720p and we wanted it to be HD and 1080p. So we just started using this new streaming software called StreamYard and we were setting up and stuff. So that's why it took us long, but you know, it's not even new. We're always late all the time.
7:30 is firm. Not a bad start time. Right?
It is firm.
7:32. It's not horrible.
Just a solid hour late.
It just sucks that all the NBA games on for the last couple of days have been so early. I like watching the games after like 10, 11, 12.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
There's always a couple late games though. Start at 9, 10, 10:30.
We got to stop putting the time on ourselves. Just say going live.
Well,
going live tonight.
Like every time it says 6:30 and I have to quote the tweet and say we're not going live at 6:30.
Y'all literally came here at 6:30.
Well, I know. No, we got here at like 6:50.
Yeah, no, we got here late.
For sure. Drew didn't get
me.
me.
It's this guy.
Drew didn't get me till. Well, you're the one who
I'll be
tweeted out.
ready.
I knew. Listen, Drew had not picked me up. It was 6 o'clock, and you tweeted it out. I was like, "We're not starting at 6:30."
I did not tweet it at 6 o'clock.
He tweeted like 5.
Yeah, I tweeted it early,
like a minute ago. But I knew. I was like, "We're not making it to 6:30."
No, 7:30.
You got to start being more diligent, man.
But yeah, the stream. I'm
Today
looking at
was
it now.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I waited outside the crib for not just you and him. So
You waited outside for what, 5 minutes?
Yeah, what are you doing?
5 minutes for you, and then for
Mine
Riv,
wasn't 10
you had
minutes.
to. You were downstairs.
I was.
Then you had to go back up.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah,
don't
so
play me.
Racist.
Don't do that. Come on now.
This is crazy.
can't play alarm like that. Man.
Come on.
My
Strong
God.
allocation, dude.
Those
I'm feeling different at this table, man.
Yeah, no.
With this
Out of
social
order.
You don't
climate.
feel safe right now? That's a shame.
We're still got the AirPods and I even peep.
Where I'm gonna put them?
Oh, you don't got the case.
Yeah.
So I'm
Shit don't hurt
looking.
your ears.
I'm looking at the stream right now, and man, this is HD crisp.
It is crisp.
HD
It is
crisp. Different than our previous streams.
Okay.
Now we have a couple things that we got to plug in before we start the show. First one, our Boom Fantasy picks. Right now, I'm on a heater, 4-game win streak.
You
It's
are.
only
Are
gonna
on a
keep
heater
going tonight.
You are.
It's only gonna keep going. And
All right.
I said it, the disrespect. It came. There was a Drew comment, Drew mark that rubbed me the wrong way.
Come on, man.
See me, I'm somebody that is a highly motivated individual, and I don't receive doubt well. When somebody says you can't do it, I look at you and I say, yes, I can. And Drew, we were sitting here before the show. The fans didn't see this, but you said, I'm sorry, I can't take advice from you. When I only have one game.
That's not what I said.
What? It was
I
close.
said, you're not in a position to give me
That's
advice.
actually
right now.
worse.
It's
That's worse
dead
than
ass.
what he
It's
said.
the same thing.
All
I'll
I
be
said,
honest.
we both were losing. And I said, bro, listen, respectfully, you're not in a position to give me a pick. I wanted to make it out the mud myself.
You were up a couple games on him.
I was, well, I think it was,
You were up at least 2, maybe
Mm.
more.
Nah,
No,
it's a
he's up one.
difference. It's a difference between
I thought he
saying
was like 1 and 5. When
I want to give my own picks versus you can't give me
at
advice.
that
I
time,
won't
he
lie. It
was
was a
up 1, I
crazy,
was
it
up
was
2.
crazy. It was
So,
crazy.
Drew said that, but you know that made me a better person.
that
That made
moved
me a
you.
demon.
So you're
Yeah,
welcome.
changed.
The very next
Are you gonna
day,
say
I
thank
stood
you?
up. The very
The
next day,
Instagram story last night had me crying, bro. Woke up a demon.
I got singled out when in reality, Riv was the one violating. And then this guy said, yeah, but you really
I
weren't
got
that
swept
close.
under the rug though.
Yeah, nah, that's what I'm saying. I was the one that got called out for it.
you want to know why
I'm
I
still
got swept
winning,
under
though.
the rug?
Let's hear it.
Because I'm eyeing you and the
Rightfully so.
leaderboards.
That's
Hey,
facts,
listen.
yeah.
Oh, I'm eyeing you.
That's why y'all.
Because-
Yeah,
That's why y'all had
Velez,
to. That's why y'all had to follow the wave.
Once I
respect it.
pass you, I'm gonna feel very.
Yeah, we'll see if that
I'm
happens.
gonna feel
though. You know,
dominant.
We'll see if that
Kyle
happens.
Kuzma, that's my play for tonight. Kyle Kuzma under 23.5. KP's playing, Beal's playing. That's locked.
I like
That's
that.
locked in.
I like that.
And it took Rev a 3-game losing streak to go from I never take unders to very quickly taking unders.
Nah, it's time to get serious.
It's time to lock in.
Yeah, it's time to lock in. I let them get too far
A
ahead.
3-7 record is nice.
I jinxed myself. I was
that's
talking
ugly.
crazy.
That's what I'm saying. You were just like,
Start
nah.
off-
no,
you start
it-
off 3 and nah, not
I started off 3-1.
3-1.
No,
Nah, you haven't
I
lost.
was like
6 in a row.
3-3,
Yeah.
and then I lost. I'm on like a 4-game losing streak.
Facts.
But a lot of shit happened. Like a lot of bad shit happened. Like Christian McCaffrey being a quarterback.
Yeah,
Draymond Green forgetting how to pass the ball.
That's on
a lot of
Yeah,
bad things. A lot
I
of bad
definitely
luck
know.
happened to me.
I know what you mean.
I'll bounce back though.
So Boom Fantasy link is in our bio. You could tell me or Drew if you feel comfortable on 3-game heaters. I don't know about Rick. Chris Paul though, 29.5 PRA against
Boston.
the Celtics. I like it.
The only thing that upsets me is the game. Obviously, I bet LeBron's over, and that was my one loss. And I think of my last 5, I'm 4-1, and I chose the LeBron over. If I would have stayed with my original Bam Adebayo under points, rebounds, assists, I would be on a 6-game win
I
streak.
took
right
Jimmy
now.
Butler. He got put in hell by Quentin Grimes. The bad luck is just insane.
Yeah, that is OD. I mean, Quentin Grimes is like that. You should have took that into account, bro. Come on.
Honestly, I thought Jimmy was Jimmy.
I play the matchups. Like people were saying, I was bold for taking Sabonis, not once but twice. It hit twice because of the matchup. Like
Just pay
again,
more attention.
Julius. I mean, I guess if you want to say that, but you're a basketball head, you know the matchups. Like Bam Adebayo, Julius Randle yesterday. It looked ugly, but second half, Bam Adebayo came to play.
Well, yeah, 30 and 10.
No, he had 19 in the first quarter, so I was shitting because it was 40.5, and then second half comes. I think he ended up with 23 points.
No.
Yes, bro. Yes. Yeah, Julius was on pace to put me in hell, and something happened. He stopped cooking. He had
Julius
3.
Randle.
He had
Julius or Bam?
Julius.
Oh.
He had 3 threes in the first quarter.
Yeah,
Julius.
had 23.
Yeah.
So
Bam had 30.
today it's an all basketball episode. We know that for a long time now we kind of mix basketball and football somewhat, and we feel like the basketball audience deserves an all basketball podcast. It has nothing to do with Sean Payne going to the Broncos
Come
and Drew
on,
being
man.
extremely happy about that.
That's so messed
No, but
up.
we can acknowledge it's a good move, right? It's a great move.
I mean, I'd hope we can all acknowledge that.
Oh, no.
Sean Payne, we got all-time great coach coming to the Broncos country. But we'll wait. We won't dive in too deep on this one.
Man. That's gonna be fun.
So next time we're going to plug in. Tomorrow we are going to be live on playback. Mavericks versus Warriors. We might not do that game if Luka doesn't play, but if Luka does play, we will do that game on playback. John will have the graphic up right now. You could go to playback.tv/pickaside to join our room, and we'll be live at 8:30. And the last thing to plug in, we have merch. People have been talking about merch. We have merch. It's on pickasidepodcast.com. John is going to put the site image up right now.
Where is it here?
Yeah, it's going to be like the full screen. It's going to be the full screen.
Haha, there it is.
Yeah.
Am I
So
pointing to it?
you can go to
We're just really small.
pickasidepodcast.com.
It's all over the screen.
You can go to pickasidepodcast.com to get merch. We got hoodies, we got shirts, and the colors you see right now are not the only colors we have. We have other colors. If you just click on it, you're gonna see the
We
multitude
got a
of colors
red,
that
we
we
got a
have.
green, we got a tan, we got a pink, we got a black,
need
we got a
new
white,
just
we
need
got
a
an
new model.
orange.
We need a new model.
It's coming out soon.
No, I mean like the person.
Is Riv the
For
model?
the Riv Academy.
Got it.
No. The model on how you go on the website and that the guy is there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we need somebody. We need a better guy.
Got it.
Not handsome enough, you think?
We're 4 handsome men.
We need me on there. Oh, us on
I would
here.
love that.
I'm with you.
That'd be tough.
I'm definitely gonna be tracking the Wizards and Blazers game as we're recording.
Yeah, understandably so. The Rockets and Sixers game doesn't start till 8, so I can be
I
locked
don't
in
think
until
none of
then.
my teams are playing tonight.
Boston, Phoenix play at
I only say
8?
that. Yeah.
7:30.
Yeah, I got a break tonight. Oh, the Hawks play tonight.
Oh, there you go. Is there ever a day where none of your teams play? Let's be honest.
There actually has been a few days where
Really?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Wow, it's
Actually,
surprising.
really rare.
It's a third of the league, so every
Oh,
once in a
true.
while there's a night where there's only 2 or 3
Had the
games.
volume on the stream. I
What do
folded.
you mean?
Bro, it was the stream.
Oh, I thought you were-
Accidentally started without lowering my volume.
So you guys can go get your merch at pickasidepodcast.com, and on Boom Fantasy you can either click the link or put in code
Boom Fantasy.
PAS for a $100 risk-free entry on your first play. Let's get on to the first topic of the show.
Do we want to shout out our guy for sending us the merch?
Rolling Love.
Yes,
We want
sir.
to shout out Rolling Love. Shout out to our guy Eli. DM'd us a couple weeks ago. They got his dispensary in New Mexico. Sent the fam some merch. We got some hoodies. We got some beanies. These are tough. I love the name Rolling Love too. Very fire. So we appreciate that, bro.
No loud, but
And he got a shout out to you too, Drew.
Here we
He's a
go.
Laker guy,
oh really?
LeBron guy actually. Maybe I'm
what a
you know,
sweetie. Here we go. So
spoiling.
I'm gonna facts. I didn't read it yet. It says, "Hey fellas, first and foremost, we wanted to point out how truly appreciative we are to you all for utilizing your platform to rep our brand. Our son absolutely loves your podcast as sports enthusiast himself, I was excited to find out that he may catch y'all in some Rolling Love gear on one of your upcoming episodes. We are new locally and minority-owned dispensary in Las Vegas. The original Vegas. I respect that. We are still in the process of establishing our website, but in the meantime, we want to reach out to as many people as we possibly can. You had mentioned in your last episode how Big Play Slay, KD, DeJounte Murray were the first people to react to your podcast, so you can understand what an incredible opportunity this is for us as well. To have our brand promoted on a scale this size is just a crazy feeling, and we are so very thankful to your team. P.S. Our son Elijah wanted his own shout out to Andrew. LeBron is the GOAT, although we may or may not have disowned him after that statement. Black Mamba forever. Gerald and Andrea Love. Please stop in if you're ever in the area. Shout out to Elijah, man. The dude's a ball knower. He understands that LeBron's the king, and I'm glad that I'm wearing the jersey to really enhance that.
We talked about going to Vegas potentially. We have to stop in there forever there, man.
Oh my God, the weed out there is amazing.
Is it?
I think it was one of the first states to legalize it.
Probably.
Colorado was number
Undoubtedly.
one.
Yeah.
Really?
Vegas.
Interesting.
All
Yeah.
types of
Okay,
shit.
well,
When I went to
is weed.
Vegas, I went to one, but I didn't have my ID on me, so I couldn't get in.
Vegas has I think, America's largest dispensary.
When I went to
Wow.
Vegas, I literally was weed. Like, it was a lot of weed in the house.
It was lit. Sounds good, man.
Boy, I was deep.
Shout out to Rolling Love, man.
Shout out to Rolling Love,
Appreciate y'all and appreciate the merch. 100%.
Now, first topic of the day, you know what it's going to be about.
Talk to
all-
me, baby.
It all caught us by surprise.
Your team.
Your squad.
Kyrie Irving requests a trade. This is what I noticed about the basketball gods. The basketball gods give something to you, then take something away. What I was given was a 12-5 record in January from the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards, insane win over the Warriors.
Not where I was expecting.
What
this
was
to go.
taken away was maybe the potential of the Nets maybe winning a championship. I saw Dehls tweet very early. Oh, he wants to see the Boston boys. Mr. Flip aside, Dehls. We was all here praising the Nets as a threat. And now you want to ride the wave of. I understand why you're happy. And listen, you should be. Kyrie ruins every team he goes to. It's really as simple as that.
He won a championship in Cleveland.
Oh,
That's all I'm gonna
shit.
say.
Then won it out.
I have no issue with Kyrie Irving.
Of
He
course
won a
you don't.
championship in Cleveland. Yes. And I was on Player's Choice the other day, and we had this Kyrie Irving debate. Kyrie Irving has done nothing since the 2016 finals.
Holy shit.
He's done
Read my
nothing.
mind.
He has done nothing. He went to the Celtics. He got hurt in his first season there. Tatum and Brown and company leading to the Eastern Conference Finals. His second season, he plays bad in the second round against the Bucks. He goes to the Nets. His first season with the Nets, he plays 20 games. His second season, he gets injured in the playoffs. His third season, he refuses to take a vaccine, and he plays less than 30 games that year. And this year, you're playing amazing. Jacques Vaughn has reignited this team. This team is a legit contender. And you request a trade mid-season when things are going well? I understand they just lost to Boston, but things were going well before
They
that.
didn't just
They
lose,
got
bro.
He went to Cleveland, requested a trade because he wanted to be the man over LeBron James. He goes to Boston. It didn't work out there. And now with the Nets, every team that ends up with Kyrie ends up with a sour taste in their mouth. I understand why Kyrie Irving wants his money. Everybody wants his money. There's no doubt. So I understand the business perspective and why he wants a max contract. The Nets had a stipulation in that final year of a deal that they were going to ultimately come to terms with that had stipulations. Kyrie and his camp thought that a player of his magnitude should not have stipulations on a contract. And that's understandable. But I don't understand how Kyrie requesting a trade is going to help him land a max contract. Every team in the NBA knows how much of a drama queen, knows how unreliable Kyrie Irving is.
Drama Queen
There,
strong.
there is a reason why they don't want to trade valuable assets to the Nets to get Kyrie Irving. The Mavericks are in the hunt right now. The three suitors are the Mavs, Suns, and Lakers that are front runners to get him. The Mavs have said, we don't want to trade valuable assets to get Kyrie. The Lakers, I'm not sure what they're going to give up, but there was a report about them even long-term, not sure what's going to happen. If the Lakers get Kyrie, we know it's for this season only. My thing is, if any team Kyrie goes to, it's a possible rental. Why not ride out this season with the Nets? See how far you get and get your money in the offseason. Give me 1 year in the last 6 where you play the full season, you perform in the playoffs, and you play well, and you're not a distraction, and you'll get your money. But it's always a distraction. This isn't the first distraction. Early in the year, he retweets a film that causes a whole ruckus for valid reasons.
Yep.
This is not the first distraction. So the fact that he doesn't want to stay in Brooklyn because he wants a fully guaranteed max contract when he's the most unreliable star in the NBA is ridiculous. And him doing this might have ruined the Nets season. And they had something great going on, and it pisses me off because now I'm going to have to see the Celtics possibly have an Eagles-like road to the finals. I'm praying my Philadelphia 76ers smoke y'all. And I'm praying the Bucks come back healthy with Chris Middleton. My goodness.
The field versus the Celtics.
It's only a matter of time until he becomes a Bucks fan, too.
No, for sure.
You know, he's got the Nets. Now he's back in on the Sixers. He was off the Sixers for a few months. Now he's back in.
Now, listen, we've said this all off air. I'm a big fan of the Celtics.
What the fuck?
They have a good team, a good core, a good collection of young talent.
You enable this.
Stop it.
I feel like
no
somehow
doubt.
this is your fault. You need to hold him more accountable, man.
What the hell?
Come on, Riff. You sit back too often. You let him do his thing.
But Kyrie once again has done this to a team, and I'm not surprised. Listen, does he go to the Lakers, Suns, Mavericks, maybe another team, possibly? Who knows? But knowing the Nets, they will not trade him for nothing. Let's stop all these trades of Westbrook to the Nets. Nets are not getting Westbrook. If they do, it's going to be like some 3-team deal. KD's not going to be with Westbrook. I don't think that's going to happen. The Nets in the offseason didn't trade Kevin Durant for Jaylen Brown. The Celtics offered Jaylen Brown and I believe Derek White or somebody else for KD.
I think
Smart was not in it. No. And the Nets said no.
Crazy.
We're going to keep KD. The Nets are not going to give away Kyrie for nothing. They're going to keep him if they don't get the right offer. So ultimately, Kyrie, man, he's going to have to figure something out if he stays in Brooklyn. He's going to have to. And listen, I do generally believe if he finishes this season off strong, he's already an all-star starter. Continue the season, play well in the playoffs, the Nets will have no problem giving you money. But you can understand how cautious the Nets are when, okay, this is the first year it feels like Kyrie Irving is behaving. And ironically, it's in a contract year. I can understand the caution from the Nets side. And he chose to go to Brooklyn with KD, and it feels like he's leaving KD out to dry with this. It doesn't feel right. You know, I'm not a fan of what Kyrie's doing. He's an exceptional basketball player. What he's doing right now I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right.
To say he's behaving too, we're talking about he's been behaving for a couple of months.
Didn't
because
he get suspended a couple
he
months
did.
ago?
Yeah, he got suspended to start off the year because of the stuff he was retweeting and commenting on, all the anti-Semitism that he had going on. You know, obviously he cleared his name in a sense. He got suspended, donated, met with leaders, did all this stuff that tried to right his wrongs. And even still, we're sitting here talking about how he's having a quiet season. Reality, it's only been the last couple of months, but for Kyrie and the Nets, it's been the quietest couple months, and it's been the best stretch this Brooklyn Nets team has ever seen. Even the Nets franchise history, there was a point in time they were 20-4 in 24 games where they just looked like the best team in basketball. They could go up against anybody. And for Kyrie to do this when you are winning, when you are in position in the East with, I still think Boston's the favorite, but the Nets 100% have to be the second team right now, right? We saw them with KD, how great they are. I know the Bucks are coming around. Giannis had a couple great games.
Philly still is.
Philly with Embiid as well, but I would still, if I could have that Nets team with KD and Kyrie, see the fits they give teams, I think they're just good as anyone in the East. So Kyrie to request a trade at this time, especially a week before the trade deadline, 6 days before, you're not giving the Nets a whole lot of time to make moves. And for Kyrie to do it at a time where, how do you say this? He's in a very weird situation because if he goes to the Lakers, say, for example, right, or the Suns, the Mavericks, whatever it might be, you're still not guaranteed you're going to get this 4-year, $100 million, this max extension with whatever team you go to, right? I understand if it's just the Nets who don't want to give you this deal. I have bad news for Kyrie. If he thinks he's going to go to the Lakers, play for half a season, and they're going to give him a 4-year max contract, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think for sure he'll play out this year, and then they'll give him some sort of contract, but I have a hard time believing any team is sitting there and going to give Kyrie a 4-year max extension with no type of ways to get out of that deal, with no type of ways to say, if you get suspended, if you get hurt, because that's been the story of Kyrie over these last couple of seasons, no matter how great he is, all-star starter, one of the best point guards in the league, all this stuff off the court and that keeps him away from the court has been the bigger story for him. for this Nets team, if they don't have Kyrie, they're not going to the championship. They're not going to the ECF. If they don't have Kyrie and KD, they have no chance in the East, with all due respect. I don't know what package they get back in return, but whatever they get, I mean, what kind of value does he have for a guy who is really on a rental, who could go anywhere else he wants in free agency next offseason? It's a tough spot for the Nets, who have made aggressive move after aggressive move, which typically works out for sports, or it works out in sports. But they might look back and say, we have two of the worst trades in NBA history, with the Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce trade and with the James Harden trade. Houston owns all of their draft picks for what feels like the next decade, right? So they're going to be able to, really build a good team in Houston. And for the Nets fans, listen, Nets fans, I got nothing against you guys. I got something against him. The way he talks crazy about the Celtics, that's why I don't like the Nets. No, you don't. That's why I talk crazy about the Nets. I do feel bad for Nets fans. We have a couple of close friends. I do not include Joel in that conversation because he's just, anti-Celtics.
What is there to really argue?
One time I said the Celtics aren't winning the championship, and I was right about that. The Warriors whooped y'all. I'm a Celtics hater now.
All I do is the starting five. You're trying to take the field over the Celtics.
And I saw what you were saying in the group chat last night about Tatum. I'll let that slide. I don't want to bring it up.
But
you can disrespect. Yeah, that's what. If Riv is defending someone on the Celtics, it's an issue.
I saw Riv defend. I said, I'm staying out of this one too.
For those that are listening, what happened in the group chat is I said Tatum is not on Jokic's level.
But you're just trying to
start
something.
Don't just say Jokic. Yeah, this guy.
I would have never said anything. You was like something like
I said Jokic and
Giannis.
Okay. If anything, two of those three are clear of Tatum.
That's fine. I'm glad you said two of the three.
Yeah. The one being Embiid is not clear cut, right? No. But we're talking about the past 3 seasons, top 3 MVP candidate. Embiid is.
Tatum is. He's going to be top 5 twice.
And Tatum went to the finals last year, and he's even better this year.
I understand. Listen, you arguing with me about Tatum is like me arguing with him about Embiid. We know he's not a big Embiid guy. You're not a big Embiid guy.
I know you're not a big Tatum guy.
I'm not.
Okay, so when I bring Embiid, now he's coming to the defense of Tatum.
At the end of the day, Tatum could be the best player on a championship team and can win an MVP. So if you want to say, Jokic is better, John,
you brought up MVPs, and I was like, okay, Embiid doesn't have an MVP, but then you brought up MVP placements, and I was like, but Jason Tatum has finished top 5 with the top guys. So why is he not in their tier?
This season,
he's also ahead of Embiid. Like, not ahead of. He's also right behind him.
I didn't want to make
this season. Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid, I think, have been clearly performing better than Tatum.
Clearly, is
he's been on that level, man.
It's not
Jokic averaging triple double.
There's
on the first seed in the West.
We can't get this guy.
The best team in the league.
Are you guys getting Kyrie?
I honestly wanted to hear Riv talk about it before I went. Honestly,
this shit is funny, man. It's just. You can never. Kyrie always finds a way to surprise us in any form, He's so unpredictable. At the end of the day, Kyrie's a grown ass man. He can do whatever he wants to do. And
very well said.
Loyalty in the NBA is gone in a few. You got a few guys like Dame, Steph, Giannis. But loyalty isn't that big in the NBA. You said LeBron?
Huh?
I thought you said LeBron.
He did.
Oh, nuts. But
he came back home, bro. Stop.
Crazy. Kyrie and the Nets have been going back and forth with this contract since the summer. So it's like, and the stipulations were, I think, for Brooklyn, they need him to win a championship for them.
No doubt.
And I understand that a part of the Nets. If we're gonna commit to you, we need y'all to finally commit to bringing us what we wanted y'all to bring us.
No doubt.
And that is the NBA championship. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and not Kyrie because injuries are a part of the game. So I'm not gonna say the injury stuff, but the outside stuff, the outside noise, that's been a part of the Nets being a raucous of a show that it has been. But at the same time, you have to look at it. Kyrie's been amazing this year. So I understand why he's coming to them like, I need a bag right now. I want to be with this team. But his messages have been so inconsistent. I understand the Nets not paying him and not understanding full term. But what are the Nets' options? I mean, if Kyrie does leave this offseason, you have to trade Kevin Durant, right? Because you're not winning with this team. I mean, I mean, Kevin Durant, he loves to say he just wants to hoop, he just wants to play ball, and I understand that, but I think a part of him still wants to win and be on a competitive team. So
that's all he cares about.
Yeah, if Kyrie leaves, if Kyrie leaves, you have to trade Kevin Durant, and then if you trade Kevin Durant, you're stuck with Ben Simmons and Nick Claxton. I mean, that's and whatever young star you bring in. So the Nets, I think the Nets have all the cards because at the end of the day, they can still keep him. They don't have to move him if they don't want to, and he still is probably going to have to ride out the season. Kyrie has to look at this offseason and realize there's not many teams that can throw him a bag. not many good teams, if anything, that can throw him a bag.
Sure.
So you're looking at a market that's pretty shitty, pretty shitty in the sense where Detroit has money, San Antonio has money,
Houston,
but not Houston, like the bad teams. OKC has a little bit of money, but like LA will have some money. So that's one team Kyrie's probably leading to go. But in terms of like the three teams, like if I'm the Nets, the only package that looks really good to me, I think is the Suns package. I think that's probably the best package. You know, they can provide you with draft capital that is of recent years, not some shit from 2027, 2020. No, you can get a 2023 pick, 2024 pick. You still get a serviceable player. And Chris Paul, he may not be all-star level, but he's still a good player. You still get another role player, and you can still have a solid playoff run, nothing too crazy. But if there's somewhere Kyrie wants to go, then if he wants to go to the Lakers, I just say you let him walk and let him figure out in the offseason.
So what's that package with the Mavericks? I'm sorry, with the Suns. It's Chris Paul, Jay Crowder, a first.
That's it. You gotta give up more than a first.
That's it.
That's it, right?
Maybe two, but that feels like
is that really
no? Two firsts is way too much. One first.
So the
two firsts is how
you're getting Chris Paul.
So
what do you mean? He's still one of the better point guards in the league.
He's not top 10 right now. What are you saying? No, he barely is top 15.
He's been playing awesome recently.
He's not
how many
15,
years on his
bro.
contract?
What are we doing here? Chris Paul.
You're so disrespectful to Chris Paul, bro. It's unbelievable.
He's not being that rude. He's probably top 15, right, bro.
Chris Paul
he's probably top 15.
Chris Paul's
feel where it's coming
he's
from.
probably clutching it. Like he's there. Like he's
holding on for dear life.
His last 10 games, Chris Paul's averaging 17 and 8.
He's been playing well.
He's got 2 years left on. You're paying him $31 million.
39 years old.
Last 20 games, he's averaging 16 and 8.
16 and 8 is cool.
He's shooting 43% from three, 46% from field.
16 and 8 is okay.
So
but he's a better also facilitator than Kyrie Irving. That could work to the Nets' benefit.
You're telling yourself that.
Chris Paul is a better facilitator than Kyrie.
He is. He's not a better player.
I don't think that's what he's trying to say.
He's not a better player.
Can KD as the lone true scorer on that team?
Nobody's really worried about Chris Paul anymore.
Make it past the ECF, make it to the finals? The answer is no, respectfully.
It'll be tough.
Tough for who? The Nets.
But I think Chris Paul does make players around him better, though.
Okay. No,
not to the degree that Kyrie does.
Okay. So
Chris Paul makes players better than Kyrie.
I know that's what I meant to say. Like Chris Paul makes players way better than Kyrie does.
So I'm sitting here
to make better. Ben
my God, I'm just said the same thing 4 times.
Claxton is a 16 and 12 guy with Chris Paul.
Okay, but Claxton isn't. Come on, we're going into a playoff series. Who is Chris Paul legitimately going to make better? That they need to make better. Joe Harris.
Act like Chris Paul is a scrub, bro.
It's not. But we're talking about winning championships.
We have to be realistic.
What do you mean? Chris Paul just made the finals 2 years ago.
And you guys call him the biggest frauds ever.
Bro, the pick and roll with Ben Simmons. Interesting.
That's him. I didn't say the Suns was frauds.
That was 2 years ago. He just played like dog shit last year.
You're sorry,
that's a stretch.
I mean, saying the Suns are fraud is that an incorrect statement?
I think that 2020 year they were amazing.
No, for sure they were really good. No,
if they get bounced in the first round again this year, I think it's pretty easy to say.
I mean, they're barely a play-in team right now. So, all right, here we go.
I'm sorry,
we're ready.
I just be trolling Chris Paul.
No, that is funny. So I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you guys speak, and the one thing that I'm picking up, or that I picked up really, was what's Kyrie Irving's value right now, and why I feel optimistic that the Lakers have a strong chance to acquire Kyrie Irving is for the sole fact that what is Kyrie Irving's value right now to these other teams? There are not many teams that are going to be willing to be in the sweepstakes for Kyrie Irving because, as you guys continue to allude to, you can't trust Kyrie. You can't commit to Kyrie long-term because people are worried about the landscape of Kyrie Irving and how Kyrie Irving handles himself. Riv, you said something very accurate. Kyrie Irving is a grown-ass man. He simply can do whatever he wants. And I can't be upset at Kyrie for wanting his money. I've been very vocal about this. If you are upset about your contract, I am for the players. The players are the ones that are going out there, the ones that are putting on the show.
Cut you off. You tried to sneak these games and like he ain't have 3 points on 27 minutes against the Hawks. Chris Paul.
He played bad yesterday.
I see what you tried to do.
Can we let Drew finish? He wants to talk.
You tried to miss that game though.
We'll debate after. Right now, keep talking, Drew, please. My goodness, I'm the only one who gives you respect here.
Lost my train of thought a little bit, but I'll get to it.
We're talking about the Lakers and the value with Kyrie.
So, yes. So, I'm 100% on the favor of Kyrie Irving wanting his money. And if he's upset about the terms of a contract, I'm fine with it. That is his right. But, again, I guess you do have to understand where an organization is coming from, where Kyrie Irving hasn't made himself the most available player as of recent. And that is due to his fault as well. But there's certain things that he's done outside of the things that occurred this season that I understand where he's coming from. The vaccine. Listen, you can have your opinion on that. I have my own. They differ from Kyrie Irving's, but that is your right as a human being. Again, you're a grown ass man. You're able to make the decisions that you want to make in life, whether people agree with them or not. But definitely there are teams that feel that you can't trust Kyrie Irving. So now you're limited to who we mentioned: the Suns, the Mavericks, the Lakers. Now, realistically, do you guys see him staying with the Suns long term? I personally don't. Do I see him staying with the Mavericks long term?
Here we go.
I personally don't. The only situation where I could see Kyrie Irving staying is LA. And Riv, you could shake your head because obviously I know that I come on here and I talk about my Lakers in a very optimistic
from an LA
way.
fan, not a Nets front office move.
But why it makes the most sense both ways is because, again, what is Kyrie Irving's value? You either trade him for anything at this point in time, or you do what Joel wants you to do because he's desperate for the Nets to win a championship. And I understand where you're coming from. You do what he wants, what Joel wants to do, where you let Kyrie play the remainder of the season out. What's Kyrie's motivation here? There really isn't one, because he already said to the world, I want to be traded. I don't care about right now the team's success. What I care about right now is making sure I'm stable in a very firm position for the long term. What has Kyrie done? He's given himself all the leverage. The Nets essentially have no leverage. Kyrie Irving will leave this offseason. Guaranteed. He is not staying. So do I want Spencer Dinwiddie, Christian Wood, a first-round pick? If I'm the Mavericks, do I want to give that up for Kyrie Irving to play half a season and potentially leave? I'm the Phoenix Suns. Do I give up Chris Paul, Jay Crowder, maybe a first, 2 firsts? You don't think the 2 firsts would do for Kyrie Irving to leave and only stay for half a season? Are the Suns really strong contenders with Kyrie Irving?
Yes. Kyrie Irving, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, DeAndre, and Cam Johnson.
Booker was healthy. Remember that.
No doubt about it. Are they better than the Nuggets? Are they better than the Grizzlies?
They're just as good.
They're just as good.
They're just as good.
With Kyrie.
I'm taking the Nuggets clean.
Oh, they got Jokic.
They're
just as good.
Cool.
Oh, the Nuggets. Yeah.
The Clippers have been playing great
But
basketball
Kyrie
too. If they're healthy, are they beating the Clippers?
Kyrie and Devin Booker?
Amazing.
You can't
Absolutely.
double team Devin Booker now.
No, you can't. But at the same time, we saw Chris Paul and we saw Devin Booker, and they were fantastic. They came up short.
Two games.
So they came up short. You lost.
It's close.
Okay,
though.
so 2 games. The Celtics were 2 games. Was it close?
And Kyrie's also a long-term option at the guard position.
But do you see him staying in Phoenix?
I don't see why not.
We thought the same thing about the Celtics. We thought the same thing about the Nets.
And you think the same thing about the Lakers?
Here's why.
Well, LeBron's
and again,
there.
LeBron's retiring in a year, bro.
He said he
wants to play a few years.
No, he said it, and when they asked him about the question of, do you feel like the moment's heavy on you? He's like, I'm going to do it because I'm going to be here for a long time. I'm going to be here for a few more years.
He'll be here for a couple more years.
The reason why I feel a little bit more comfortable, and again, I am wearing the Lakers jersey. This is more for show and to be funny, but we can be real for a second. The Lakers and Kyrie Irving, his relationship with Kobe Bryant, there's a part of me that feels like he wants to pay that tribute. He wants to come to LA. He wants to do that. It's something about being in that Lakers purple and gold that is just different in the NBA. Now, on top of it, you play next to LeBron James, who you've already had success with. You see that the Lakers have been playing pretty firm basketball since the start of 2023. You now add Kyrie Irving to the mix. Now we really can compete. You remove Russell Westbrook's salary off this team. Now there's flexibility come this offseason that we can add another max contract where Kyrie Irving can be that 4-year $199 that he wants fully guaranteed. The Lakers are the one situation that if you're the Nets and you're these other teams, you understand, or at least I feel this way, that the only team long-term that can sign Kyrie Irving is LeBron, is the Lakers.
Say LeBron. It's okay.
But what's the
main attraction really?
That's
where things really do come into question. The few trades that I've really put together, not many people like them, but it's just what we have to offer right now. So it would be Russ, probably Lonnie Walker, Thomas Bryant would probably have to go, in our 27 first. You
got to send both of them bad boys.
You got to send 29.
Pat,
that 29.
Nah, but the thing is,
you're sending 3.
It's for Kyrie.
players.
You could say that, but again, what leverage do the Nets have? You either take that deal or you get nothing.
But the Lakers also know they have a very finite time with prime LeBron. You might as well try to do it this season too.
I feel personally the Lakers front office don't feel rushed. They haven't.
But
felt
with
rushed.
Kyrie, don't you feel like you could win a championship this year? Without Kyrie, do you?
Listen, no doubt about.
Are we really gonna get hell
Go ahead.
bent over 2 picks that don't matter?
That's a 29.
The
first.
Lakers front office will feel hell-bent about
I
it.
know, but I'm
understand
asking you.
being weird about, or
Oh,
not
listen,
weird,
if
but
I'm me, obviously, I'm being very selfish. I need LeBron to get number 5, no doubt. But if I'm trying to be in the minds of Rob Pelinka, I understand that he feels in 29, there's a chance that AD, you can't rely on him long-term because of his health.
Lincoln gonna
Unfortunately,
be there
that's
in
true.
29.
Oh, that's 5 years now.
No doubt. No doubt. LeBron, is he going to
LeBron's
be
gone.
here in 5 years? No way,
LeBron's
no
gone.
how. Kyrie Irving, that's 5 years. That 4-year deal, that's basically the end of that as well. So in 29, there's a possibility the Lakers simply aren't good. Do you want to risk that pick? I'm fine with the 27 pick, no doubt, because again, there's that possibility that LeBron could be around by then. Anthony Davis should be around by then. Kyrie Irving would be on the Lakers by then in this hypothetical situation. But why am I giving up 2 first-round picks for a player that, again, if you're the Lakers, you use this leverage? Is it a guarantee that he's staying with us long-term, right? If you're the Lakers, you use that as leverage. And if you're the Nets, you have to understand, do I take this deal, at least give us a first-round pick, a pick that we desperately need for the fact that the Rockets have a majority of our picks for the future, or do I risk the chance of getting absolutely nothing?
it depends who's making that decision. Is it Pelinka making that decision, or is it LeBron saying, "Go get my guy. I don't care what it takes to get Kyrie"?
The reason why I feel like that LeBron is not as strong in this position that he's in right now is because last year he wanted guys, he wanted to make moves, and we stayed super stagnant because that was people believe that Pelinka was punishing LeBron for bringing in Russell Westbrook and ruining the team last season. So there is in my eyes, at least, I feel like LeBron can only say so much because LeBron's in the front office. You see what I'm doing. You see what I'm capable of at the age of 38 years old. Give me some help. I'm sure he's been very vocal about that. The world has been very vocal about that.
Sure.
Pelinka does not care. He's waiting for the perfect deal. He's been very patient up until this point. The Rui trade, that happening, he made that move because it was a smart move to make. You gave up very minimal. You got a player that is a very firm, solid role player, and he's been that up since he's been acquired by us. But why I don't feel strongly that it's LeBron is because Pelinka has definitely been more hesitant than we've seen in past.
I'm with you on 75% of what you said. I think the other 25 was rooted in bias. I'll be honest with you.
Which is when?
Because I think most of what you're saying just benefits the Lakers and it doesn't benefit the Nets. If I'm the Nets, I have to look at this from an organizational standpoint and say, I'm not going to get fleeced. I'd rather
you either get nothing.
That's fine.
You rather nothing?
You want to know why? The Lakers right now, they understand their window right now is with LeBron James to win a championship. Even if you don't trade Kyrie Irving, you can win a championship. Even with Kyrie being disgruntled, the ceiling of the Nets healthy, if they're winning with Kevin Durant back, is a championship. I'm not trading.
How confident are we
I'm
in
not
that?
trading Kyrie for Lonnie Walker, bro.
No,
or Russell Westbrook.
I don't disagree.
I'm not trading.
You're
Russell's
not-
on it expiring. He will not be back in Brooklyn.
Well, I don't
No,
think they want it
that's-
back.
no.
Exactly, but I am not trading Kyrie for Lonnie Walker, Austin Reeves,
But also
and
the
Thomas
Nets,
Bryant.
the Nets have to be worried about a Kyrie who's not locked in, a Kyrie who's looking for the summer.
See,
Kyrie's looking
I
somewhere
don't
else.
like when people say that because if you a
If he's a hooper, bro.
Nah,
He's
you're
gonna
right.
hoop.
I agree.
if you
I
a
agree.
hooper and you a competitor, like, and
but
you
it's Kyrie.
gotta lock in.
Kyrie's different than every other hooper in the NBA. He does what
He's
Kyrie
playing with
wants.
his friend, though. That's Kevin Durant, bro.
And he wants
Uh,
out. He
and-
wanted out
he
in the
want-
summer.
he
He wants
wants
out
out.
again now.
Yeah, there's no doubt that he wants out. But if I'm the Brooklyn Nets, for one, there was a report that came out from Brian Windhorst that said they're not so sure. This is about the Lakers. They're not so sure about trading for him
Saw
and
that.
giving him $200 million at the season's end.
That's for leverage. You put that out there because that gives leverage.
This is the thing about this Kyrie Irving situation. Both teams have to feel mutually benefited by it. I don't like how you kind of disregarded the Suns. I think Kyrie Irving looks at Phoenix. Ayton is locked in. Booker's locked in. Mikal is locked in. They're going to lock in Cam Johnson. Kyrie Irving with that team, they can go places. That team is dangerous. With Chris Paul, they already made the finals. You get somebody that's younger, can score at a higher clip, and that's something Phoenix has been missing is an ISO scorer. They can get something done. And I think that is a little bit more lucrative than the Lakers, at least long term. Because long term, I'm not sure what the Lakers are going to be personally. I'm not sure how they're going to look like. They could very well be what the Nets are a year from now, where AD's getting hurt, LeBron is getting hurt too. Like this Lakers won a championship for sure, but in most of the seasons, they have kind of been unhealthy and they've been unable to make these deep playoff runs. Phoenix is a much healthier team. They have a good culture.
Ironically enough, they didn't win the championship because Chris Paul was unhealthy. This season now, we see Devin Booker. His injury's never been an issue.
They didn't win a championship because Giannis went God mode in the finals.
That too, but also Chris Paul, who was amazing, was not 100%. Drew Holiday was able to take him out of the games as well. And then, of course, Giannis went God mode. I'm with you there.
Yeah. Kyrie is better than Chris Paul, though.
For sure.
At this point in time, that's an easy statement, 100%.
Yeah, but I think Kyrie, he adds something to them as a scorer, and I don't think the Suns are this terrible situation.
I don't think so.
If we're being realistic.
But does Kyrie stay there long term?
If we're being realistic, 100% realistic, the Lakers are the least lucrative situation. If I'm
the Nets
want to trade with them,
to the Nets,
it's a very last on my list. And even if
is that really more intriguing? Is Chris Paul a 37-year-old Chris Paul? Jake Crowder.
What's the Suns' cap situation even extend Kyrie?
Now they'd have money. I'm pretty sure
they would. But even if
they'd have bird rights.
Yeah, so I mean they'd have him in their building, so they could go over the luxury tax to re-sign him. This is the thing with the Suns, though, and this is why even if they don't re-sign long term, they don't re-sign Chris Paul long term. It's not a bad trade because one, Jay Crowder doesn't want to be there anyway. He wants to go. He's not even with the team currently. Chris Paul is aging very fast, and he's declining fast. He's been solid this year, and he's
hyping him up.
yeah, but
he had to say that.
But I understand. I understand that he's declining. Chris Paul is declining. I'd much rather, if I'm Phoenix, you know what? We'll rent out Kyrie, and now we don't have to worry about paying Chris Paul $30 million next season. I see that as a favorable situation for the Suns, where even if they don't re-sign Kyrie, now they have more money, more flexibility to build around Devin Booker, where if they keep Chris Paul, they are trapped with this current roster with very marginable ability to make improvements to it.
And sorry.
Yeah. You can go.
I was going to say, you're not going to make a bigger improvement if you're the Suns going from Chris Paul to Kyrie too. I feel like for the last year plus, we've always been talking about, are the Suns falling off? Are the Suns a fluke? But not really talking about what can the Suns do to get over the hump. This feels like a move the Suns can make to get over the hump, being able to get in an all-star starter, someone who could take the game over at any time and give you one of the best backcourts in the NBA. It feels like a layup to me if I'm Phoenix. And if I'm the Suns, at least you have if you're the Nets, you have somewhat of an enticing package because the Lakers package doesn't make you contenders. Not that
I'd rather blow it up if I'm getting Lonnie Walker and Russ back.
Yeah,
KD, I'm trading too.
If you get the 2 first, though, it makes it interesting. I'd rather have the 2 first rather than the Suns package of Chris Paul.
With Chris Paul, listen, I understand he is declining, but this year, last 10 games, he's averaging 17 and 8. In these past playoffs, he averaged 17-8 and shot 56% from the field and 39% from three.
He's a good player.
Let's not act like his decline is Kyle Lowry.
Cooked against the Mavs, dude.
Let's not act like his decline is Kyle Lowry. It's not that. It's not that at all.
Lowry had 6 PRA last night.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like Chris Paul
players,
with an enforcer like Jay Crowder, who also provides the Nets a wing defender and a heart and soul player. I mean, Jay Crowder is a very valuable player. With Chris Paul, they can do something in the East. I'm not going to rule that team completely out.
They're second round exit.
My thing is, the reason why I have difficulty sitting with this, and not that you're saying anything wrong, really. You're really not. But it's more so in the idea of Kyrie Irving going to the Suns. Why would Kyrie Irving decide to stay long-term with a player in Devin Booker who is by no means less than great? He is one of the better players in the league. He is a star, borderline superstar, no doubt. But you're going from the Nets situation where you are one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference, have a strong chance to win a title playing next to Kevin Durant. You saw what you did in 24 games, 20 and 4, one of the best stretches, I believe the best stretch in Nets history. Is that what he wants? Does he want to go to the Phoenix Suns and play in an inferior team, play with an inferior star player in Devin Booker? I feel like that's where I have difficulty sitting with. And I understand why I have to throw this disclaimer. This is not me shitting on Devin Booker. It's not. It's just we can speak factual. You're going from Kevin Durant to Devin Booker. There's a drop-off. Kevin Durant was playing at an unbelievable pace. We all sat here and said he deserves to be at least top 2 MVP. Do you want to do that? Go through that situation. Or if you're Kyrie Irving, do I want to go play next to LeBron James, Anthony Davis, a duo that has already won a championship in this league? Yes, you're right. They do have injury concerns since the 2020 season. Post that, it's been very hard for both of them to stay on the court at the same time. But do I want to go play with these guys who, so far, they both have been playing amazing basketball? LeBron James, where last 2 seasons, yes, he's dealt with some injuries, but for the majority, he has been available. He's been on the court. He's been playing at an extremely high level. Do I want to go to LA and give myself a strong chance to win a championship?
That's a different
don't look at it
conversation
that
'cause he
way.
doesn't get to choose. The Nets choose.
But in a way, Kyrie still holds the leverage.
Unless Kyrie's
because-
saying, I'm not playing for Phoenix.
Exactly.
But he's not going to say
No,
that, we don't
but,
think.
But why?
He wants a max contract, bro.
Are the Suns going to be willing to give him the max contract?
Why not?
But why would
You
they?
have to see him right out the season. And even then,
but
even then, I explained earlier why, even if Kyrie's a rental, it benefits Phoenix long term. Jay Crowder's not playing for them.
Again,
And
that's what I'm
Chris
saying.
Paul's
I
contract's
don't-
off the books.
Everything you're saying, you're making some sense when in terms of Kyrie going
And
there.
also, it's
but
not.
it does become difficult for me to sit with when Kyrie, again, has all the leverage because he is a free agent. You're not going to be one of these teams trading away a Chris Paul, because now if you're the Suns next year, what are we doing? You're not going to do that because it handcuffs you next year. You're not trading pieces away for a rental.
I think what's missing is Kyrie does not care about this situation. If he
Agreed.
does not want to be there.
Agreed.
He will not be there. I understand the Suns are it's a great spot. You made some
Agreed.
great points.
What you're saying
I like
was
the
right.
Suns spot, but if Kyrie, as what we've seen in past history, if he doesn't want to be there, even if they're winning, he won't be there.
Look at the Celtics and what they were able to build. Kyrie said, I'm out of here. Look at the Nets. We spoke about it. We've spoken about it all season long. They have been one of the best teams when Kyrie and KD are on the courts together. He doesn't care about that. It really doesn't mean anything to him.
But why? This is the thing. I don't think it's going from KD to Devin Booker. I think it's going from the Nets to the Suns. The Suns have a better coach than Monty Williams, coach of the year.
Jacque Vaughn's been great, though.
Monty Williams is coach of the year.
I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I mean, he has been.
I love
coach of the
Jacque
year.
Vaughn,
but
come
Jacque
on.
Vaughn, when KD was there, we were talking about him being the coach of the year.
I understand, but Monty Williams is
point.
Monty Williams.
I understand what you're saying, but
He
let's
has a
not
track
slight. Let's not slight Jacque Vaughn.
I'm
You're
not
right.
slighting
You're
him.
right.
Kyrie
Is
might
that-
not
is
like
that
Monty.
slighting him?
No, but Kyrie might not like
That's
Monty.
the
Yeah, but that's not slighting him. Monty Williams.
No, I understand
No,
what
Monty's
you're
better
saying.
coach than
let's
Monty.
I'm just saying,
respect Monty.
but we were sitting here doing nothing but praising Jacque
No,
Vaughn.
this is not a slight to Jacque
Mhm.
Vaughn. This is the Suns. I'm talking when in comparison, Monty Williams is a better coach than Jacque Vaughn.
Yeah.
You look at the Suns, DeAndre Ayton or Claxton. Ayton is a better player.
I'm surprised you say that. You're a big
Ayton
Clax
is
guy.
a, is a great
Is a
player.
better
Yes.
offensive.
Yeah, for sure.
He's a
Claxton
disappointing
defensively.
player for his draft pick, but let's not slight
I don't-
DeAndre Ayton. He's a
I don't-
great
I
player.
don't think.
If I got
I don't
Kyrie
think-
on
I
my
don't think
team, I
that-
probably want
I don't
Claxton
think
behind me.
that's
Then.
Okay,
And
the starting-
Ayton's
bro.
not the needle mover.
Yeah, I don't think that's the mover.
Yes, but I'm going through the roster starting 5 top to bottom. The Suns are going to have Kyrie, D Book, Mikal Bridges, Cam
Claxton
Johnson,
and Ayton's a
Ayton.
push, in my
And
opinion.
the Suns didn't
that
even want
that
Ayton.
that top 5, they can be a threat in the West. I think they could beat a Memphis in the series. They can beat.
I think a
who-
Claxton's more intriguing to me because he'll be cheaper and he'll give you about the same in terms of value.
Well, this
where
isn't a-
defensively,
this-
he's
this-
unbelievable.
This isn't about value. This is about you're going from the Nets to the Suns. The Suns have a great team.
Well, you should have
Their
said.
team is
Well,
phenomenal.
I mean, I don't think he's looking at Ayton as like, all right.
We're
that's
talking
better.
about the Suns, a team that was first in the West before Devin Booker went out.
even looking at Devin Booker, he's still like, well, I have KD.
If
So it's
if
like-
if Kyrie
That's what I'm
goes
wondering.
if Kyrie goes to the Suns, they would whoop the Nets. I mean, they would whoop the Lakers. I'm sorry, I meant the Lakers. They would whoop the Lakers badly.
Suns will whoop them now with Devin Booker healthy.
Is
So,
that 100% true?
I'm pretty
whoop them?
confident now.
Why is that? I mean,
With Kyrie, they'd whoop
and,
them.
and listen, I'm not saying we are as good or better than the Celtics by any means. We've played the best team in the league twice, and both times you could say that the Lakers could have came away
They're
with
always
Ws.
competitive. The Lakers will lose games, but there's not
It's
a
like
game they're
every
getting blown
great
out
So
in.
team-
maybe whoop was
No,
a strong word.
Every
It was
great,
strong
no,
word.
very
guess
strong.
five
Every
game
great,
series.
a lot of
Strong
great
word.
teams outside of the Clippers that the Lakers play, we are in the game.
Okay, so whoop was a strong word.
Very strong. That's why I
It'll
didn't.
be
they
a
not beat
competitive
them in
series for
5?
sure.
If they
I
finish
don't think it's. I
No.
don't think it's now.
with Kyrie.
And then we're talking about the playoffs
Oh,
also.
with Kyrie.
with Kyrie.
Oh, he said without.
if Kyrie's on the
Um,
Suns.
And we're talking about the playoffs also. So
I would take the
it's
Suns.
turned up. Okay, I
take the
mean,
Suns.
to each their own.
With Kyrie, I'm saying.
To each their own.
Kyrie and D. Let's not, bro. Devin Booker's a superstar player, bro.
Okay.
I understand Devin.
I just love the
understand
way
Kev-
that conversations go, like as if it's not LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
I think
that's
I-
that's
No,
the
of
reason
course,
why.
it is that,
LeBron,
but
their role
this-
players are better. much
but
better.
No doubt.
the
no
way
doubt.
the way you are speaking about this, Drew, is the way you're formulating your monologue is Kyrie wants to be here. Kyrie might not want to be here. for one, we don't know where Kyrie wants to go. LA has been his destination that's been preferred, but Mavericks, Suns, and Lakers all are in the running for him.
Mhm.
The Mavericks and Jason Kidd and Nico Harrison have a great relationship with Kyrie Irving, so that can very well get done. And Chris Haynes recently reported that these Suns and the Nets both view a trade between themselves as favorable for both franchises because it keeps both teams in contention.
I agree with that part. I just
Uh-huh.
think that in terms of the extension part,
This is-
I don't
it's
know.
not
And
like
that- and
if
then-
you're-
and
if
the
Kyrie was
the
a
Nets
free
are
agent-
capping. They're not championship. They're not a
Still a
championship
solid
caliber,
playoff team with Chris
team.
Paul and Jay
I'm
Crowder.
not gonna
Yeah,
disagree
they're
with
still a
that.
solid
Yeah.
playoff team.
It's
They
second round
But
exit.
they could be exactly.
Second round exit.
I mean, they could have been a second round exit with Kyrie. So-
I don't know about that.
Depends on the
what do you
matchup.
mean you
KD
don't
and
know about
Kyrie?
that?
No,
Depends on the
no.
matchup.
He's saying if the
If you
Nets
play-
keep
if you play
Kyrie,
the-
If they had KD and Kyrie, they could still.
If they-
if the Nets kept Kyrie,
They
do
could
you
still
think they're
be
a
In the
second
second
exit?
round, you're gonna have to face the Bucks or the Celtics.
what we
But
doing?
you're
Or the
sitting here, but
Philly.
you of all people are going to sit here and
Oh, no,
tell
yeah,
me.
he
That's
can't
why
be.
I'm wondering.
No,
I'm
no, no,
like,
hold
what are
up.
we doing?
There's
You're
a
saying it's
difference. There's a
possibility.
There's a difference. It's not like I'm here saying the Nets are going to clear by everybody. No, it's going to be a
That's
tough.
what I thought it was at one point.
Why?
in time.
Why would I think that? Maybe
'Cause-
I might pick the Nets, but
Uh-huh.
I never said that. Oh yeah, it's just going to be an ass whooping. When we talked about the Celtics, have I always said 7-game series?
Yeah.
Bucks 7-game series. I've always said it's a 7-game
But the
series.
Nets were the number 2 seed when KD and Kyrie were playing.
Yes,
could
but it's
still be
the
a
Bucks
second round
and the
exit.
Celtics. The only teams I think the Nets can clearly beat are the Cavs and everybody else. And Philly's going to be tough too. If you're in the East right now, if you're the Nets, the second round match was going to be the Celtics, Bucks, or Sixers. All those teams are going to be very tough. I mean, this East is tough.
I'm not disagreeing, but I'm sorry. I'm just
Any
stunned
one of
to
those
hear
teams
this.
could
from
be
the
a second
Celtics.
round. But I don't think you should be shocked because this is the statement. Like the Nets are not going to just run through the East with Kyrie and KD
I
together.
don't think none of
Nah.
the teams are. All those teams could very
It's
well
gonna-
be a second
yeah.
round exit.
It's gonna be a dogfight.
Like all of those teams could be a second
The
round.
same
I'm not
way
gonna
they
say
can-
the Celtics.
The
The
same
Celtics
way
can be a second round exit.
They cannot be.
It's an
They
incredible
can
long shot.
They cannot
literally-
be.
They can literally play the Bucks in the second round and lose that series.
You
Why?
can beat the
Why?
Bucks.
But you can also lose to the Bucks. Why do we act like that's an like? Why?
But
we
who
act
would
the
you
Celtics-
take?
It's a long
I
shot.
would take the Celtics.
Okay,
but
so then
it's
why
a
are we
long
ha-
shot
trying
that
to
you
have
can
this?
lose to the
in the
Bucks.
second round.
It's not like
In the
we
second
could
round,
be
period.
wrong though. We could be
No,
wrong.
I
about
Bucks- if the
understand, but
Bucks
again,
finish
I
at
like to
2, you
say
guys finish
who-
at 1.
what's your
We're
side?
gonna play in the
What
second
side
round.
are
If
you
the Bucks
choosing?
drop to 4, then you would play them.
We played in the second round last
That's
year.
what I'm saying.
Riv, the only
Exactly,
reason
and with 7.
the only reason why I'm
Yeah.
pushing
We
back
smoked them game
Yeah,
7.
but why we act like the Bucks? Why we act like y'all cleared the Bucks?
We don't.
Y'all can
the
lose to the
only
Bucks.
reason
That's
why
why I
I'm
hate
put-
Celtics fans, bro. Y'all act
I
like I
didn't
can
say
just beat
that.
everybody.
We can beat the
It's
Nets.
gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
the only reason why I have pushback is because I'm expecting one of you guys to pick who you would rather or who you believe would win in that
Well, that
series.
comes to
I
the playoff
think Boston
predictions.
can go to the finals.
But that's
if
exactly
they,
why-
if they lose in the second round to the Bucks, I wouldn't be sitting here like shit. They should have never lost that.
That's
series.
like for
No.
example, like okay, Nikola Jokic right now is the MVP, right? He's the MVP frontrunner. We can say we have Nikola Jokic winning the MVP, but if we were to say, you know what, I think Joel Embiid might win it, or he could win it. That's not crazy to say because even though we picked Jokic, I mean Embiid has a case.
a player to player as a team to team is a
But
little
we're talking
bit
about great
different,
teams though. Like it's all we're saying is that it's not crazy to say that the same way the Nets can lose
Listen,
in the
I'm
second
not,
round,
I'm not disagreeing
they
with what
can
you're
make the
saying.
finals.
I'm not
That's
again,
all we're saying.
I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. The only reason why I push back is because I would like you to tell me which team would you prefer in that series.
Why
That's
do I have
my
to do
only
it
I have
now?
answer.
Boston go to the finals.
No doubt about it. So that's
That's
on
why
me.
if your finals pick
That's on
loses
me.
in the second round, I feel like you'd be surprised.
That's what I'm
Depends on the team.
saying.
If y'all lose to the Cavs, I'd be fucking surprised.
No
but
shit.
regardless, your finals pick.
Yeah, that's my finals pick. But you're not playing no bums. Why are we acting like the
I
Bucks are bums?
just feel like he just said it so perfectly. If your finals pick loses in the second round,
to a
you
great
gotta
team.
be stunned.
I'm
Come on,
stunned
man.
that
If
y'all
they lose to the Bucks,
Bucks,
you're gonna be surprised. You're gonna be shocked.
I'd be shocked because you haven't gone to the finals.
I'd
You'd
be
be shocked.
surprised if we lost.
Well,
the
he's a
second round to the
fan.
Bucks.
But
I'd be
even then,
surprised
he
if it was
has to-
anybody right now.
If you really
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, I understand.
Yeah, why
Giannis,
shouldn't I?
Giannis,
Like,
Giannis
let's
has
be
been
honest,
bugging
right?
out. No Middleton, because again, Middleton's been
Middleton's
If
been
Middleton's
healthy.
healthy, you'd be surprised if y'all lose to the Bucks. If
Okay,
Middleton,
Middleton
is
has been
healthy,
healthy in fucking the whole year, basically.
if Middleton, that's what I'm asking. If Middleton is healthy, would you be surprised?
I
if
don't
you
think
lose to the Bucks?
Middleton's gonna be healthy.
That's not what I asked you.
if
If
Middleton's
Mid-
healthy, then I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay,
No.
that's further.
Middleton's healthy, no.
Because
I'd still take the Celtics.
All
I
we're
would still
saying
take-
is
I would
that
take the Celtics too.
right
no
now,
doubt.
when we talk about Kyrie Irving,
Mhm.
he does not pick his destination.
No.
He does not.
but
The
he picks where he
Nets-
stays.
The Nets have to want the offer. And if the Lakers do not give an offer they don't want, he's not going to the Lakers, bro. And if I'm the Nets,
He does not want
I'd
to go to the Lakers.
rather keep Kyrie and get nothing in return.
That's stupid.
Why? I'm getting nothing in return from the Lakers. You're giving
what do
me
you
nothing.
mean you're
You
getting
can make a
nothing?
run
All
this
right, it's
year.
either
You
you
need
get
Russell Westbrook
nothing,
and
or
Lonnie
at least
Walker.
you give me a
You
first.
gotta add the
serious?
picks.
You
gotta
have
add the
no
picks.
pick. You
Come
have
on,
no
bro.
picks. If you're the Nets, you have no
Yeah,
picks
you
till
have no picks till
28.
2028.
And
That's
also,
one
the
thing that
reason
you're not seeing. The players are not as intriguing. No way.
they
I'm
suck.
not disagreeing, but the picks really are important.
and also the
It's really just
the
picks for
reason
Kyrie.
why even the reason why
Respect Lonnie Walker
get
and
outta
Thomas
here.
Bryant.
He's not even as good as the Nets backup shooting guard, bro. He wouldn't
was
even
gonna
have.
say,
He
name
might
is
not
just-
even be in a rotation, honestly,
Lonnie
for the Nets.
No,
No,
Lonnie will be in the rotation.
Respect
He
him.
will be.
he's better than Cam Thomas. Are we serious?
and Thomas Bryant would be. Thomas Bryant's one of the best backup centers in the league.
Thomas Bryant would definitely get burned.
You'll have to.
That's nothing for the Nets, bro.
and again,
That's
Russell
nothing for the
Westbrook.
Nets.
I would love Thomas Bryant.
Russell Westbrook is
Ben
Nets-
Simmons,
Come on.
aggressively,
I'm not
though.
disagreeing. Not disagreeing.
No, you can't. You'd have Ben
he
Simmons.
shot 2 for
Claxton, and
15
Russ
last
is-
night.
All right, so
I
you're
don't
gonna
even know how
pick
you
one
would-
game.
KD's
stop.
gone.
He's
One
been
guy would have to be
garbage for the
DNP
last
That's
every
what
10.
happens.
No, he has
KD's
not.
asking for a trade
He
immediately.
hasn't.
He's not playing with Westbrook. Ben
If you
You're
would've
Simmons.
said
the one
last
that
season-
comes in here and says
Nah, he
Westbrook
needs that shit
cost us all these
deadline.
games.
I was
That's
before.
not true at all. Actually,
Does Westbrook not cost the Lakers games?
the last
He
last
costs them-
three.
He calls every team he's played on games.
Ironically, though, Tuesday against the Knicks, he was all world and
No,
one
he's
of the
been
main
good.
reasons
He-
we
but
won.
he- let's-
Pacers
That's why you can't say the last 10.
That's
No,
not
no,
bad.
No, I'm
he
saying
does.
let's not act like he calls his team's
He
games
does,
every year.
He does.
That's
He
just-
does.
You have
It's
to
just
think
he's
about
hard
it.
to fit in lineups and down the stretch.
The Nets are going to have Ben Simmons, Russ Westbrook, and Nick Claxton on the floor.
And
You
you
have
know
to
whose fault
DNP
that
one
is?
of those guys a game.
Whose
Ben
fault
Simmons.
is that?
Whose fault is that?
That's the
Ben
Nets'
Simmons.
He
fault.
doesn't want-
Why is that the Nets' fault?
Because that trade for James Harden and Ben Simmons was bad.
You're right. It would be the Nets' fault if they traded Kyrie for a pack of dog shit. They're not going to fucking trade him
It's
to the
either you
Lakers.
trade him for a pack of dog shit and at least get dog shit, or you get fucking nothing.
You're over here telling me that if I'm the Nets, I'd rather get Russell Westbrook than fucking Chris Paul and Jay Crowder.
That's not what I said. That's not
If
what I
I'm the
said.
Nets, I'm doing the best for
That's-
my
no,
organization.
Joel, this
I'm
is what-
getting Chris Paul and Jay
Joel,
Crowder.
this is where you
I'm
fuck-
getting Dinwiddie. I'm
Okay,
getting JaVale
Joel,
McGee.
enough
I'm
with
getting
this
Dorian
fucking
Finney-Smith.
talking over me. Enough with this talking over me.
The
shit.
Lakers have the worst package, bro.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Again, and I'm not disagreeing. But again, Kyrie has the. You're saying Kyrie has no leverage. That's strongly
The Nets
incorrect.
have the leverage too. They don't have to trade
Okay,
him.
It's
no,
just
you're-
for the
No,
deadline.
You're
they
right.
have the
You're right.
leverage.
If you think that if the Nets don't have leverage, then when they'd say, fine, we're gonna keep Kyrie. We're gonna really risk it and get nothing this offseason. They don't win a championship this year. They lose Kyrie Irving. They're gonna have to be forced to trade Kevin Durant, and then they're fucking in shambles.
They'll
The
probably
reason
trade
the
KD
Nets,
regardless.
the reason the Nets signed Kyrie and KD was to win a championship. They
And where has
obviously
it been?
okay, obviously throughout this entire journey of them not succeeding in that goal, they have shown us time and time again they're going to see it through. They had a chance to trade KD in the offseason. The reason they did not is because they did not get any trade package they felt warranted
KD
trading
101.
Kevin Durant. They have shown us before
Does one even
they're
exist?
going to see this through. So I don't, and
Luka.
maybe Kyrie does have leverage. You know who doesn't have leverage? The fucking Lakers don't have leverage in this situation because they have the worst trade package of every team.
right.
If I'm the Suns,
What about
if
Dallas?
I'm
was gonna say
Unless
Dallas-
they're offering the two
the
first.
Mavericks,
If they're offering the
Dinwiddie,
two first, it's
Dorian
not that
Finney-Smith,
bad.
they have a better
Like,
package.
what are we talking
What
about?
do you mean?
Dorian
If they
Finney-Smith.
get-
It depends
They
on the
have picks
direction of
too.
the Nets.
If you're getting two
The
firsts
Mavericks
for
have
Kyrie,
picks
whoever
too.
wants to give up two firsts for Kyrie, that's the package you go with. If the Lakers want to give up 27, 29, you go for it. Regardless
Have
if
a
you
pick
get
with-
Westbrook or whoever, the Nets don't have anything. I understand you could get picks for this year, like 23, 24, but those are gonna be late 20, late in the 20s.
Honestly,
if you get those
bro,
Lakers
but
picks, those
listen,
could be lottery picks.
this is my counter argument to that. If the Nets decide to blow it up, the assets they are going to get in return that are valuable won't come from a Kyrie trade. It'll come from a Kevin Durant trade.
But you could build off the Kyrie if you could get a
Yes,
couple
but
picks.
bro, we
that's-
just
at least
saw
you'll
Rudy
take it.
Gobert go for 4 firsts. Kevin Durant gets traded. He's going for 5 firsts
For sure.
at minimum.
6.
You will build
No,
your
it's gonna be a
team
crazy
around
trade.
a young star you get for KD and the picks you get for KD.
But wouldn't you like a couple extra firsts on top of it?
They don't need to sell out for this Kyrie trade.
No,
They don't.
I don't think
And
you don't
like,
mix up the
like,
shit
like I
trade.
said, and also if I'm for one, we don't know where Kyrie is at in terms of where he wants to sign long term. If I'm a team like the Mavericks who are desperate for a second star to pair with Luka, if I'm the Suns who I need to move off from Chris Paul because he's becoming a negative asset, I'd rather run the risk of having Kyrie Irving in my building and selling him on staying than letting him go to another
The
team.
thing is, but with that statement, you're ignoring all of Kyrie's history. You can't sell Kyrie. It's only what Kyrie wants to do. There's no selling
any
him.
team that trades for Kyrie is ignoring his history, bro.
No,
Any
but
team
you
that
said-
trades from at this
but
point.
if you're going to acknowledge the Nets history, you have to acknowledge the fact that Kyrie, if he goes to Phoenix, there's like an 80% chance he probably won't stay in.
Who's
Phoenix.
saying that though? Nobody knows that. That's just
It's
that's
based
just a
off-
guess in the air.
it's off of what's
Again,
history.
what-
He does.
what
He
history
doesn't
has
say
shown
where he
us.
doesn't want to go. If we can only go off the reports, his preferred destination based off the reports is LA. If you send him to Phoenix, that's good for the Nets.
I just
but
don't know
there's
how we
80%
can.
chance he doesn't want
I
to stay
just,
in
I
Phoenix.
just
That's
don't
not a
know
Nets
how we
problem,
can. I just don't know how we can come to that conclusion.
No, I
without
agree with you.
having
That's
no
not- that's
evidence.
not-
to
It's
it.
not a Nets problem. It's a Suns problem. So
Yeah.
why would the Suns put themselves in position to make themselves worse next year?
because Jay Crowder is not doing shit for them this year.
Honest question. If Kyrie stays for half the season, if you're the Suns, are you fine with that? Two-parter. Are you fine with that?
Yes,
All right. Do you win a championship this year if you're the Suns?
there's a possibility with them.
So,
Healthy.
okay,
No fucking way.
So question number 3: if you don't win a championship and Kyrie ends up walking, now what?
I have cap flexibility. I'm fine.
To
And
do
who
what?
are the Suns
And-
really
in
intriguing
this free agent to
in,
get
in
who?
that market? Respectfully,
Well, it's a long term game. With
you're cool.
if you stay with, for one, Jay Crowder's providing them nothing. He's providing
I'm
them
not
nothing.
disagreeing.
Well, Kyrie now is gone.
Chris Paul,
You lose your guard.
Chris Paul,
The
he's
guy who
getting
changed your franchise.
he's getting paid $30 million.
Obviously Devin Booker's the GOAT in that franchise.
I'm
But Chris
looking
Paul
at
came here and
Like
changed
Steve
the
Nash.
things. No, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Fair, okay.
I'm looking at Chris Paul right now. His
Fuck
contract,
Amari.
he's on a 4-year, $130 million
Not all of
contract.
them is guaranteed. Not all of them is guaranteed. Not all of them is guaranteed.
He's getting paid $30 million next year and
So you're
$30
paying
million
Kyrie
year after.
Irving $60 more million than that. You would be signing Kyrie to a 4-year $199. But that's
It's
my
just the last year's not
thing.
guaranteed. Next year is still guaranteed at 31 mil for Chris Paul.
It's like that's that. If you're the Suns, you're really fucking gambling.
And then you have to pay Cam Johnson.
You're really gambling.
Any team that trades for Kyrie is gambling, bro. Any
The
team that
Lakers
trades-
really aren't.
yes, they are.
What are they gambling?
That Kyrie's not going to be available.
Okay, so then Kyrie's not
That's every
available,
team.
but you're actually LA. You can bring in free agents. The Lakers really aren't gambling shit. You told me we're giving them a shit package anyways. So what are we really losing? We're not.
I just have trouble coming to terms with the Nets looking at the Lakers and saying, I accept your deal. They don't have anything.
It's not true.
You don't
27,
have
29.
you're a key part of your deal is Thomas Bryant. Let's be real. Oh my goodness, they have nothing. They have nothing I want.
I mean, Austin Reeves is very good.
Are we serious? Are you kidding me?
He could be
Austin
he
Reeves?
could be a role player on a championship team.
Get out of here. I
He
don't
can be.
want bro.
Lonnie
tho-
Walker's also a very good
Those
role player.
are the weakest assets I've ever seen. And this is why people get
so Spencer
annoyed.
Dinwiddie and Christian Wood
Bro,
is really that much
and this
better?
is why people
it's
get
not fuck-
annoyed with Lakers
no,
fans.
but Chris Paul, who is 30, is going to be 38 after next year, and Jay Crowder, who
I think Dinwiddie and Christian Wood are significantly better than Patrick Beverly,
keep going.
Thomas Bryant.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I mean, the Lakers, yeah, but this.
Who you say
all right.
Austin? I don't know who you're waiting for.
I
to
mean, we
say.
saw with that when Luke is not playing, the Mavericks
They
are
suck.
arguably
Of
the
course.
worst team
Well,
in the
Dinwiddie's
NBA.
not a
No,
one
Spencer
or
Dinwiddie's
two.
on that team.
Yes.
Christian Wood's on that team. They could do something.
What
What
is
are they
Thomas
fucking
Bryant
doing?
doing without LeBron, bro? What are we
No,
talking
no,
about?
not
here?
not
Like
disagreeing.
he's not doing shit
No,
either.
Absolutely, you are 100% sound in that statement. But at the
It's
same
still-
time, we can still acknowledge that Thomas Bryant provides stuff for a team.
So is Dinwiddie.
I
are we
guess you're
talking
right.
about?
I guess you're right. but
Drew, I'm gonna end it
marginally
off on
different.
this. I understand where you're coming from. I do.
Mhm.
But a lot of what you're saying is just kind of like Lakers, everybody else, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like there's no chance.
But if you're saying that, I mean, I've come with a lot of facts. I really have put my fandom aside for this. I've been trying to stay.
really did that
Bro,
did-
the
but how?
opening
Really?
offer
You
was
have to say
Pat
that part.
Bev.
No,
That's
no,
right.
No, but I said that the offer is not the best
It's
out of
not.
the three. I've said
It's
that
the
very
worst.
Unless
point
you give up
blank.
the 2 picks. You give up 2 picks, we can have a conversation.
But again, it all comes back to leverage. That's my whole argument. If you want to sit in here and ignore that, that's fine.
I just feel like you're only looking at it from the Lakers perspective and not anybody else.
That's not true because we just sat here together and I told you I'm with you. If everything you said in support of Kyrie going to the Suns is facts, you said a lot of facts. But again, when it comes back to is Kyrie Irving and what he wants to do, I never sat here and said I don't.
But that's the thing. That's the thing.
disagree with you.
Your argument is rooted in what you hypothetically think Kyrie wants to do.
So what are you basing it off? Of?
I don't know what Kyrie
It's
wants
all
to do.
hypothetical.
I don't. But
That's
I don't.
all we're
Is your
doing.
inclination not he wants to be in LA with LeBron?
I don't
That's-
know. I don't know.
Come
I mean,
on.
his history. Is
If
he
you
doesn't
had to,
stay
if you had to
long.
bet, if you were a betting man, which I know you are, Are
No,
you
I haven't been
Are
recently.
you betting on
He's
Kyrie
minus
wanting
300
to
go to
play
Lakers, bro.
in Phoenix, or are you betting on Kyrie Irving to play
Does he
next to
want to play
LeBron
with
James in
LeBron
LA?
or Devin Booker?
Does he want to be
man?
and does he want to be in Los Angeles?
Well, I'm betting on. Well, that is a multiple. There's multiple factors to that.
Which is why
It's
I
for
feel
Kyrie,
so
it's not.
strongly.
No, it is. It is because it's not just what Kyrie wants. And that in your question to me, I'm taking into account a trade package, what the Nets would want, what the team would get in
The
return.
Nets
I'm
would either
taking
get
all of that
nothing
into
or
account.
they take something.
I'll be honest, Kyrie going to LA either way, whether it's this off season or in the trade. He's going to LA, bro.
Because there's not many teams that really feel confident that you could sign Kyrie long term and it work out.
LeBron just makes shit work. He'll make Kyrie work. He'll let him stay there.
Even
for a
the
couple
Lakers
seasons,
have that.
Again, that report is put out there for leverage.
Which
The leverage of the sense of
no, which report?
The Lakers being not confident that they want to sign Kyrie long term. That is for leverage.
In a negotiation.
Correct.
And you think the Nets catch that bluff?
No. If I can sit here and acknowledge that that's for leverage, then I'm sure the Nets understand.
I
that
also think that the Lakers are reserved about giving Kyrie $200+ million. I don't
shit.
So how is that report just a?
But that's the Nets are
bluff.
the Nets are reserved, and that's the reason why we're in this situation. Why I requested for
I
a
think
trade.
Every team that wants to trade for Kyrie is gambling on Kyrie.
Except the Lakers.
No, they are too.
They're not.
Everybody is.
The Lakers are not
Everybody
gambling.
is gambling.
What do the Lakers have to
feel the
lose?
most confident with the
You
Lakers.
always have to gamble. on
But what
Kyrie.
do the Lakers have to lose?
Injury, him not being reliable.
No, again. But right now, the
That's
Lakers,
your
in
only-
everyone's opinion, the Lakers are not good, except for, of course,
No, but it's
Lakers
still a
fan and me.
gamble with Kyrie regardless.
But again, next year, if Kyrie decides, you know what, I'm not signing
yeah,
with
but
the
then
Lakers.
what if AD and LeBron gets hurt and Kyrie? That's always going to
Okay,
be.
but then again,
that's
that's a lot of stuff there.
It's a gamble.
But
It's not a
that's
lot
just
'cause it can
that's just
happen.
off this season.
But
Again, if that's what I'm saying. But if you don't trade for Kyrie, right? That question's still going to be there.
I still think you take the gamble with Kyrie, but there's a
No,
gamble.
I understand that, but I'm saying in your scenario that you're saying that that's the gamble. There's a gamble that we don't trade for Kyrie, and of course, AD and LeBron get hurt. But we've been playing really good basketball without Kyrie Irving.
I don't even think that's a gamble though. LeBron and AD for a fact will get hurt every year.
Why are you like?
Just
don't like
based
it.
off history. That's
AD
just
at
what's
least.
going to happen.
LeBron's been
And
healthy this
definitely
year.
AD. He's
LeBron's
going to
been
get
healthy.
hurt.
He already
for
got
you.
hurt.
Yeah, that's my point though. They're going to get hurt every single year.
I just hate.
LeBron's been
I
healthy
hate
this
when we
year.
have a conversation go this way.
It's just
It's a
history.
fact.
LeBron's been healthy. He's been hurt the last 2 years. LeBron's been healthy this year. AD, with all due respect, he's one of the best players
He's
in the
due
game.
for an injury.
He's going to
every
get
year,
hurt every year.
unfortunately.
He already got hurt.
Yeah.
It's already we got it out the way. It's better to get it out the way
Hopefully.
prior
Keep
to.
the
Oh, sorry,
spirits
again.
high.
Again, I mean, the way you're talking, you're like, fuck the spirits.
What are you upset at facts?
I am.
What the fuck you want me to
Doesn't
do
make me
about it?
feel good hearing
What do
that
you
shit.
call him?
But you
Talk
know
this.
this.
What do you want me to
You
do?
know
Of
about it?
course,
He's
fucking
been
keep
hurt
it
all the
oblivious.
time.
Come
You
on.
ain't even mentioned Kyrie's injuries.
Because I think he knows. I don't need to tell him
course,
about
I
that.
do.
Yeah, Kyrie, come on. You about to have
But he's
3
available when
injury-prone
we need
guys.
him. Won the championship.
That was 6
Dang, it
years
was.
ago.
It was
You got to
6
tell me
years ago.
something else, Kyrie.
No, I'm not
What
gonna.
else?
You can't.
I just think
know.
if we're all sitting at this table and looking at a reasonable best situation for Kyrie and the Nets and what they can get in return, I look at Phoenix. I think Phoenix is the best spot for what the Nets can get in return and for what Kyrie can go to in Phoenix in that situation. That team is going to be an awesome team.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's about how aggressive LA wants to get. If LA wants to get it done off the 2 first, I really don't think you're getting a better package than 27 and 29 first for Kyrie.
That'd be a short time for the Suns to figure it out.
And I don't even know if the Lakers want to give those 2 firsts up. Maybe if you want to go all in, but
I would.
I mean, there was conversations of us giving up the 2 firsts for a Bojan Bogdanovic.
That's why I understand having reservations for Kyrie. I understand the injuries and everything off the court, but if you want to go all in on a player, I'd do Kyrie before Buddy Hield or
talent.
Yeah,
Turner.
like it's not a
Yeah,
question.
like-
I'm giving up if I had the opportunity or the choice. I'm giving up the 2 for Kyrie over Bojan, over Miles Turner and
All
Buddy
this for
Hield.
y'all to still have the same roster on the next week would be hilarious.
they would have
Yeah,
no
no doubt.
depth with something like that, though.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Who?
You have to go in the
Lakers.
buyout market.
Yeah.
Have fun.
So
So you'd be
are-
paying LeBron,
So
AD.
again, what players are going?
No, we're talking about for next year because you have a lot of 1 year.
Well, even this year, I think.
No, but that's I understand. That's
depth is
exactly what
kinda
I
low.
understood.
Westbrook,
Thomas Bryant.
and like Max Christie, shit like
I'd
that.
probably be more, but I don't know. I don't know what
Again,
the package is going to be.
maybe
Nets
the
have to
pa-
send
the
players back.
package might not be as big as y'all think. Again,
Oh, you need to fit contracts though.
So it'll probably
But
be
Westbrook
Kyrie
is
and
huge
another
number.
player, and then it'll have to just be
again, we
Westbrook and
spoke about
somebody
it.
else.
Joe
Because
Harris.
Westbrook's contract is huge,
Yeah, it's massive.
so you don't need to put too many players in there.
Kyrie, AD, LeBron. What can go wrong?
It never ends. Kyrie drama, Lakers,
hopefully,
Lakers
I mean,
trade
healthy.
rumors.
I
the
love
shit
that
is
statement.
a
If they're
constant
healthy-
What can go
flat
wrong?
circle.
I'm just
I love that
If,
asking.
statement.
if Kyrie
Never
is on that
stops.
team and they're healthy, they're title.
What can go wrong?
Because Kyrie, LeBron, and Kevin Love won a championship. Now
Boy,
we
that
have
was
Anthony
6
Davis
years
against
ago.
the best team
Yes,
in regular season
that was
history.
6 years
Okay,
ago.
and
That
LeBron
team that
James
had
is
depth.
still great.
Do you
Anthony
remember
Davis
J.R.
healthy.
Smith, Iman Shumpert,
All right, are you
Tristan Thompson? Do they ring bells?
really good ball players.
got
J.R.
Rui
Smith,
Hachimura.
shout out to the guy. And again,
His contract's up.
take it easy. Rui Hachimura has been
Yeah.
a great addition.
He's average.
His contract's up.
He's been playing. If you want to call him average, that's fine. But he's been playing very well since joining the Lakers.
All right.
You sound like
Just-
me
just
with
keep-
Wiseman.
That's completely different. One gets minutes.
Oof. One's not DMP.
Oh, he's been getting minutes recently.
What 12?
Wiseman doesn't play.
That's like, I know that.
I'm talking
know
about the
that.
delusional part.
I'm not being if you again, I don't want to get rude. I don't want to get rude. I watch every single Lakers game.
I know you do.
Rui has been great since we added him. Against the Knicks, he was our best player, arguably.
That's
Obviously,
that's good.
I'm being exaggerated.
Oh,
He
okay,
was
okay, okay.
fantastic, though.
He had 7 points last game.
No doubt. And he missed some clutch free throws.
Shot
I was
3 for 9.
disappointed. I was very disappointed.
Like he was a father.
I was very disappointed.
He's averaging 12 points, shooting 29% from 3.
He's not a 3-point shooter.
Well, you was raving about his spot up
He's
ability.
catch and shoot. That's not what we've done. We really haven't used him that
Well,
way.
he's average, bro.
And
That's
he's
what I'm
also
saying.
just getting to the
That's
swing of
both, yeah.
things with us. I mean, what? He's been on the team 4 games.
Something like that.
I don't know.
No
I
one-
just-
no one has
What are we
patience
expecting off of?
nowadays,
No,
I wouldn't either. Try to win.
holy shit.
Try to win.
Try to win.
Got time.
We're
We
gonna
have
read
been.
some super chats. So,
Let's.
John, put up the first super chats on the screen. Let's see what got sent to us.
Done.
John Ski.
John, you got a mic today? Damn.
John, where do you think Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving is going?
People be acting like they can't just extend Kyrie fully guaranteed. And we say, let's trade him for Lonnie Walker and Thomas. Bryant, if that makes sense.
So you think that the Lakers thing is kind of crazy? It's bizarre.
No, it's never something that Lakers can create.
That's a little rude.
Start from the top.
Yeah.
Bro just
Let's start
cooked
from
you
the top.
He did.
simultaneously.
There's gonna be a little
Did he just violate the both of us?
He
No,
did.
you, not me.
Yeah.
Oh, I really didn't hear him. I was hoping for something good, and then I heard a little
I think
bit.
John's
of
gonna say
negativity.
anything pro Lakers.
Did
No,
you
of course
start-
not.
did you
And
start the
He's
comments?
been wrong. A lot of you guys have been wrong about the Lakers.
You're the 12th seed.
Dude, they're-
13th now, I
dude, they're
think.
3 games out of the 5 seed.
Yeah.
5 seed?
It's all right. Listen, you just continuously show me you don't watch Lakers
No,
basketball.
Lakers
It's okay.
are Lakers competitive every single night, man.
You're not better than Timberwolves, and they're the 6th seed.
It would be a good series.
That's what you think.
It would be a competitive series for sure.
No, that's what I know. The Timberwolves would smoke y'all.
In a 7-game
Anthony
series.
Edwards, you guys don't have an answer for him.
Who's the answer for LeBron?
Jaden McDaniels.
Who's the
All
answer?
that
Jaden
what are you talking
McDaniels.
about? Jaden McDaniels, one of the best defenders in the league right now.
Oh.
Stop playing.
Yo, LeBron would violate the little boy.
And then we got Rudy Gobert for AD. Stop playing, man. What are
Okay.
you talking about?
Okay. That's
What are we
barbecue
talking
chicken.
about?
That's
What are we
barbecue
talking
chicken.
about? You got no answer for
AD
Anthony
averages
Edwards.
30.
You legit have 0 answers for Anthony
You have
Edwards.
0 answers for LeBron James.
Jaden McDaniels is an All-NBA defender
Enough
right
with
now.
that bullshit.
Bro, he's actually one of the
I've
best
been,
defensive
nobody
I've
players
been
in the league.
told
LeBron.
about all
I know you're
NBA
talking about
defenders my
Jaden
entire life
McDaniels.
when it comes to LeBron James.
And he got locked up by Kawhi.
Locked
Is
up.
Jaden McDaniels Kawhi?
This year, he's at that
Stop.
defense level. Yeah, hell
Stop
yeah.
embarrassing.
Stop it, bro.
Jaden
Stop
McDaniels?
it, Joel.
Bro, let's be serious.
Yo, yeah,
Jaden
let's be
McDaniels?
serious,
So he's a
please.
great defender, but come on.
He's an
Kawhi.
elite defender.
Yeah, but it's Kawhi.
He's-
Can we be
Okay,
serious?
but we're talking about him
Can we be
versus
serious?
LeBron right now. Can he not? Dylan Brooks was giving him fits.
Yeah, but can we not can we put some respect on Kawhi, please? Just say
I put it,
Kawhi.
can we put
Just a
some
little
respect on Jaden
Yeah, but
McDaniels?
he's
we
not
got,
there.
we got super
Like
chats
he
up.
can't slow down LeBron.
Can we
Yeah,
stop
but
talking
you
about
tried
Jaden
to say
McDaniels? Start
he's
talking about
close.
super
Come on,
chats.
come on.
Timberwolves or Lakers
Timberwolves.
easily. Come on,
It'd be a good series.
the Lake Show, man. Get out
It
of
wouldn't
here.
be a sweep.
You don't know
or
shit about
a
us.
tie. It'd be a good
I'm not
series.
even in the play-in.
You don't know shit
You know,
about us.
just
once
hate-
you're
I just
once
hate
you're
LA's
once you're in the
depth. I
play-in,
really do.
I'll start giving you.
Nah,
more
I don't
respect.
want it. I don't fucking want it.
I just hate their depth.
You know shit about us.
I
It's
think the
okay.
Lakers
It's
are cool,
evident.
though.
So first super chat, eat Chapo. Do you think Kyrie makes the Mavs better or worse?
Better.
down.
Absolutely. I mean, they've again, we spoke about this earlier. They've been begging for a second star. Of course, you get better.
For sure, get someone.
No, you get worse.
Someone next to Luca.
How do you get worse?
Mm,
I would love to know.
Riv, what the fuck? Yeah, no shit. What the fuck? Like nothing to
It's
think
not
about.
necessary.
Let's go on to the next super
I'm
chat.
being personal. I need to relax.
You
Getting
didn't
heated.
move me at all that just now.
Getting heated.
You didn't move me. I had
What?
to think. I like my thought process. Thought about
Kyrie
no,
to the
but what
Mavs
is there to
doesn't
think
move
about?
you?
it. Just thought
What
process.
bad thing came into
Move
your
me in
mind there?
terms of what? Like championship.
Does it make them better? There's like
Yeah,
you.
the question
you have
was
to
Next
think
better.
about
super
that?
chat
They're
from
a
Kyle
Fourth
Basil.
seed. Does Kyrie make them better than Denver? No.
No, but can it be a 2 seed?
First off, y'all
Memphis.
looking so cute. Secondly, I know this is a basketball
Memphis, come
podcast,
on.
but what do y'all think of the
frauds.
Jazz getting the MLB 23 cover.
He's talking about Jazz Chisholm. I was happy. I was very happy for him. That's an all-star. I mean, I know people are upset that he didn't play a lot of games and he still made the cover of it, but Jazz Chisholm is a future star. I mean, if you want to call him a star right now, I would not be upset. Jazz Chisholm is great at baseball. I'm fine with that. I appreciate if you call me cute.
Excited
I
for
need
baseball,
that.
man. Our Mets.
Super
Yeah,
excited.
Mets are going
Mets.
crazy.
Nice, man.
Our Mets.
Really excited for the Mets.
Should have
Minnesota
been.
Twins.
Yo, happy
Alvarez.
birthday to my father-in-law. Just want to make
happy
sure we throw that
birthday.
to him. You guys said the Mets, and it immediately threw into my mind.
Next super chat.
The Mets.
I think there's a bit of a delay in the live and the show. Or
That's win, John, buddy.
yeah,
Mr. Tortorelli.
you got it, John.
There we go.
All right. Next
My
super
shit's
chat.
frozen.
I don't see it on the screen right now.
Ah, here we go.
All right. Shout out to you guys. This is from Ray B. The podcast keep me very entertained. Andrew, Kyrie coming to the Lake Show.
Brother knows ball. Shout out to my brother Ray B.
Shout out Ray B, man.
Speaking into it existence.
That's all you can do, man. I mean, you manifest things into fruition, and it happens. What can you say?
At least this makes the trade deadline a little bit interesting.
Yeah, I know.
It's
They
kind of
actually
boring without it.
made it a
I'll
lot
tell you
of
what, man. A
interesting.
lot of things have been going right for that dude, Drew. It's been nuts.
Sean
It's
Payton.
been crazy. Goodness.
We just
Reed.
need
Shout out
Russell
to Ray
Wilson
B.
to go back
And
to
Lakers
his
have been
form.
playing great. That's really all I can ask for.
Do we have the next super chat on the screen? Okay.
Yo,
Smear 60. Shout out Riv Academy.
shout out River Canada. Oh, you just dropped a video, didn't you? A couple days ago.
Yeah.
Apologizing to the Kings.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
He
on the
couldn't.
last
He
one.
couldn't do that on the Pigside podcast. He had to do that on Red Academy.
I respect that.
About to drop another one.
What you dropping?
Ryan with
Sneak
Ryan.
peek. Ryan Hammer.
Oh, shout out to our
College
brother
basketball?
Ryan.
Yeah.
Talking about Seton Hall.
We did say a little bit about Seton Hall.
You did?
We've been
Nothing
cooking
good, though.
recently or no?
Yeah,
Nah, I
stink.
didn't think about it.
Nothing.
I think so.
nothing.
You want to just read it and just hope it pops up next?
Logan Miziak, $2. League is scared of Luka getting a second star.
I don't disagree with that, but is Kyrie the one?
How the hell is the league scared if Dallas can't do it?
Agreed. I tweeted at Mark Cuban. I said, bro, what are we doing here?
We're actually waiting.
Can we
We
hook
would
him
love
up?
to see it. I think we will.
No doubt. Definitely not rooting on Luka's downfall.
Xavier Nieves donated $50. Shout out to
Ooh, shout out
Xavier.
Xavier.
And he goes, talk that talk, Drew.
Shout out to
We
my
got a bunch
guy,
of Lakers
Xavier.
fans here today.
Yeah,
'Cause
Lakers.
they
got
know
a
what's
bunch of
up.
Lakers
They
fans.
they knew what time it is.
Q Buggy,
Now or never.
you play as the GOATs. Is Kyrie top 10 guard? Does he move the needle that much on a contender? What's up with a pick-a-side basketball game / pickup?
I would say he is a top 10 guard. I'm
sure.
definitely down to play
Point
some
guard, yes.
basketball.
And
Top-
He's a top
he's
10
not
guard.
period.
He's not. He's. I just don't see Kyrie as a point guard personally.
He's a top 10 guard.
Pretty comfortably, I'd say.
is he better than Harden this year?
That's a good one.
If you told me Kyrie Irving was playing better than Harden, I'm not scoffing at it.
'Cause I don't think he's a top 5 point guard.
No,
Cool,
he's-
Kyrie.
but he's not a point
Knock
guard.
off 5 for me real quick.
Point
Steph,
guard?
Luka, obviously.
Steph, Luka, Dame, Ja, SGA.
Ooh, I think
And I think Darren Fox is playing better than him this year.
that one's close.
That's hot.
That one's close. I think
Again, I'm not
Okay.
scoffing at it,
Yeah.
but
That's
I would
I'm
take
not mad at
Kyrie.
this.
And then
I would take Kyrie.
two
Two
guards,
guard, I
Devin
think he-
Booker.
Mitchell.
No,
Mitchell.
I think that's where he lands.
I
in
think
the two
if
guard.
you wanted
Yeah,
to say as a
he's
2
back
guard,
end.
he is
He's
a
like
top
8'9".
5. He is a
He
top
lands
5
like
2
9,
guard.
10. Like we're just talking about guards. and
That's
stuff.
guards? Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. Yeah, I know. you.
All-star starter, bro. Respect him.
Jalen Brown or Kyrie?
Jalen Brown. Come on.
I love Jalen Brown a lot.
Anthony Edwards or Kyrie? I'm going Ant-Man.
Those both are
Ant's
tough.
been on the
Those both are
street,
tough.
bro. I'm gonna go
Ant-Man, baby.
I'm gonna go Kyrie.
I think I'll go Kyrie. For
Yeah.
both.
Both.
Slightly.
Yeah, it's mad
tough.
close. Super close.
Ant-Man is different. This from Trey Lawrence. What moves should the Grizzlies make before the deadline? I think they should trade for OG Anunoby.
I
Who do you
agree.
say?
And
The
they
Grizzlies?
should, and they should
think
give
that's
up
the
Dylan
move.
Brooks.
That's the move.
Everyone wants OG because he's the
No,
only
I think, but
fucking
I think
Yo.
OG to Memphis is the move. I think that's the one that puts. Them
That's
like,
attractive
yeah.
because then you don't have to worry about the egregious shot
He's a
selection.
better shooter.
And then
than Dylan Brooks.
defensively, there's
Don't miss a
no
beat.
difference.
Yeah.
You
saying
actually
with-
get
you're
a
saying
beat
with
better.
Brooks, right?
A little, yeah, no, I'm with you. The
OG's a
on-ball,
better shooter.
No, for offensively, it's not a question.
Yeah.
You just need to stop doing that dumbass creation moves. It sucks.
But we can't.
That's what he is.
I don't
though.
want to disrespect Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks' on-ball defense is really
Yeah.
good.
No, they're
Yes.
both.
But OG is just as
But
good
you're
as
saying a beat exactly. But the offense is that what you're saying? That's the beat better.
OG, the 3-point shooting.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I'm with
Dylan
you.
Brooks is not a good offense.
No, everything you're saying is 100%
This
fact.
is from Vernon Egukun. What about Kyrie to the Clippers, maybe?
I did see
I
that.
saw
graphic.
that.
see some
I
stuff
did
like
see that, yeah.
But I think they should go for a veteran point guard, somebody that can create open looks for their wings. Somebody
Mike
like
Conley.
Like who?
Conley. Fred. You can say Fred too. There's somebody else. Kyle Lowry they was thinking about, but he's cooked.
No.
No, I don't want.
It's either Conley or nobody.
Agreed.
This is from Xavier Nieves. Drew and Riv, what was more funnier, Dehls ragging about the Jets or Joel ragging about Joe Burrow?
Definitely Joe Burrow. He was
Really?
about to cry. Yeah, he was legit about to cry, bro.
That shit was
I'll
funny.
say Joe Burrow.
Gotta protect your guys, man.
He just got
All your heart.
emotional and just started ranting.
Out of nowhere.
That was your team. It just was random
Out of
with him.
nowhere.
Yeah, it was just like, all right, well.
Yeah, that was a lot.
You just can't
You're
be saying
infatuated with
people lead teams when they're not leading them.
Big play Slay told you.
He did
Come
that.
on,
He's on his
Slay.
team.
Big play Slay told you.
He's on his
Slay is
team,
the
bro.
leader of that team, and he told you who's leading
He was
them.
upset at you.
Come on.
That's he's
If
on
I
the
was
team.
big play Slay, I would have felt betrayed.
I would have unfollowed us. Fuck that.
100%. I'm never coming
you,
back on the
buddy.
show.
You have to check that.
That ass.
Nah, on Twitter he never followed us, but on Instagram
On
he
Instagram,
followed
he
us.
follows
We have
us.
to double check that.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Nah, we should definitely invite
I
him on the
wanted to
show.
get
talk
Jalen
about
Hurts
it.
on the show. I'm like, we're fucking, we're
Oh my,
fine
no,
now.
but he's screwed.
God damn it.
Jalen
You're
Hurts is
ruining-
not
you
doing
just
anything.
ruined my
Now,
dreams.
hopefully, Big Play Slay gives him the rundown. Yeah, the guys
Yeah,
on the
yes.
outside,
Yes,
they're
valid.
cool. The guy right here in the
You're gonna
middle,
talk to him.
That's your biggest
give him beef.
doubter.
Yeah,
That's
no,
your
for
biggest doubter.
sure. When I've been right all along. It's like,
They've been
what have you
bugging on
been
him
right
for
about?
years. They keep
What-
calling you out.
Yeah, right.
He's not leading nothing. I don't know what he's leading.
Oh
You
my
have to
god,
chill, bro.
Now Joe Burrow's
Someone
leading.
made a great point in the comment section. You were talking nonstop how Zach Wilson led the Jets to being 5-2 when Zach Wilson really never did shit the entire regular season. You're saying 5-2, 5-2. Zach Wilson's 5-2. How do you sit him? Come on, bro.
Well, listen.
Well, what?
I'm a Jets fan. I'm gonna hype up my players. If I was an Eagles fan, I would be on a Jalen Hurts train.
Who led
fucking doubt.
more, Zach Wilson or Jalen Hurts?
Obviously, Jalen Hurts.
Cool. I'm glad we have that.
What do you mean?
just
But
cleared.
come on, bro. Like it's Zach Wilson. He's one of the worst quarterbacks in the league.
I'm
I think-
just
I
saying.
don't think that's saying much.
I'm just
Probably
saying.
Who
worse.
led more, Derek Carr in 2021 with all the drama, or Jalen Hurts this season?
Jalen Hurts.
No, it's Derek Carr.
Okay. But Derek
For
Carr.
what he did.
Yeah.
With Henry Ruggs getting arrested.
Okay.
and
did
you
what?
losing your head coach. Like, come on, bro.
And lost in the first round of the playoffs.
I guess, but they weren't supposed to be there.
Okay.
this whole lead thing. I just hate the particular word choice that we use.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty.
Listen, I was right about Tua. I was right about Daniel Jones.
You weren't.
One more to knock off.
You were definitely wrong about Tua.
What was I wrong
You
about?
said that he wasn't a starting level quarterback. You said he wasn't good.
Did I say that?
You said he doesn't have a great
I
arm.
feel like you were always consistent with Jimmy G.
I said that.
He might have
Oh.
said not starting level. I don't disagree.
Jimmy
You also
G.
said that too.
for
well,
sure.
Jimmy Garoppolo. That's not crazy.
Sure.
It's not.
I mean,
Tua's not crazy. from
Brock
Jimmy G.
Purdy's better than Jimmy G.
I don't know. Why? You just saw a couple games and you say that?
And yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
I mean, well, that means Brock Purdy's better than Tua. then.
That's what I'm wondering. Do you think that's true?
No, I think. I
Alright, so
mean,
then
I
what are
think
we
they're all
doing
mid.
here?
I think Tua's mid.
Well, that's
do.
an idiotic
Really?
opinion.
Mid?
Respect.
If I'm wrong about Tua, you're even more wrong about Tua than me
Why?
because you call him better than Joe Burrow,
I said he can be,
and that will never happen.
and we'll see once this roster starts to get depleted with contracts.
And that's not gonna happen with Miami.
I mean, probably not,
You'll
It would
pay
happen
Tua.
at the same time that it happens with Joe Burrow.
Same, yeah.
and we'll see what happens.
Well, you'll pay Burrow before Tua. You know.
Or are
when-
you
like-
confident that Tua will? Would you hold out hope on that bet?
Oh no.
Oh no.
I would
You
cash
know,
out
that's
that
why-
bet even
that's
if I
why-
had 5 cents left.
That's why someone with dignity has to ride by it. I have dignity and respect.
Might be
myself.
delusion. But
SGT
Sean.
Sullivan, much love to all of you on the PAS squad.
Shout out.
Would love to hear you talk about why the Celtics were better with Terry Rozier than Kyrie after he got hurt.
Kyrie never fit with this team, man. That was his issue. Even like
It was right in the stars.
for sure, like even obviously this team now is way different. You're way more developed with Tatum, Brown being 25, 26 and being some, 21 and 22-year-olds, but Kyrie never fit on that Boston team, man. He got there. It made sense. When we made the trade, I was ecstatic. We trade IT, get Kyrie, clear upgrade IT's injuries too.
hurted.
For however much he did to the city, it was a clear upgrade. But no matter what he said, he wants to stay here. He doesn't. You saw his real intentions when he wanted to leave, man. The Celtics more than anything needed a leader for that young team. Kyrie wasn't it.
I agree. I don't know. I feel like they probably go to the championship with Kyrie. I think it was
What
just
do you mean?
if Kyrie was healthy that year, they beat the Cavs.
Maybe.
I don't
Probably.
think Kyrie was this huge detriment. In the second year, I thought he was.
Second year, yeah, when he wanted out. Doesn't that
Again,
say something?
Tatum doesn't reach the heights that he reaches.
For sure.
This from Xavier, donated again. Ain't a Laker fan LMAO, I'm a Celtics fan. Just appreciate my boy Drew because he's a Tua believer.
Real.
Interesting.
Nice.
Shout out to my guy, man.
Good to know there's Tua fans out there.
And there's a lot. It's the number
Shout out
one
Xavier.
voted player into
Glenn,
the Pro Bowl.
$4. Do you think Jeremy Grant will be traded? I personally don't.
I don't.
You better not give him 200 mil.
They probably will.
Oh my god, it's a bad decision.
If I'm Portland, I think about it for sure. I'm not trying to pay him over 200 million. What the hell?
This is from Kill Moves. No one team alone can put a package together for Kyrie that the Nets would like. A 3 to 4 team trade with Lakers, Brooklyn, Chicago, and or Dallas.
Say it again.
No team can put a trade package for Kyrie alone. It would have to be a 3 or 4 team trade with the Lakers,
I think-
Brooklyn,
I
Chicago,
I
and
disagree
Dallas.
with that.
Talked about it.
I disagree with that
I'm
statement.
genuinely not acknowledging that third team.
Yeah. Who?
Chicago. Bro just snuck that in there.
Yeah,
This
he
is
tried to
from
sneak that shit.
Vonnie. Any thoughts on Giannis' recent scoring?
Bonnie. That's interesting.
Is
I
it
wonder
Vaughn?
if that is Vaughn.
Giannis been
Giannis
fucking
been
tweaking.
unbelievable.
Well, there's a reason he's the
Ridiculous.
best player in the world.
Yeah, enough of you.
It's been
He's
unbelievable.
been bugged.
There's a
Enough of
reason
you.
why.
Enough of you.
He's great.
There's a reason why
You're
he's
done.
the best.
You're done.
Fantastic.
You're done.
There's a reason.
Thought Embiid's the best.
He is.
Or excuse
too.
me, MVP. My bad.
That the last 4 games he's averaging like 44
I think like the
points.
last 7 games.
This is from Savron Kumar. $100. Shout out to
Hey.
Savron. Love from India.
And round of applause for the
Keep
boy.
doing your thing, guys.
Good
Always
hands.
listen to the pod. Quick word on Duba from all of you. Oh, what's Duba?
I don't know. Duval?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
wish
know.
you would have made that more clear.
Yeah, I don't know. Duba. Quick word on Duba from all of you all. This is from Vernon Agukon. Can you please rank these 4 players? Jordan Poole, Anthony Simons, Tyrese Maxey, and Tyler Hero. Rank these 4 players. I'll start with you, Riv.
It's always these 4. I
Oh,
feel like
because
we've
they're
had
all
this,
in the same
yeah,
tier.
We've had this debate. I feel like 10
I'll
times.
go in terms of what? How you want to play this?
Who would you
know
rather
how,
have? Like just,
better.
just
Better?
in a vacuum.
Who's better?
In the vacuum, I'll go.
Let me hear you go, my boy, number 1.
I'll go Poole.
Soccer.
I'll go.
I know this order already.
I'll go Simons.
Yeah. Oh, and that's what I'm talking about.
I'll go Maxi. and I'll go
Respect.
Hero.
Respect.
I think Maxey's last on this.
Yeah.
I think Maxey's
like
last.
I like Maxi's game better than Hero.
I'm gonna go Anthony Simons,
Yep.
Jordan Poole, Tyler Hero, and Tyrese Maxey.
I'm gonna. That's exactly the list for me. I'm between Hero and Maxi, but Hero has been better than Maxi this season.
Maxi's been really good off the bench.
He has been. I mean, I feel like yes, that the injury did stunt a little, and then him coming back, he kind of was hard to find his role consistently in the starting lineup. But he goes to the bench. He's been fantastic, and we see how the Sixers have been playing ball recently. It's very close between Hero and Maxi.
It is.
I feel like I probably lean Maxi myself personally, but this year Hero definitely has been impressive. So you know what? I'll stay true to me. I'll go Anthony, Poole, I'll go Maxi, and then I'll go Hero.
I think I'd have in the order he sent it. Poole, Simons, Maxi, and Hero.
Tyler
That's
Hero is
actually
really
what I said.
underrated.
I thought you had. I
You're
thought you had
saying-
Maxi second.
Maxi
I have Maxey
overrated?
third.
No, Tyler
I
Hero
like
is
Simons'
underrated.
game better than
I don't
Maxi.
disagree with your statement.
I like Poole and Simons when they're starting. They're just different.
That's why I
Not-
tried to-
I mean, Simon starts, but without
tried to give him his
Lillard,
acknowledgement.
Simon, I think the game just fits to more play. Like he could fit around more guys.
And Savron goes.
All
It's
these guys can.
Savron goes. It's Dubs, guys. Sorry for the typo. So the
Yeah,
Warriors.
Simon's
Ah.
just a shooter.
I mean,
Yeah.
the Warriors.
Oh, gotcha.
Riv,
Yo,
talk to me.
we're great.
Yeah?
We're amazing.
Great.
Locked in. All we gotta do is
Do you feel that way, honestly? Be
I
real.
honestly feel like we're a team that at this point we're just not good in the regular season and we just need to get into a playoffs. That's what I did. That's what I believe.
I hope you guys don't face Anthony
Welcome
Edwards.
to being a Lakers
I'm
fan.
actually not moved by Minnesota in the playoffs.
By Edwards. All right.
Yeah, I'm not moved.
All right.
Why would I be moved?
Anthony
'Cause they
Edwards
have
has
Anthony
been
Edwards.
unbelievable.
You said you have who?
They have Anthony.
Do I need to
Edwards.
tell you who we have, or are you just gonna?
Oh, they have Anthony Edwards.
I don't think I need to tell you who we have.
This guy's all back in on the Wolves now.
I
I'll let
am.
him-
This guy is comedy.
Yeah.
I'm
But
all
you want
back.
me to?
on the
You want me to
Wolves.
stop him?
I need
can't.
I need you. Someone needs to, bro. It can't just be me.
What's this?
He's
Tua?
back on the.
Holding him
Timberwolves.
accountable.
Oh,
He's telling me Minnesota versus Warriors. He has Ant, and
Bro, you-
I don't need to say who I
It's
have.
Anthony
but
Edwards.
no, it's the Timberwolves versus the Warriors. It's
I
not
have-
Ant Edwards versus fucking the Warriors, bro.
Oh, he
It's
beat them last night.
Hmm.
Him by
Ah.
himself.
last night.
And D'Lo.
He
D'Lo
won-
wants
he
his
won a
revenge.
Him by
February
himself.
regular
D'Lo
season
D'Lo
game.
looked the better point guard last night.
Did you what?
D'Lo looked like the better guard last
He was
night.
great. In a playoff series, Steph will bust D'Lo ass. Bad.
He's not gonna do Anthony Edwards.
He dropped 40 on D'Lo for sure.
You're delusional.
Jalen McDaniels a guard Steph though.
Oh my god!
Congrats.
And
stop
he'll
with
lock
this.
him up.
You think
You
so?
gotta
You know that.
stop with
It
this.
is.
You know that.
He won't.
You don't watch McDaniels. I'm sorry.
Don't do that. Don't do
I
that. Don't do that.
I don't have
Don't
to
do
watch
He's a
that.
lockup
I
defender.
don't do
have
that.
to
You
watch
had
it.
Tatum on all
You
defense.
thought he
Don't
Those
do
fans
that. And,
rightfully
where was
clowned you.
and where was Jaden McDaniels on your all
He was
NBA
on my
list?
snub list.
No,
You think
didn't
he
even
locked Steph
mention
or
him.
Steph was missing shots? Be honest. You think he locked Steph last game? Steph
Well,
was just missing
I'm
shots.
saying. Well, we
Be
know.
honest.
Don't
know.
fucking
Be
do
honest.
that.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
fucking do
Ridiculous.
that.
You
Just
can
make
talk.
sure-
You
just
can
make
talk
sure you know.
McDaniels, but you saying so far this show he's locking up LeBron and Steph Curry.
Yo,
Let's
last 10.
relax.
Last 10, you know who has the number 1 defense in the league?
The
Who?
Lakers.
The Boston Celtics.
Well, they're
Has Marcus Smart been playing?
He hasn't.
Rob is back.
Rob is back.
He's
back
the
for a
anchor.
month.
That's what I'm saying. He's the
No,
anchor.
but then also we can acknowledge that Jason Tatum has been
Although we
amazing.
are low key getting worked by the Suns.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
we're down
What's
3. We're down 3. Never mind.
what's Chris Paul stats?
We were getting worked. I'll tell you
Are,
right now.
are we going to start rooting on Riv's downfall for loss?
Oh
Right
my
now,
goodness.
Chris Paul's got 13, 6, and 3.
That's just
Not
He
not
got
great.
22.
Not
You
great.
was 29, right?
yeah, not ideal.
Not great, Riv.
13, 6, and the third quarter basically just started.
And this
Look
is
at
why
that.
you
Why
guys
you
act like a
sometimes.
man can't change his mind about the
Wait, the
Wolves.
third quarter is ending.
They were horrible to
through.
begin the year.
22. Not
And you know what's crazy? The
It's
difference
your
is
fault. I was
now
supposed to blow them.
that
We were getting
their
cooked in the first
supposed
half. We were down
best
13
player
going
is
into half.
out and they're winning games more than they did when they had him.
Yeah, that's because the play is just different. There's more. The court is spread out more
Yeah.
with
Who we
him.
talking
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And also Anthony Edwards, he didn't get going to start, but
So do
since December he's been averaging
So do you,
27
want,
a game.
do you want to have that same bet you had for Drew with the Warriors and the Temps?
Yeah, come on. Be
Because
smart.
I know the Warriors who
Why
they
you
are.
scared? You was big confident over here.
I mean, listen, there's a difference, Rev.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gassing trash. Drew gasses up the Lakers every show. You're not telling me the Warriors are this, and even if you were to tell me the Warriors
Mhm.
are gonna make it out the West, I believe you. You know, come on, it's the Warriors. Come on. But with
So
the
you say
Lakers,
him,
they're
it's like-
trash. And
We
even
actually we have a championship. And also with that fact, you keep calling us trash, but again, you say fuck context, ironically, because all you are about is
I
context.
miss no context. What you say?
Oh,
So,
what's
I
the
don't know.
what's the context that you guys lose close games?
Well, if that's what you want to say, also, I mean, I would personally disagree.
But that's you guys are losing.
We're losing
Can you
because
send that to
one,
me?
we've been hurt,
Yeah.
and two, we've been winning in 2023. We have over 500 record in 2023.
Okay.
We smacked y'all, and
Are you
you
gonna-
were very quiet about that.
Are you gonna
Who's
finish?
y'all?
Are you gonna
Who's
finish
y'all?
higher than the
Okay.
Wolves in standings? Are you willing to make that bet?
See, you tried to do that to me already.
I'm willing to make that bet right now. $50. We got half the season left. $50 on that bet.
A little less. You got
Wolves, Lakers. Who finished high in the West?
some games.
Give me till after the trade deadline. We can make that bet. All right.
Oh, because you get Kyrie.
Just saying.
Oh man.
'Cause I
Okay.
know you're talking very high. And you don't think that Kyrie Irving's going to come to us. We don't have the package.
If
So
you
why don't you
get-
give me till Thursday?
If you get Kyrie, it changes things.
Okay, so this is why I don't want to hear you.
What do you
Because
mean?
you just told me we're not getting Kyrie.
It's unlikely.
All right, so then give me till Thursday.
But even if it's unlikely, if Kyrie goes, why would I take that bet?
I don't know, because again, you were very, very confident in the fact that he's not going.
All right, but if he does, and
So
I'm
if you're
wrong,
so confident that he's not going, give me till Thursday.
no, I am.
All right, so you're giving me till Thursday.
This is not me accepting the bet. This is me giving you till Thursday to see
Analyze.
If I
if
wanted
we're
to
if
take
the
we're
trade
if
amount.
we're both gonna.
You guys
take the
still have
bet.
to agree on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yes.
If
All right.
you get Kyrie, I'm gonna say no to this
All right, 'cause you're
proposition.
scared. Because you're scared of the Lakers.
No, you're scared that if you
Wait,
don't
so
get
y'all
Kyrie,
don't get Kyrie, are you gonna say yes?
wait. So how
yeah.
about wait? So how about this?
So you're gonna say yes regardless?
I am.
So you
Wait,
might as well
wait,
take
wait,
the
wait,
deal
wait,
now.
I want to wait till Thursday.
Wait,
I get it.
Dehls, Riv. So how
No,
about
because I'm going to be saving some money if we get Kyrie. I'll be a good friend.
well, Dehls and Riv. So if you're so confident you're getting Kyrie, why don't you make the bet now?
Because I want to wait till
He
Thursday.
wants to evaluate. He wants to
All right.
evaluate.
No, because I want to save you the money. God forbid we get Kyrie Irving.
I know the Wolves will finish higher than y'all.
Even if we get Kyrie,
No, he's not.
It's
You're
Jack.
unlikely.
chatting.
It's unlikely. But Cat is coming back too. Remember that.
Nobody's moving.
and you guys were worse when you had Cat.
They'll
Trying
figure
to-
it out.
And I'm not saying you guys. Never again will I say that because you are not associated with the Wolves, in my opinion.
No, we're
No.
not even close.
Oh my
Don't
God.
ever.
That doesn't
Actually,
matter. I'm
disrespectful
associated
to
with
me as
the
a man.
hundreds of
No,
Wolves
no
fans.
doubt,
It's
no doubt, and I apologize.
Wolves
I do.
fans do
Respect
love
me.
you.
I'm a good
I'm sorry.
guy.
Wolves fans love me.
Wolves fans do love you.
No, I'm not saying you guys as new. I'm saying you guys as him, and I will never say that ever again. It was an honest accident.
Wolves fans as media.
No, they're
as
done with you.
fans-
You can
They're
have
done
him.
with you.
No, they love.
No, they
me.
love him. They can have
they
him.
love
him.
All right,
can
let's see.
adore
I'm
you.
sure. I'm sure Wolves, if they love you so much, they have to be in the chat. If you're in the chat, let us know, please. If you still accept Joel Moran into your Wolf pack.
So
You're a Wolf.
so we can make the bet now. Even
You just told me you give me till Thursday.
if you're confident you're gonna get Kyrie, you can make it now.
You
You just told me you can give me till Thursday, so I'm gonna take till Thursday.
Okay. This from Xavier Joel Moran. If the Dolphins sweep the Jets next year, can you wear a Tua jersey for 2 full episodes?
That's valid. That's a valid
2
deal.
full episodes
If
is
you,
nuts.
I think you're getting Aaron Rodgers. That's valid.
Dolphins know where they're gonna beat us twice in a row next year.
Take a bet.
I gotta wait until I see if we get Derek Carr or Aaron Rodgers. Either of them.
Sauce was trying to recruit Derek Carr. He's
He was trying to
folding.
do both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
He
see the
tweeted-
second
He
tweet.
tweeted at Aaron Rodgers and said, he said like, "Hey Aaron, ... And he's like, "Never mind, I forgot what I was gonna say."
Now, on to the next topic of the show, previewing the NBA trade deadline.
For all 30 teams.
We just had an hour segment with Kyrie, but I have an hour segment with this.
So, looking at the Eastern Conference, looking at the top 5 teams in the East,
Talk.
the Celtics, Bucks, Sixers, Nets, and Cavs. Out of these teams, the only team I see shopping a player is the Sixers and Matisse Thybulle,
Okay.
and the Nets and Kyrie
Kyrie.
and Joe Harris now.
Yeah.
I don't think any team here needs to make a big time move.
Okay.
The Cavs trading for a wing, I think they're a Jay Crowder team. It makes a lot of sense. Maybe if they can find a way to get OG and Anunoby, it makes sense.
Which team are you saying exactly?
The
Bucks should be in that
Cavaliers.
The
conversation.
Cavaliers. That'd be correct. Do they have the assets?
I don't think
I don't-
OG, but they can get a Jay Crowder.
Jay Crowder's, yeah, he's cheap.
Yeah.
Question, and this is an honest question.
Yeah,
Maybe I should
Jay
have
Crowder would be a good spot for the Bucks too, because Middleton cannot stay healthy.
100%. Which is another reason why this is the question. Again, I probably should have looked this up beforehand. Do the Bucks have picks to potentially shock the world and get OG?
No, they don't have. No.
They don't have because of the Drew Holiday trade.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I figured, but I wasn't sure because if OG went to the Bucks, that would be nuts.
I just hope Cleveland gets Cam.
I think that the Cavaliers definitely are going to be one of these teams that they're looking for a wing.
Yeah.
To give your slight credit, Okoro's been better than he has been at the start of the season, and that's again not saying too much, but
Still
he's
room
been
for him.
better.
Still room for him.
He's
still
been
room
better.
for him.
Hey, the Bucks got 28 and 29 first.
I think
That
that
was some Lakers shit.
of these top 6, I see the Bucks being buyers. I see the Cavaliers being buyers, and
Who
Miami.
needs?
Miami needs a point guard because
They
they can't
need-
keep
they
running
need
Kyle
another
Lowry.
forward too.
Miami's a
Okay.
few pieces
Philly's
away.
definitely selling. Thibault, you mentioned it. I think he's probably gone.
Oh, we're
Warriors are
talking about
buying.
selling. Mhm.
They're thinking about buying Thibault.
Really? I feel like there's any team that can afford to have his lack of spacing, it is the
They'll make him cut and
Warriors.
shit.
They'll
do all
make
this
it. They'll
back
figure
door.
out
Yeah,
Thibault,
just-
and he'll
yeah,
Thibault,
he'll
he-
become a
he's
15 point
so
per game
weird.
guy.
Yeah.
So weird.
He'll
But
just
yeah.
lock up. Just like-
The Sixers could maybe trade and get a player because I do feel like they're missing somebody, but I don't know if they have the assets
I
to
like
go
this
and get
roster
that.
right now.
I like it too.
Yeah.
but I do
Upgrade
think they're
over
missing something
Montrez.
though.
Okay.
I feel like they're missing one piece.
Like a backup center.
Upgrade over
A backup center would be
Montrez.
nice.
Philly?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe somebody who can defend off the bench that isn't a liability
Mason
when shooting
Plumlee?
the ball, like
Mhm.
Thibault who can't shoot.
Plumlee would be attractive if I'm Philly.
It would be good.
He's been some talk. He's been in some talk.
The Celtics and Bucks, I don't think they need to make a move.
Celtics
And the
gonna sit.
Nets,
They're
we have
good.
to see what happens with Kyrie. Now, looking at the next tier of teams in the East, the Miami Heat want to move Kyle Lowry,
Rightfully so.
I mean,
Sucks.
and I don't know
Two
what
halves
team's
in a
gonna take
row.
him.
0-0-0.
Nah, it's been tough for Lowry.
And I look at this other team, the Knicks. Cam Reddish is on the block. He's been on the block for a while.
I'll be honest. I'm almost guaranteeing Cam Reddish will not be traded.
Don't think so.
Pain.
No one throws a second.
Cleveland.
Top
Cleveland
50
has like
protected
three
second.
seconds. Throw them shits. Bring my
Bucks
boy.
got a couple seconds.
Go all the way to the land, man. I'm a Cleveland fan, by the way.
Enough of you.
No, that's
Now
facts.
or after or both.
It was when Donovan got there.
Oh right. My bad.
And then Garland, Mobley.
You were always you were.
What are you
you were
apologizing
there
for?
before Mitchell was
Yeah,
there.
I like Garland last
Yeah.
year.
But now if Reddish gets there, now it's even more of
It
a.
makes me ooze. Like
Might
now,
be your
Then
favorite
that's
team
your
to
Eastern
leave.
Conference team.
oh yeah, Chicago could be gone. Where the fuck they're at?
We're
That-
never gonna hear about the Bulls
That
again.
is
We would
crazy.
never hear
Yo,
about
they
the
got
Bulls again.
5 of my guys. Like yo, Chicago playing, man. They don't do what I want them to
Or
do.
any of you? Do you have any of my guys on the Bulls? Any of
If
them
you don't
your
say
guys?
Levine, you're a fake fan.
I'm not a Levine guy.
Why?
I'm not saying I hate him, but I'm not like a Levine guy. Like that's not my guy. I like Levine, but he's not my guy.
That's my guy.
Yeah, that's your guy.
I love
I'll be honest. No.
That's sad.
I actually
Caruso?
don't. that's a you guy. I like
That
him.
is
but he's
you
not,
for
I
sure.
he's
really
not a
put
rib
you
guy.
on, man.
Yeah, it's not a rib
I
guy.
put you on.
Not a rib guy.
I put you on to the best perimeter defender in the league. You're welcome.
That's Jaden McDaniels and OG.
Drew Holiday
it's
still
not
breathes.
Caruso.
Lives
Oh,
and
I'm sorry.
breathes.
I'm sorry. I forgot
Yeah,
about you.
Drew Holiday still breathes.
Caruso clears.
So is the reigning defensive player of the year. He just hurt.
Who's smart?
Yeah, give me Caruso.
I wouldn't call him the best perimeter. He's like the best, like all around type shit. You know, not just
Including
best,
perimeter.
just the best perimeter.
Drew got a little more size.
Yeah, respect Drew.
Don't disrespect Alex Caruso ever again in your
Guess
life.
what?
Drew him.
He is.
Next team, the Hawks. John Collins, who's been on the block forever.
No,
years.
I
he's
think
not
Clint
getting
Capella.
traded. He's not getting.
Capella?
Yes, because
Juanwu is the time?
Yes, I was gonna say
Who?
no.
How do you pronounce it?
Onyeka?
Onyeka. Yeah,
Juanwu
Look at you,
Onyeka.
second.
is that his?
Close.
Onyeka's his
Yeah,
first name.
Onyeka.
Onyeka Okongwu.
Oh,
Okongwu.
Okongwu. No, Okongwu. That's what
Yeah,
you're
that's
saying.
why you were
He's right.
fucking me up because you
Yeah,
didn't say his first name.
apologize to
Yeah.
him.
No,
I apologize. You
Fuck
just
him.
made him feel. Wow.
no, absolutely not.
Okay, you know.
Fuck you.
He's a Celtics fan.
Fuck you.
Let's go out for this guy.
Don't try to flame me for pronouncing
I will
it.
say that.
Coming from this guy who can't pronounce shit right.
Yeah, I know that's messed up. That's
You
messed
didn't
up.
say his name. You said his last name.
That's-
That's,
that's
what
his-
So
literally
what?
his name.
Stop.
So
Riv,
from
Riv,
these
don't reach.
next couple of teams, the next teams I'm going to rattle off: the Wizards, Bulls, Pacers, Raptors, Magic, Hornets,
Wizards
and
and Bulls need
Pistons.
to sell.
I
Wizards
think
been winning
the
some
Raptors
games.
Raptors
should
need to
sell.
sell. Magic
Yeah.
can stay.
OG, Fred.
The Wizards been winning games and have not moved in the standings.
No,
for a
It doesn't
lick.
matter,
No,
bro.
no doubt.
Magic stay.
Well, they're
Indiana.
better than the Bulls, though.
By one game. We're close.
That's-
We're behind. This is gonna be all year, bro. Respect
Kyle
this.
Kuzma
That's
has
one of the
under
best.
23
That's
and a
one of the
half.
best bets we've seen on.
Right
Pick
now,
a
it's
Side.
war. It's war right now.
That's
It
one of the
is-
best
it is
bets we've
war.
seen on
It
Pick
The
a
is
Side.
war.
D'Lo DeJounte would have been down to the wire.
It's a
too.
shame.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
fold-
shame.
Yeah, you
Yes.
folded. You do what you do. You folded.
D'Lo was great though.
Yeah.
D'Lo has been great, man. D'Lo's
Pacers
amazing.
just keep their team. I don't see no reason to sell or
Yeah.
buy anything.
I think after the Miles Turner signing,
Which is
I
crazy.
think that
Tells you-
locked it in.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I don't think they're going
Orlando-
I
to.
think the
Respect.
Pacers are buyers. They could be a potential OG team.
Maybe.
That'd be interesting. You don't think Buddy goes?
No, I think
Nah.
Buddy stays.
I was gonna
He's
say-
been fine for them.
Yeah, no, he has been, but I feel like you're not intrigued by trading Buddy
We're
Hield.
talking about OG going to every team, bro.
I think Indiana's
He's a
comfortable with
valuable
it.
asset.
Yeah, I
He
think
is.
Indiana's
He's the
He
only
is.
valuable asset out there.
But that
realistically.
healed Halliburton connection.
Except
I like
Kyrie.
it.
It is really good.
Magic, unless they move in Terrence Ross, it don't.
Yeah,
really-
No,
Riv,
Magic is staying packed.
Something.
You're gonna be on a
Chris Paul, he cooked.
He has 15, 7, and 5.
He's so that's
He has
you guys
27
suck.
total.
You guys are fucking ass. It's embarrassing.
Bro
Fucking
is
bums.
sick.
Like,
I'm gonna
yo,
be
y'all let
honest
that
with
y'all let him cook.
Riv,
The one time
Riv.
I take I'm never taking under again.
Riv,
It's never gonna happen.
Riv.
You just gotta be smart about the unders. You thought Chris Paul was cooked. That's your downfall. Chris Paul just had 31, 7,
He had
and
9
11.
points
against
the
the
other day. That was
Raptors.
3 days ago.
Yeah, but he's back now. That's what I'm saying. Chris Paul's like that.
I'm not moved.
Stop sleeping on Chris Paul.
Bro.
I'm not moved.
Bro's trying to put this on
3-8.
the Celtics.
I am actually hurt the Celtics didn't lock him up. Like I'm actually insane. Not moved.
I took the.
You
I
can't
took
even bet
the.
on Boom anyways.
Riv, it's time to lock in.
You know who's a player that people may not think you should take unders on? It's two, and they're both on the same team. The Orlando Magic. Paolo and Franz go under a lot. They have great games where they like explode, but right now at halftime, Paolo has 4 points, Franz has 2.
Who's they playing?
The Timberwolves. That's because McDaniels is
oh,
locking his
McDaniels,
ass
word.
up.
Right.
That's why.
LeBron stopper.
Yeah, respect
Steph
McDaniels. I told John before the show that McDaniels is gonna lock Paolo up, and that's what he's doing right now. He's locking his ass up. McDaniels is all defense. Respect him, Drew.
Why did you
Respect
have him
him
on your
to me.
team
Why
last
are you
week?
doing
Please.
this to me?
I had Dylan Brooks and OG Anunoby and Caruso
Like
and
you
Drew.
didn't say a lick about Jane McDaniels.
No, I
till
did. He was
today.
an honorable mention for me.
He
was
was
a
not.
snub.
He was not.
We'll go back and we'll listen. I definitely mentioned him.
You
We
did.
do this all the time.
I bet $50 I mentioned him.
Oh, this
It's a
guy.
strong word. You're a strong better now.
Yeah,
Suddenly,
a very strong
My
better.
bankroll is growing.
you do
Bro,
forget.
bro
that
had
you
a
lose
winning
bets
night
to me.
yesterday. Does not know how to act.
I think I have next to the Bulls, I have everyone with exclamation points and who they need to trade. The Hornets are interesting because they have Mason Plumlee, who I think is probably
Movable.
coveted
Yep.
Correct.
around the league.
Correct.
First
I-
round
I-
pick.
I think they want it. They want 2 first.
Oh
They
my
get 2
god.
seconds.
I could get a heavily
Yeah, that was
protected
crazy.
first. That's what I
John.
get for Mason Plumlee.
John, that was nuts.
John, I wish I had a mic for that.
Yeah, that was actually nuts. They needed to
Heard
hear
that.
that. That was crazy.
That was great acting.
Mason
now-
Plumlee's interesting.
He
Warriors.
is interesting.
You need him.
Yeah.
I
Mason-
think this conference is
good
going to be
passer.
more interesting.
Shoots a little funny, but
The West.
You can go lefty too.
I look at the Eastern Conference and the Celtics, Bucks, Sixers, and everybody else. It kind of feels like they're going to stick with the current roster.
Yeah,
The West feels like there's room for a lot of variance in what happens.
I'm with you.
You have the Nuggets,
sellers.
who are the
Bones.
first seed, who Bones Holland is going to get traded. He's going to get moved.
Yeah,
and
so
They
without
want a
a doubt.
veteran point
it's
guard. I
about
get it.
it's not even about when, it's about where. So he's definitely getting traded. I think he's a Timberwolves guy that he could go there and maybe have some success.
Hmm.
But I understand why they're trading.
They want a
Bones.
veteran
Wait,
point
what are the
guard.
Wolves give in return?
maybe Nas Reed. I don't know.
I think Tim should keep Nas.
Yeah, I think it's important to know because I think people look at Bones and there are games where he does really well. He's a scorer.
He's Lou Will.
He doesn't play any defense. He's one of the worst defenders in the league,
Small.
rated wise in terms of defensive LeBron on B-ball index. He's one of the worst defenders in the league. He's not much of a playmaker, and Denver has to get their playoff rotations set. And at the guard position, they need primarily a point and attack defender, and that's not him. And that's why Christian Brown has been in the lineup. I think the Nuggets are a sneaky team to maybe go out and get a guy like DeLon Wright, who can provide size at the point guard position, be a defender.
I like that.
But I think that they need a backup center, and Mason Plumlee feels like a Nuggets destination for me. Just a rim protector that can play behind Jokic, and you have rim protection. I think that's what the Nuggets lack right now, but they're as complete as of a team that you can have right now in the league. Next team is the Memphis Grizzlies.
I think like locking in on that OG deal, man. If they get that OG deal, they'll be scary.
I don't know why I didn't think about that until you guys just brought it up to my.
He's a better Brooks. You could send Brooks. You can flip Brooks, and you could send.
He's a better, more trustworthy Brooks.
Yeah, like
you
get him along with Jaren Jackson.
It's a nasty defensive team.
I think people hate you a lot less if you have OG instead of Dylan Brooks. Also,
Dylan Brooks is annoying.
Almost got beat up by Donovan.
He got
lucky I wasn't
that,
there
bro.
too.
That was really some dumb shit.
That
was super unnecessary.
It was.
I'm not mad at Donovan wanting to get right at all.
Mitchell should have got thrown out for that, bro.
You heard Donovan Mitchell after in the press. He said, "I've been busting his ass
for years." And he did not cap. He did not.
Clown.
I think the Grizzlies are becoming one of the most hated teams in the league right now.
Yeah,
I didn't hate them until the Dylan Brooks LeBron matchup, but even still, I'll put that aside. I still enjoy watching this Grizzlies team play. They're still young. They're exciting.
If you're talking all this shit, you better start fucking being more consistent, bro.
Ja Morant put himself in hell, and we've
did.
spoken about this already. The quote that I'm fine in the West.
he what's the word when you
flip up?
He doubled down on it in another interview after that. He said, "You want me to say it again? I'll say it again. The Grizzlies are fine in the West."
He capped.
Yeah,
he capped
he don't
crazy.
Play. He fine.
No, keep it a stack.
No,
How do you feel about that?
He's fine. I can't speak for the others.
He is fine.
Personally,
in the West.
is fine.
He's fine in the West. I understand where you're coming from.
Man. Memphis.
No one's stopping Ja. Nah,
nobody.
Nah, you're right.
These guys have lost 7 out of their last 8. Is this one?
And you know who it started with?
You
know what it started with?
They're better than you.
Lakers. Who? The
Started-
Grizzlies?
Yeah.
You're drunk.
No, you're drunk.
You're insane.
You're insane.
You're ridiculous.
You're an idiot.
You're handsome.
Thank you.
Oh man, that's a shame.
I
He
thought
hit
he was
me
hanging
with
on
nicest.
back.
He hit me with nice. It caught me off guard.
The next team, the Kings. This feels like
They
a
need a wing
Matisse Thybulle
defender.
team to me.
Yeah,
Interesting.
they need some defense.
Kings, you said?
I understand. I understand where you're coming from, but are you trying to fuck up your offense by adding someone who just supplies none of it?
Mike Brown can make it work.
They do need the defense. Their defense has been better over their last 10 stretches
They
of
have
games.
some lineups
but
that their defense
They're going.
isn't bad.
They're going to go into a playoff series playing a top wing.
I
They
think
should
their
probably
last,
defend
their last 10, they're a top 12 defense right now, which was shocking because they've been really not great at all season. But my worry if I'm the Kings is, yes, I understand that my defense needs help, but am I trying to risk having one of the best offenses in the game right now ruined by adding someone who supplies none of that?
I think it just depends on how they use them.
Agreed. No, for sure.
If they have him running baseline and just being a cutter, I think it can work.
Okay.
And you don't have to play him 30 minutes a night, maybe 15, 20 minutes. A
See,
game.
but then
hell
why
no.
don't we do that with the Sixers? And then you get to keep one of the better defenders in the league.
They do.
He's really Matisse Thybulle's so hard to watch play.
Is he not Herb Jones just without the backstory?
Interesting?
They play
Herb
Thybulle.
Jones can actually make threes at times.
Yeah.
They play
why I
Thybulle
said
better
at
around
times.
10 minutes a
More
game.
than Thibault.
That's why I said
Yeah,
at
that's right.
times.
Okay.
I mean, the
That's
bar
saying a
is
lot.
very
Yeah, the
low,
bar- yeah,
but
okay. I don't know. I think Matisse in the right.
What were you
in the
saying,
right
Joel? I'm
system.
sorry?
You know,
They
The
play
Warriors.
Thybulle like 10 minutes a game.
Imagine that one of the better perimeter defenders in the
the
league
Warriors can change him.
can get no burn.
We can turn him into
Low key.
no, for sure.
Kawhi.
Shut
I'm
up.
trolling. Bruce Brown.
I'm
Bowen.
sure you'd
Bruce
love
Bowen.
that.
Bruce Bowen.
I was gonna say, what are you doing here?
No, I'm serious. though. We could, you see what we did.
If
to
there's
Wiggins?
any, you can't do that with every player. You can't do that with every player. Wiggins was a miracle.
Bro,
That was a miracle.
Shit ain't miracle, bro. I'm telling you, nah, Matisse.
Just the Dubs.
4-9. Yeah.
Y'all are crazy, man.
The Mavericks, Dorian Finney-Smith. The Mavericks are willing to trade him right now.
Aren't they willing to trade Wood too?
I don't know. I don't know if he's
They want a
been in
star for
talks.
DFS.
What? Who?
The Mavs.
What? What
They-
want?
They want a
What are you
star.
saying to me? A star?
A star in return for
Who?
DFS.
Dorian
DFS,
Finney-Smith.
Dorian
Yeah.
How the fuck do they get to?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
dude,
don't
you're
know.
beating
They must
me.
want me.
I'm just the one saying the report.
All right, I'll go.
Gotta
I
put
think
some
that's
shit
a
in the
pretty
trade
nah,
finder.
bro. I was gonna say that's a pretty fair deal.
It's
I
not,
like
but
Dorian Finney-Smith.
What can he do here that I
like him a
he
lot.
couldn't fill my shoes?
I mean, your defense or his?
Well, mine.
You hitting open threes?
My podcast skills are his.
Hey,
I win.
that you clear.
Exactly.
The next three teams: the Clippers, Wolves, and Suns.
Clippers definitely should be buying because they
They need
do
to
need
buy,
a point
buy,
guard.
buy,
They
buy,
need a
buy.
point guard really bad. The Suns, again, we had a whole hour-long segment about them potentially being buyers for Kyrie Irving. If they're interested in Kyrie Irving, that means that they definitely are still on the market regardless of that. They're going to be sellers because they're going to sell Jay Crowder.
Bless
God
you.
bless you. So yeah, I feel like that's a team that definitely could be let me not say
They're not
definitely.
desperate. They're not desperate to trade by any means. We saw with Devin Booker, they were one of the best teams in the West.
I
Small, not a
don't
huge sample size,
know.
but
They're
regardless,
not a championship team,
I agree. But if you don't get Kyrie, you're not going to be a championship team regardless.
which is why I feel like they're definitely going to want to be buyers because I mean maybe they're suitors for OG Anunoby.
That is a potential team. The Suns. I think the Wolves need a point guard.
We're going to legitimately say every team that's good that has assets that
for
for OG
OG.
Anunoby.
Yeah.
It's just the truth.
I think the Wolves need to
find
get a
yourself
point
some
guard in there
trading.
at least to maybe replace D'Lo. That's why I think it feels like a Bones Highlands team. I really would like for them to keep Naz Reid, and I think that for the Timberwolves, it makes a lot of sense. And this is what I said before Cat went down, is that this stretch for the Wolves is going to tell us a lot about Edwards and his growth and whose team it should be. I think it's obvious it's Ant's team. And with that being said, the Wolves should maybe explore an idea of where they can maybe trade Cat and you keep Naz Reid.
Huge contract.
Interesting.
But you get a lot of assets for a player like that. You get a
Do
young
you?
player for Cat. Yes, you do.
The,
How
con-
many-
the
Not
contract
many
makes
teams, not
shit
many teams
gross.
want a player like Cat.
Bro, doesn't he make 60 mil at the end of this
Yeah,
contract?
Lakers
bro?
at
Like,
the
It's
back
not,
end
it's
of
not
it,
because
though.
he's not a good player,
It's
but his
just, yeah.
contract
Lakers would
and
love
how
him.
many teams can really like where
That's
you
a
gonna
good
plug
team.
him?
I would love that.
Maybe the Lakers can trade Austin Reeves,
Respect Austin Reeves.
Patrick Beverly back.
Nah, respect
50
Austin
mil?
Reeves. I'm gonna be honest.
oh, no, wait.
When you
Towns
talk
only
about
making
Austin
30
Reeves,
a
you
year.
respect his
but
name.
Next year.
Upcoming.
Next year he's making
Upcoming.
like 50.
50, 54, 58, 62 through
I don't
2020.
even know what team. What Cat team? What Charlotte?
That'd be hot.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be hot.
Just throwing teams
For
out there.
Cat, you're saying?
Yeah.
Cat will have a market for sure. I think he'll
Yeah.
have a market.
I don't know. 50 mil is nuts.
Yeah. 2024 through 2028, you're paying this man a fucking bag.
He deserves it though. All NBA player.
Send him to the Bulls.
We're good. We want to. I think we want to rebuild. So
Yeah, no. Cat
you?
isn't a start of that.
Nah. What he's gonna be 27?
Yeah.
Now we're good off that. We want to start fresh, young meat.
Interesting.
I think we view the Jazz as obvious sellers. Jared Vanderbilt, Mike Conley, Malik Beasley, Clarkson. I would love for Conley to go to the Clippers. I think that makes a lot of sense for them. And Vando, I feel like he's going to get traded, and he's someone that I'm really eager to see where he goes because he's just a winning player. I think the Warriors would be a great fit for him, honestly.
Interesting.
Vando,
Vanderbilt.
Oh, that would be fire.
Jared Vanderbilt.
You think he's on the block though?
He is on the block.
If you're a team, are you trying to make the
It's
Warriors
like and
better?
one.
Yes.
Honest
You
question.
shouldn't want that.
No, that's exactly what I'm
You
saying.
make the Warriors better. You're
If
fucked.
you are a team, are you trying to make the
If you're a
Warriors better?
contender,
The
no.
answer's no.
Jazz aren't real contenders.
They're not.
No, they're not. No way. But
I mean,
Danny Ainge
shit,
respects
Danny.
himself.
Slide, Danny.
I don't know
Send-
if
send
Danny
Jared,
Ainge is
send
trying
Jared.
to make the Warriors better.
Jared's a good connector.
Looking
I
at the
like
Warriors, should they trade James Wiseman?
what the? Oh, I thought you said Kaminga.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, Wiseman.
He needs to go.
He can go.
Moody.
And if they need to trade Moody
Moody
to
can go.
get,
One man that's not going is
Uh-huh.
come.
no, I'm with you.
No, he can't.
No, I got you.
Mini
I'm with you.
Kawhi, right?
Yes,
Let me ask you: Moses Moody
can go.
and James Wiseman for Jakob Poeltl.
That's fine.
Really?
You give up a
I'll
first.
even send the first.
You're paying
I'm
Jakob.
fucking
You're paying
desperate.
Jakob next year.
No, we just want the ring this year.
Okay.
We don't care about the extra shit.
He's a free agent after the year.
That's fine. We'll have a ring. He'll have one.
Y'all aren't winning, bro.
We'll have a better chance than you.
We'll see.
Every,
We'll see
more
Thursday.
teams are scared of us than you guys.
If you give
Facts.
up Wiseman and Kaminga,
Yeah.
Wiseman and Moody for
comfortably.
4 months of
Comfortably
Jakob
relax.
Poeltl, that's pretty nuts.
facts.
Holy
You see
shit.
how we play
Ask
every top
Dehls.
team
He's
in
an
the
East
league.
guy. Ask Dehls right now.
No, he definitely
Dehls.
does not want to play y'all more than
What-
us.
You're an East guy. What teams are more scared? Who's more scared in the East? Yeah, by far.
Let me ask you though:
He's about to add
You
stipulations.
see us.
Nobody's
Are you
worried.
comfortable?
That without Kyrie.
They're actually legitimately scared of us.
No one's saying that what you're saying is
Yeah, so-
wrong.
Yeah,
Are
I mean,
you-
we've
are you-
had 2 competitive games, but we've had games without Smart, games without Rob.
Okay. We had a game without Anthony Davis.
That's true.
You always will have that.
Yeah, I got a point. You
Hate
can say
that
the
for
same
you.
thing about Rob.
I really could get up
That is
out of this
also
chair
true.
and smack you.
No, I hate
You
that
really
for you.
show
He
such
also
a
said
lack
the
of
same thing.
respect.
Rob is tough cookie to crack.
No doubt.
Yeah, we're
No
better.
doubt, but it's Anthony Davis.
Well, Wiseman can go.
Yeah,
Moody,
for sure.
Shout out to Moody. He can also go. I think.
Yo,
you know,
shout out the Warriors for fumbling this bag, man. Thank God.
no, this shit ain't fun.
Nah, they really did fold.
fun with who?
The draft picks that you guys have made
Kuminga,
over the last
Moody, and
couple of
Wiseman,
years.
and none of
Kuminga's
them
good.
being
Kuminga's
stars.
all right. Kuminga's good. He gets excluded from this conversation.
Moses Moody's
Kuminga's in
disappointing.
this year 3 for Kuminga, right?
No, it's you too.
Year 2. Okay, my bad.
Bro,
He's been
Okay.
good.
Based on
Wiseman,
Trey Murphy.
Wiseman
Yeah.
over LaMelo Ball
I give you that. I give you guys that. Moody
is
and
fucking
Wiseman,
horrendous.
Moody and Wiseman, I give you. They fucked up.
Bad.
But when
You're
you
holding on to Kuminga for dear
No,
life.
he's here. I'm telling you.
Y'all
telling you.
overthought that crazy.
Dante DiVincenzo is great.
DiVincenzo.
Yeah.
Bro,
I'm
fuck
coping,
you.
bro.
Bro said Dante DiVincenzo.
I'm coping, bro.
Don't
We have DiVincenzo, we have Kuminga and Poole off the bench. We just need
The
one more.
most curious team in the West. What should the Pelicans do, given that they've lost so many games?
I
Get
think
healthy.
I think they hold on. I think they wait for Zion to come back. They understand how great they are when Zion's on the court. Obviously, they're one of the top 3 teams in the West when Zion's on the court. You don't have your best player, you're going to lose games. It is inexcusable, though, that you have lost 10 straight.
10 in a row.
That is inexcusable. When you have a
nasty.
team as good as the Pelicans, to lose that many games is crazy. However, if I'm the Pelicans, I understand that this 10-game stretch is worrisome. You got to trust the lineup. You got to trust Zion.
I agree. I
just
feel like
did
they need
that
to make a
so
move,
Well,
though.
they've gotten smoked by
What
the
mo- what-
Heat, the
what-
Magic.
They're under us
Bro,
right
my
now.
What
God.
move would you
The
see them
Wizards, they lost
making
by 10.
personally?
It's difficult because I think the Pelicans have a great roster,
Mhm.
but I don't know if these pieces all fit with one another. I don't think Jonas is a natural fit next to B.I. Zion. I don't think B.I. is a natural fit next to Zion.
We haven't seen it, though.
What's up with your boy?
It's been
B.I.,
2
he's been
years
playing
since I've
well.
seen it. 2
They've
or
just
3
been
years.
losing. He's been playing well.
Fact check that real quick.
Yeah,
I think we have seen B.I. and Zion together.
minimally.
Not in the playoffs. I would love to see it in the playoffs. See what it
Yeah,
really
not
is
enough
cooking.
to give up on
Minimally,
it,
no,
but-
yeah.
enough to know that it's not a natural fit.
The thing is, you need to run Zion as the point guard. I don't care. He needs to be point Zion. That is when the team is at its best. It
So
really
so
is.
B.I.
Losing
had
right now?
26, and
Without
then
10.
he had 16, then 22, then 13, then missed a lot of games.
Who?
B.I.
No, he's been back, what, 4 games, right?
Yeah.
4 or
Yeah.
5 games. Yeah.
He's at 26, 16, 22, 13.
He's been all right. You're being a critic.
Oh, duh. I'm a generation hater.
You are. No, you are.
I just don't think C.J. McCollum is the answer.
It's
at
time to
point
play
guard.
Dyson, y'all.
That's the issue. It really is. CJ McCollum really, where he was the
Dario
only guy
Saric
for a
is
while
learning
that was carrying them. When obviously, let me not say for a while, when Bi missed some time, CJ and Zion did a great job. But of course, that was a backpacking of Zion majority getting the credit. But then as Bi and Zion both go out for a couple games, shit got dicey. And then obviously we see that Bi's come back and it still hasn't been an answer. They've lost the 4 games that he's been there. So
The Blazers lost
Interesting.
tonight.
They did.
Actually, no, they won. They overcame an 18-point halftime deficit to top the Wizards tonight.
and
How much did Dame
did
have?
Kuzma at 12.
kid doesn't miss.
I
How
don't
much Dame had?
fucking miss, man.
How much Dame had?
Huh?
How much Dame had?
He had under his
They
over.
had him at
He had
35.
26.
35 might be the highest we've seen.
I took
Why
his
did
under.
he do that?
Come on, man.
He stayed.
That's a ridiculous over.
But it was rare. It was like for
Whoever
this
betted
game.
on that shit's stupid, bro. I'm sorry. Like, come on,
Kuzma?
bro. What do you expect? They had Denny Advi on him. Denny Advi is lockup, bro. Don't sleep.
He is Clem
He
City.
is lockup. You know, that's why I didn't. I
Who,
made
Denny?
a mistake though.
I need Denny and Golden
I made a
State.
2-leg parlay and I bet on Dame under. For some reason, I bet his threes over though, which is like 4.5, and he finished with 3 threes.
Yeah, that's difficult if you're betting points under, but
Yeah,
threes
but that's
over.
15 threes. You know, like 15 points off threes. I was maybe thinking he was gonna get that.
I need Denny and Golden State.
The
So
only-
on to the next
Denny
topic.
for Wiseman.
Eastern Conference All-Star reserves. So the reserves in the East were Joel Embiid, Jaylen Brown, Bam Adebayo, Tyrese Halliburton, Julius Randle, Drew Holiday, and possibly the one that should not be here, DeMar DeRozan. Now, what do you guys think about the Eastern Conference All-Star reserves?
God, Riff.
I mean, I personally think if you're averaging 27 and 10,
So
you should make the All-Star game.
it's inexcusable.
That's Trae Young. And I know the splits aren't great, but I don't know how they do the criteria for like winning in the All-Star game because it's
All
very
right.
lopsided.
Allegedly. All right.
Allegedly, it's about winning.
It's players.
Mhm.
It's the fans.
Mhm.
It's the media.
And coaches.
Those are the threes that matter. Apparently not.
Coaches get picked. Coaches pick.
Apparently not.
It's interesting.
It's players, it's fans, and it's media.
I would have put Harden and Trey over Drew and DeMar. I was actually surprised DeMar got
And
him.
then
I thought we wouldn't have an
And
All-Star.
then where's
this year.
Siakam?
Siakam's
Siakam
another
not
one. I would
getting
put
in,
another one.
who was all NBA last year, has been better this year. I understand the Raptors have been the biggest
playoff
disappointment.
criteria doesn't make sense because if that matters, then DeMar shouldn't be in over James Harden.
You're right.
Why do we only have 12 spots and not 15?
Makes it harder.
I think
Do
there
we
should
want
be
it to be
15.
harder?
Right now,
When
only
does let me ask you, when does the 15th guy
Never.
play? So why would it be 15?
Because it's an all-star game. It's fun.
Yeah.
well, I think that if we're doing just basic math, there's 30 teams in the NBA.
So one team should have an
There's
All-Star.
8 playoff teams in each conference. That's 16 playoff teams. Usually, if you're a playoff team, you're led by a player that's the best on your team, and that player is usually an all-star caliber player. So I think at least 15 all-stars should be in the game for each conference.
And Drew and I were talking about this before. If they're gonna really run with this Giannis, LeBron, I get just 2 captains. Do you guys agree there should still be a West and an East, or just give me the best 24, 30 players if we're gonna expand it?
I understood where you're coming from. Me personally, I still like the East and West concept because then at that point, you're completely throwing the East and West
But
away when it
but
comes to
the game itself isn't East versus West.
what you're
I
saying.
like.
is
I would rather
100
throw the positions out than throw the
Facts.
conference. Just throw the positions out. The 12 or 15 best players in each conference. Throw the
that's the
position out.
compromise.
Yeah.
That I'm with. I want the East and West to be separate. You give the appropriate amount of players to both sides. That's fair. Where I think Riv is 100% right. Forget about positions. It should not matter.
Oh my!
Yeah, that was insane.
Rob
block.
just blocked a shot
Insane
into the
block.
12th row, probably.
You guys nuts. Yeah, no, I think, but I do think James Harden, Trae Young, Siakam, Drew's been great. DeMar's been good this year, but those 3 guys have a comfortable heading over those 2
Listen,
guys.
James Harden should be an all-star game.
100%. There's no way around it.
And if I'm taking guys out, DeMar's leaving. I don't know why DeMar made the all-star game. It's ridiculous. Like,
fan favorite.
why
That's
did
pissed off.
DeMar DeRozan make the all-star game over James Harden,
You're about to go
Jimmy
on,
Butler,
about to go on an emotional
even
rant.
Brunson,
It's not that
even
big of a deal.
Pascal Siakam? I just don't understand. DeMar, he's our. I don't even know if he's the best player on this team. Zach
Yeah.
LaVine's been playing better than him as of recently.
As
You're
of
lying.
recent, yes. Not as of recent. Wow. But DeMar has been the most consistent player. That's the answer.
That's
DeMar's
fair.
been the most
But you
consistent.
guys suck.
I mean,
James Harden is on the top 3 team in the East, leading the league in assists. I just don't know why DeMar made it, bro. I don't.
Why?
are you more upset that DeMar made it or Drew Holiday? In your
I'm more
opinion?
upset DeMar made it for sure.
Mm,
Drew
I
Holiday
feel
at
you.
least has been on the top 3 team in
He
the
has.
East
He
and
has.
has been one of the better defenders at his position.
He had
in
to
the
pick
league.
up the slack when Middleton was out, and he takes the toughest assignment every single night. I'm with you.
over DeMar for sure.
Yeah,
Like, I think
okay.
Drew has that case over DeMar. DeMar's stats right now, he's putting up stats and losing.
All right, honest question. You get one choice here.
Wait, why are you acting like DeMar is the reason we're losing?
He's not saying that.
You say he's putting up stats and losing.
I'm just saying he's on the losing team.
He's just on a losing team. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
So what?
Why should he be an all-star over James Harden? Over what case does he have over Pascal Siakam?
They're both on a losing team.
Yeah, and Pascal got way better numbers than him.
But you even
Yes.
said his numbers are inflated, so you can't use that statement. You can't use that
Siakam?
logic.
You did say that.
said
So
that.
are DeMar's. He's on a team that's garbage.
I don't think we're in a play-in, so you can't say they're necessarily garbage. The Toronto Raptors are literally worse than the Bulls, and you've called Siakam's stats inflated, so you can't use that.
Because he has
argument.
usage, but DeMar has just as much
No.
usage.
His usage
as
is still
Siakam.
high.
But DeMar is also sharing touches with Zach and Vucevic.
And Siakam shares touches with Fred. Fred, as of recently, has been on the tear.
He has been.
Because he's
No,
had the
it's-
ball a
I'm
lot.
talking about all season.
Scotty
though.
Barnes has had the ball more
and
recently.
he's been
Yeah,
cooking.
recently, but we're talking about in a season totality. It's not all-star games aren't of recency. I don't know why you do that.
Is DeMar DeRozan an all-star this year?
I don't think so. But if you're going to use the Siakam thing and then say it's a team thing, both the teams are at.
No, I said
personally-
Siakam's more of an all-star than DeRozan.
No, you were talking about Harden. That he's on one of the best teams. Yeah, but
Harden's
Toronto-
averaging 22 and 11.
I'm
There's
with
no
you,
way
but
around it. Harden
Toronto's
should
team's
be an
bad.
all-star.
For sure.
We're not. No one here is
DeMar's
disagreeing.
averaging 26, 5, and 5. Siakam's
much.
at 25, 8, and 6.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Bro, that's the same.
And Siakam plays defense. DeMar does not play
Siakam
defense.
has been okay this year.
But he doesn't. DeMar's defense is always awful. It's not good.
Yeah, but let's act. The numbers are similar. It's not. Why are we acting like this is a big gap?
I'm not disagreeing.
I'm saying
not a gap.
if I'm picking one, it's Siakam over DeMar.
All right,
Why
here-
though?
But this is
I just told you why.
Why? Because of defense in an All-Star game?
He's putting up better numbers than DeMar.
That's not better numbers, bro. That's the same.
Siakam
thing.
not putting up better numbers than
better
DeMar?
numbers. Yeah,
it's
they're
marginally.
to put him in an All-Star
Yeah.
game.
I mean,
Well, if you have to take one guy out, that would probably be the guy.
I'll probably put Trae Young in.
Trey,
We're saying,
those are
take a
good.
guy out.
Yeah,
not,
those are gaudy numbers.
all right, this is
you
this.
would
is,
have Trey over Harden.
So
Right. No,
DeMar
no,
DeRozan
DeMar's
has a higher usage percentage than Siakam this season.
I'm not surprised by that.
Me either.
All right, this was my question. Okay, Bam Adebayo makes it deserved. Yes,
sure.
you have Bam, you have Julius, you have Pascal. You get to choose one. Who's getting in?
Say it again.
You have Bam, you have Julius, you have Pascal. You can only choose one. Who gets in?
Bam Adebayo.
Is it because they're winning? Are you taking him over Pascal?
It's because what he provides defensively. He's a legit DPOY candidate, averaging 20 and 10.
He has been
Freezing in here.
significantly better offensively this year, no doubt. I just have a tough time.
Wait, you
taking
don't like
him over.
Bam, man?
I'm happy Bam's in.
I didn't like that
It's
answer.
been deserved. He deserves it.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying if I had to choose one of the three, I'm still going Pascal.
Out of Harden.
Pascal does not deserve it over Julius Randle.
Wait. What are you talking about? Out of the three?
Julius, Pascal, Bam. You get to choose
Randall's
one.
team is winning.
Pascal is definitely last in that.
Last is nuts.
Julius Randle's averaging
Nuts.
24 and 10. Has been the best player on a team that is
Yeah.
a top 6 team in the East.
Overachieving for sure.
They are.
And
Yeah,
I'm not saying
the
that
Raptors are
disrespectful
what,
way.
the
I'm not.
third-
I
what
didn't.
are
I
they?
didn't mean that.
These are
disrespectful.
relatively disrespectful.
I know.
The Raptors were the 5th seed last year. I mean,
He didn't make it, right?
no, who?
Siakam.
Pascal?
He
No,
did not make the All-Star.
he
game.
didn't.
he was hurt for the first 2 weeks.
Fred did.
Yeah, but that's not enough to keep him off.
No.
Yeah, that injury.
I mean,
shit.
Randall-
Pascal was all NBA last
Yeah,
year,
I
and he's
don't-
better.
it's
He's
weird. I don't
better.
understand.
That's why I have an issue.
Randall and Bam have been better than Siakam this year.
Their teams have been better.
No, but I mean, why are their
It's
teams
all
better? Though?
close. It's all
'Cause
close.
they have more
Wait.
personnel.
What you mean?
Why are their teams better? The
Why
Knicks
the-
are better because Randall is playing at an all NBA level this year again.
Pascal.
They have a better
And
roster.
Jalen Brunson.
I
Don't
they have a better
Knicks-
roster,
I
too?
think yeah, I get what you mean. Jalen Brunson's been better than everybody in Toronto outside of Siakam.
Julius Randle's been better than Siakam. He's averaging 24 and 10.
He's having a great year.
He's averaging
You just
24,
told
10,
me
and 5.
Siakam's averaging 24,
26,
8, and
and-
6.
It's the
Yes,
same.
but
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing, but Randall is winning, and he's
That's
doing it
that's
on better efficiency. And Bam
Is it better
Adebayo,
efficiency?
yes, and Bam Adebayo is 20 and
The
10
defense is
with
amazing.
Depoy level defense.
Yes.
Depoy, come on.
It
throw that
is.
away.
Lost
No,
there.
no,
No.
It is
no,
Depoy level
you're not
defense.
wrong. I just
DPOY.
don't. I don't. Yeah, just keep.
DPOY. You want
They say Depoy.
Who?
Everybody says Depoy.
I've never heard that in my life.
Just come on, bro. Don't be a casual now.
Now one's
Don't be
about
a
Depoy.
casual.
Depoy.
Depoy. It is Depoy.
I haven't heard that.
Sounds like shit.
So they're both true shooting. Siakam's at 56, Randall's at 57. It's the same
Let's
thing.
go.
Okay. Listen, again, I'm happy that Julius and Bam got in. Me personally.
I would have picked Brunson for the Knicks.
So
though.
Siakam provides
Randle?
more.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's our closer.
What?
That's fair.
Siakam
You were
provides
missing
more on
him
offense.
when you won.
He's amazing.
Oh no, for sure.
Yeah.
He's a
Are
best
you
player.
doing that just
Randle
to
is
like
in the
try to stamp your
21
Brunson
percentile.
agenda?
Nah, I think Brunson's been
Siakam
more
is in
points than Knicks this
70.
year.
Yeah, so Pascal's a better defender than Julius Randle. Not
I just you gonna hear what I said. Yeah,
That's
no,
what he
Randall's in the 21 percentile on defense.
I know that
Siakam's
Siakam's
in
better
the 7th.
defensively.
And then offensively, Siakam's in the 94th percentile. Randall's in the 92nd percentile.
Yeah, they've both been very great offensively.
Yeah, but winning matters in this, and that's why some players.
that on
got in, some
Siakam?
players didn't.
These
Bro,
motherfuckers
you
can
said
have
they
you
was going to be
now.
better than the Cavs this year.
I thought they'd be good.
Why are they not good?
I want to know.
right? He did.
I wanna
say
know.
that.
Well,
He
Why
did.
are they not good?
Siakam.
Why
They're
are they
bad
not
'cause
good?
Siakam.
But they got all these great players, and they suck.
Why?
They've been
I'm
disappointing.
asking you.
Fred's
I'm
been
trying to
disappointing.
figure
You're the
it out.
Raptors guy.
I don't know.
You're the
They
Raptors
started.
guy.
Well, Fred
The jig
and
is up. Do I
and
have to continue
Scotty.
this again? The jig is up.
Dude,
Well,
why?
we know why.
Yeah, we know.
We know why. Fred and Scotty to start the year were not playing
they
well
were
at all.
risky.
Check the LeBron.
If roles were
application.
reversed and Knicks were in the back of the standings and the numbers were the same, you would have said Siakam was playing better and he's winning. Their
Facts.
numbers are
The
similar,
winning
and
definitely matters.
and the
yeah.
Knicks are winning.
It's a
I'm not-
tiebreaker.
you're right.
Come on,
If
guys.
you really
That's
have
what
that,
I'm
it's a
saying.
tiebreaker.
I'm not disagreeing with
Randall's
you.
over Siakam.
Listen, if you want to take Randle, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. It's Siakam's last between Bam Randall this year. He's last.
I have a tough
Is
time
that,
saying
is
He
that
is
hot?
like-
Is that
Siakam.
hot?
If we want to talk about
Bam really has been. I can't
He's
believe
been-
he's leveled up like
Yeah,
this.
he's been
Told you.
fucking great.
if we
He
want to
did.
talk about DeMar, then yeah, DeMar gets the boot.
Yeah,
bro.
for sure.
Yeah.
But I wanted to spice it up a little
The
bit.
two players that get the boot are DeMar and Drew. They get the boot.
I'm sorry. James Harden, Trae Young. Those are my two, and Siakam, obviously. But Jesus can't speak.
Trae Young. I mean,
James-
Harden is locked.
James Harden not making it
It's crazy.
is a tragedy.
Especially when they just dropped the MVP ladder the day after, and he was 7th, right?
Yeah.
7th,
Very,
8th.
very odd.
Yeah, that's the
That's
thing, bro.
weird.
Is that and I've been
Bam is
telling
a
y'all this.
dog.
James Harden does not get respected. He doesn't get respected.
Did he do it to himself?
He didn't do it to himself. It's
Ah.
because people don't like him for some reason.
Is it because of his game style?
His
Well,
game style is leading the league in assists.
I was gonna say it's different now than it was.
It is.
Houston.
No, definitely.
For sure. Yeah.
I think I respect his game a lot
he's
more
always
now.
been disrespected though.
I don't-
He's always been disrespected.
No, I don't think
Disagree
so.
strongly.
He's
don't
always been
think he's-
I'm
disrespected.
disagreeing
He's always been
That's not
disrespected.
true.
How?
Because people never liked his game.
because they never put him over Steph Curry.
No.
Who's disrespecting James Harden then?
People always disrespected James Harden.
No, they
When
haven't.
when he was putting up great numbers and having historic scoring seasons, all they cried about was the free throws. All they cried
wasn't
about was
Was that
that.
not valid?
He was a merchant.
Stop following him.
That's a good point.
God damn.
Good point.
Great
It is.
point.
Western Conference All-Star reserves.
Oh,
Now,
This is where I throw up.
John
Watching.
Morant, DeMontis Sabonis, SGA, Paul George, Damian Lillard, Lauri Markkanen, and Jaren Jackson Jr.
Where's Thomas?
I think
Bryant?
we all can agree that Anthony Edwards is the guy.
I knew where you were going to go
And
with
Fox.
this. You're going to tell me those two exactly. No doubt about it.
You're
So
two
I,
guys.
I
Paul
can-
George and Jaren Jackson are out for me.
Paul George making it over Anthony Edwards. We had this conversation. I don't know how.
Paul George is not
Played-
him.
he played
Edwards
him-
is him. He is him.
That's the only analysis.
Edwards
we need,
is
I
him.
think.
I honestly, you're right. Let's end the show right now. It's the games. It's the
Anthony
games
Edwards,
played. So your similar argument on the other side. But the thing is, you could say that Anthony Edwards has been better than Paul George this year.
He's been way better than him.
So that's why I'm going with Anthony
He
Edwards.
has been.
Based off what?
He's played every game.
He's been
He's
Based off
winning.
what?
He's averaging 27, 5, and 5 since December.
You're saying
And the
over PG?
Timberwolves are 12 and 5
Uh-huh.
since January.
So the All-Star game starts in January, the voting? That's what you just told me.
Is Paul George top 5 in fourth quarter points this season?
No, but I'm.
You wanna know who is?
Because I
wanna know who
I love
is?
my laptop.
You wanna
because
know who is?
laptops gives me so information.
It gives you power.
It gives me because
You wanna
he
know-
doesn't watch much Clippers games,
Mhm.
and I don't watch much Minnesota games, so we can't fully gravitate to a conversation. The most thing we can do is look up statistics.
Do you have Raptor stats?
Oh my god, that's why I love
Let's
this shit.
go.
So I have numbers. That's why I'm asking.
All
but
right,
I
cool.
really want to genuinely know that if you fully believe that Anthony Edwards has been that great, I want you
He's
to know
been better
what.
than PG
At
for
what?
sure.
At
For
what?
sure. Finishing around the basket. He's cleared him finishing around the
What else?
basket. But defensively, he's been just
You
as good.
Sure.
He's
Are
been
you-
just
no,
as
no,
good.
Do you
no,
wanna
no,
die on
no,
that
no.
hill?
In the fourth quarter,
No,
he has the
my
most
God.
steals of any player
Do
in
you
the
want
fourth
to
quarter.
die on
He
that
has
hill?
the most. He's
Do
top 5
you
in fourth quarter
want-
points this
'cause I
year.
don't- 'cause I
Is
even
Paul
told
George
Drew-
top 5 in
I
fourth quarter
told
points?
Drew-
I
but
just
Drew-
saw the Clippers
Drew, what did I
blow
tell
a
you?
game
What did I
against the
tell you in the
Bucks
car?
last night.
That was what I tell you in the car. I said I wouldn't have a problem with PG getting off the list.
Yep.
I said that. I said I don't have a problem with it. But if you're
Good,
gonna
he's
sit here-
off the list.
Yeah, but if you're gonna sit here and act like Ant Edwards has cleared him all season,
He hasn't
it's
cleared
just
him.
not
He's
true.
been better than him, and he's cleared him
Yes,
since
that's-
All
January.
season?
That's-
Or, yeah, I would say for the
that's-
last
but-
4
all
weeks.
right,
and
the
that's
first-
that's my
the
only
first
problem.
statement
I
is
got-
facts.
What?
He doesn't
Lately.
clear him. He doesn't
He
clear
doesn't.
him.
Lately,
He's been
he's
better.
on some
Lately.
shit.
Yes,
Lately.
yes.
That's
Lately,
why-
it's not even fucking close.
But let's stop-
Ant-Man clears
let's-
that man.
and then you-
And he's a dog
And
in
then
the fourth.
you said the stupid
He
ass
takes big
defense.
time
I
shots.
have the defense right here. It's not gonna.
No,
it's-
the defense-
yeah,
no, it's
stop.
well-
Basketball isn't played on spreadsheets.
Here he goes. Coming from Mr.
Look in your
Spreadsheet.
eyes.
Now coming
Anthony
from Mr.
Edwards.
Spreadsheet is crazy.
Look
Yeah,
at
come on,
Anthony.
bro.
You're gonna tell me Anthony Edwards
Coming-
did that to your
coming from
Warriors last
Mr.
night?
EPA.
You know what? Last night I saw 2 games. Last night I saw 2 games. The Warriors lost to the Timberwolves. Guess who was leading that? Anthony Edwards. Anthony freaking Edwards. The Clippers blew a 20+ point lead to the Bucks. Paul George ain't show up. Paul George has a history of not showing up.
The All-Star
Anthony
game-
Edwards shows
the
up.
All-Star game don't the voting don't start in January, bro.
It doesn't.
And
sadly.
even
That's
if
your argument. It's terrible.
Anthony Edwards has been great since December. You want me to tell you those numbers? He's been averaging
Paul George has
27.
been great defensively all year.
He has.
Edwards has averaged 27,
Again,
5,
he's
and 5
played,
since
what,
December.
38 games.
And that's what
Yeah.
that's why I'm telling. I don't have a problem with PG. I even said in the car, Ant Edwards and Fox, they deserve to get in. I
Mhm.
said that.
And
PG's out.
And this
And
was
I'm a-
also was also the conversation we had. Where
I said
here
that.
I side with Anthony Edwards getting into the All-Star game over Paul George due to the games played because one, it's been close, but me personally, I think Anthony Edwards has been better than Paul George, and he's played more games. But now the opposite of that, where I do firmly believe Anthony Davis not making to the All-Star game is another tragedy. And why you could say that I'm a little bit hypocritical here when he's played less games than Paul George has. Why I feel that way is because Anthony Davis, when he was playing, was better than Zion, who's starting, who's only played, I believe now at this point, one more game than Anthony Davis. And also for that fact, Jaren Jackson, he was playing better than Jaren Jackson Jr. as well. So Anthony Davis not making it to the All-Star game makes absolutely no sense because he was better than these guys. And why I feel opposite about Anthony Edwards and Paul George is because in that conversation, Anthony Edwards has been better. Where it's close, he's still been better and more available.
Even in games, if they played the same amount of games, Edwards should be over Paul George. He's been playing better than him this season. But the games take it over the top.
No, you make it seem very obvious. I don't know if it is.
The Clippers are higher than them in the standings also.
It's
May I need to remind you
True.
that the Timberwolves this season have gone through a overhaul in their team.
Are we serious?
That's
the
a
Clippers
fact.
haven't had a full roster
facts.
for 10
Kawhi's
games.
been carrying y'all.
What?
recently.
The Clippers haven't played with their full roster in 10 games. Don't talk about injuries when you're referring to the Clippers. Please don't.
The
'Cause they've had
Timberwolves are
same term.
500.
PG had to play point
Gobert
guard.
and Cat
He had to play
were out.
shooting guard, small
Anthony
forward,
Edwards
power
plays
forward,
point guard right
and
now.
center for
Edwards
this
plays.
roster.
Edwards plays point guard.
No, but you're talking about turmoil when they've had the same type of turmoil, bro. Come on, let's.
How long has Kawhi been here? How long has Kawhi been healthy?
Kawhi's been for a good minute
Is Kawhi their best player?
right now. Yes,
What has he been averaging in the last 10 games?
he's been great. Why do you keep
29, 30
why do you
points per
keep
game.
acting like the All-Star game started in January?
Yeah,
That doesn't make
Nobody
sense.
is saying it
That's
started in
you can only
January.
keep talking about
Paul
January.
Anthony Edwards since December has been. I said it fucking 5 times. He's been averaging 27,
But you keep
5, and
talking about
5
the
since
defense.
December.
No one's
Since
ignoring-
December,
no
he's
one's
been
talking
averaging
about
20.
this, but you just
No
said
one's
you
I
ignoring
just
what
mentioned
you're
defense
saying.
one time.
Yeah.
I haven't even fixated
But you
on
said
that.
that you
once.
said he's been great defensively. This clown is crafted DPM. He's at 48th percentile. Do you know how bad that is?
defensive box plus minus.
Defensively, Paul George in the 96th percentile.
I mean, he's one of the better
You want to go to
defenders in the
LeBron's
league.
stat? Let's go to LeBron's stat.
Riff, how do they
Anthony
craft
Edwards has a
DPM?
C grade. He has a C grade on defense. Paul George has a A across the board. That's why my problem is he's acting like this shit is a clearing, and he keeps talking about January and December when Paul and he's just talking about fucking turmoil. Like this team hasn't been through turmoil as it is. What are we doing? Like, come on, bro. If you want to say Anthony Edwards has been better,
How do they
I
craft
don't
DPM?
have once again. If you want to say Anthony Edwards has been better, I told Drew this in the car, and I'm telling you this now. I don't have a problem with that. I
He's
even
been better.
told him
He's been better.
PG. I didn't even think he would
He's
make
been
the
better.
All-Star game. But let's not do that like it's a complete clearing
And
because
plus-
it's not
and
that.
plus-
It is close,
And
bro.
plus, Paul George, yes, the
close.
Clippers have gone through turmoil. He is a part of that. He
Yes.
misses games. He's missed half
That's
of
not
the
me
games.
down.
You
Both of y'all,
sound
both of y'all.
retarded because I
What's
just
on?
said, I literally just said, if it was
Paul,
about games
Anthony
played-
Edwards is playing every game. He's played every
What did I
game.
just say?
Cat
Holy
has
shit.
missed how
What
many
did I
months?
just
2,
say?
3 months. Rudy
What did I
Gobert
just
has
say?
missed time.
What did I just say?
Anthony Edwards has
What did
been
I
there.
just say? What did I just say?
He's agreeing
Even if
with
we're
you.
talking about
He's
turmoil,
agreeing
it's
with
been
you.
the same, if not the Wolves have went through more.
Listen, Joel,
And
why-
Edwards has been better this
Joel,
season.
Why it's been hard to sit here and listen to this conversation right now is because one, Riv's agreeing with you, but why it's sounding rude is because one, he's just disagreeing with your defense point, and why he's firmly upset, clearly, that you're saying it's a clearing. It's not a clearing. It's not. Do you think it's really a clearing?
I think
Joel?
Edwards has clearly been better than Paul George this year.
Clearly,
I'll sit here and I'll be honest. I don't think it's a clearing. Me personally, you can feel that way. You're you, no doubt. Defensively, it's a clearing. You're right. Paul George it's clear.
Paul George has been a better defender this season.
Offensively, I'm with you.
Offensively, he has
Offensively,
not
I'm
been
with you.
Anthony Edwards.
But when it comes to turmoil, this
Scoring.
is where listen. I feel Riv and getting animated. I feel Riv because when it comes to turmoil, yes, the
been the
Clippers have
same
gone through it.
shit.
But you're right though. He is a part of the turmoil.
Anthony
But
Edwards
we
has
can't
been
use that as a negative.
Anthony
against Paul
Anthony
George. When
Edwards
he's on
has
the court,
been
he's amazing.
Anthony Edwards has been the most stable and consistent player
He
for the
has-
Wolves all year long.
Debatable. Because at the start of the season, why weren't they turning up like we thought they were? Because Anthony Edwards was kind of lagging behind a little bit.
The reason for that is because they had twin towers in the paint and he couldn't drop to the basket.
Agreed.
Once Cat went out, his game went crazy.
I'm not disagreeing with
since
you.
December 1st.
But it took.
He's been one of the better
but it
players
took-
in the
but
NBA.
It took their best player to get hurt for him to cook up.
Yes, because the fit wasn't there
Agreed.
at first.
I'm not disagreeing.
But
I'm not disagreeing.
even then, he had a somewhat slow start. It was
He did. It
his
was like
slow
23. It was like 23.
His slow start,
You're right.
exactly.
It was like
His slow
23.
start was Paul George's average for the season.
You're right.
Like
But
Edwards,
the defense but the defense matters.
What is that?
Because
What
Drew
do you-
Holiday
I
made
don't even-
Drew Holiday made the All-Star game because his defense is all world. The defense matters clearly. They showed respect.
the defense matters, but you have Kawhi Leonard who's
And
healthy and back playing at an elite
No,
level
yeah.
again.
wasn't healthy at
but
the
not
beginning
then.
of the year.
Not then.
He
Not
wasn't
then.
that
He,
good.
he recently, like, let's
What
say the
are
last
we- what are we doing?
last what 3 weeks?
Yeah, like,
4
what are we
weeks?
doing?
Last
Like,
month.
The start, he was not playing well.
And this is why I was so confused that you bringing up the turmoil because it's both teams have
It
been
is.
through the
It
same
is.
amount of turmoil, and I kept
And
telling
if
you
I
I
be-
don't disagree.
and
But
I'll
the
be honest
difference,
with
the
you.
difference between Edwards and
Yes,
Paul
because he
George.
scores more. I
No. The
understand. It's a
difference
scoring
between
thing.
Edwards and Paul
It's a
George
scoring
in the
thing.
turmoil is that Edwards has been there
and
through
that's- and I-
everything.
And I agreed.
Do you
with
think it's real? Like, if we're gonna compare situations, Clippers was way more turmoil
How so?
because you lost.
both teams are banged up?
Both teams are banged up, and what's worse about it is that it was
Lost the
both
Suns.
Kawhi and Paul George going through it. Where here with
By
the
15.
Wolves, you said it. Anthony Edwards has been the constant the whole season. It was just Cat's hurt, you plug him out, and now that they're back. Gobert missed what, a handful of games?
He's missed a handful of games, but his fit has been questionable
But
with the team. And now, as of recently, he's been playing better. I say the turmoil for the Clippers, it's cast upon themselves. They load manage more than every team.
But don't you feel like the Wolves similarly
Outside
they
of
did it
Kawhi,
to
who
themselves
load
because of the
manages?
Paul George
Paul
definitely
Paul
Nah.
George
sat back to
doesn't
backs.
load manage. He was
He
dealing
sat
with a
back-to-back
hamstring.
last
He was
week.
dealing with
Little
a
both.
hamstring
Little both.
injury. He
Little
doesn't
both.
load man. He was dealing with hamstring injuries and tightness on his thigh. He does not load. He be hurt.
little
He
both.
legit
Kawhi and
be hurt.
PG missed the Cavs game last week.
That's one. They don't. But PG doesn't
That's
really
why I said-
load.
that's
man.
why I said a
PG
little
doesn't really
both.
load.
A
He
little
really
both.
be legit hurt.
Yeah, but they
He deals with
legit
nagging
sit out
injuries.
games though. They sit out games more than any team in the NBA.
All right, bro.
Anthony Edwards has played every single game.
I mean, he's not wrong about
He's
Kawhi.
young.
He's not
If-
wrong
if
about
Ant
Kawhi.
Edwards- if
I know.
Edwards played the same amount of games as Paul George, the Timberwolves are legit 13 seed or lower.
Not disagreeing.
They're the
Not
6th seed
disagreeing.
right now because Ant Edwards has carried that team
But
all year.
again, yes, but it really did not start until Cat got hurt. And then even still, it took a little while for them to really get going, but now they're in full force. This is the best Wolves that we've seen consistently for the last, let's say, month.
That's
And
not-
yes,
like
it
I
is
said,
led by
I didn't
Anthony Edwards.
I didn't disagree with you.
Yes, that's
I
why
did not disagree with you, but
it's
you
tough.
cannot bring up turmoil.
I'm putting it.
and they're going
Yes,
through the
I'm
same
being put in
thing.
a tough place because I'm on Joel's side in terms of I believe Anthony Edwards should start, but you're speaking a lot of facts when it comes to the situational. That's where things start getting out of hand, and I'm with you in terms of turmoil. I'm looking at the Clippers. There's no team that goes through more turmoil than the Los Angeles Clippers.
And I'm not disagreeing.
They-
PG is
yes,
a part of that.
he
I'm
is,
not
he
going to
is.
sit here and disagree
He
with
is.
that. But let's not act like he hasn't been great this
It's-
year.
it-
Had he had a couple bad stretches? Yeah, his
Yes.
lows are lows.
Yes.
But let's not act like he hasn't been great
No.
this year. That's all I'm saying.
I'm with you.
But yeah,
Paul
Ant
George has
Edwards-
played 38 total
38.
games this year.
Mhm.
Since December 1st, Anthony Edwards has played 23 games. He's averaged 26.6 rebounds and 5
It's
assists.
been amazing.
So since December 1st, he's played damn near similar amount of games as
I'm-
Paul
I'm
George
not-
has the entire
I'm
season,
not.
has played a better level than him.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
And he shot 46% from the
I'm
field and
not
39%
I'm
from
not
three.
I
disagreeing
know
with
this
you.
is why this argument really,
I'm not
again, it is
disagreeing
tough
with
to
you.
sit through because he is saying if you want to take Anthony Edwards, it's cool. Just don't come spicy.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I told Drew in the car. I was confused
He
at
called
why.
Edwards a clown.
No, he called you a clown.
He
No,
called he said
no,
Edwards
no,
was a clown.
I called you
No,
a
he
clown.
called you a
It was
No,
clown.
you said Edwards.
No,
You
he
said let's
said-
look at this
no, he
clown.
said- no, he
and you
said-
looked at Edwards'
Nah,
stats.
he said
That's
he
what
said-
you did.
He said this clown's talking about defense.
Yeah, bro. That's what
No,
I said.
you
That's what I
said look at this clown
Oh,
and
was-
said
God.
I was
Edwards'
listening.
stats.
I was listening.
No,
I was really
I
locked in
was
to what
about
he was
him. I
saying.
was
He was
about
talking
him.
about you.
Oh, that's why I got animated. You call Ann a clown. You can't
No,
call Ann a
You
clown.
get more disrespect if he calls Anna.
That's real.
He could call
That's
you a clown.
real.
He called Ann a clown. Like, come on,
That's
bro.
called security.
So wait,
He's secure, and I
does
respect
AD
that.
deserve to get in?
No.
Why?
Oh my god.
Over Jaren Jackson, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Over
So
But if-
Zion.
Over Zion too.
But Zion, yeah, that's a case.
All right, so here we go. So
Zion
he deserves to
started.
be in.
But Paul George and Jaren Jackson to me are out. If I'm switching them for two, it's Anthony Edwards and De'Aaron Fox.
No, but where's AD
Where's
though?
AD?
AD should definitely get
Well,
it.
if he gets over someone, I guess Zion. But if we're just looking at this snubs
And
list,
Jaren Jackson.
it's Jaren Jackson and Paul George out. And
I'm
for
fine with
me,
that.
it's Fox and Edwards.
but why is
It's not AD.
but why
AD's
is
been
Zion
better
staying in
than
the
every
game?
player we're having a conversation
He's
about.
missed like half the season.
So is Zion.
So is Zion. Exactly.
Okay, but I'm just
So
talking about
Zion's
the
not an
res-
all-star.
I'm just talking about the reserve.
Is Zion an all-star?
But we love to do the games missed thing, but it clearly doesn't matter because
Doesn't.
Zion is a starter. So why can't we look past that and just acknowledge that AD should be in the game?
AD, it's very simple.
Maybe
to
he
me.
not should be a
No,
starter, but he
you're-
should be in the game.
You're
it's-
misinterpreting what I'm saying. The starters are fixed already.
No,
And the
I'm
reserves
saying,
are
but,
too.
but I'm saying with the starters, the games
It did
played
not
was-
matter.
we-
It
they
did
look-
not
we look
matter.
past
I
that.
am strictly looking at the reserves.
No, we
I
understand-
know what
no,
you're
but
saying,
I'm-
bro. What I'm
I'm-
saying is with the starters, the games played was looked past because Zion still got in. So why can't we just look past that for the reserves and acknowledge the
Because
fact
it matters to me. It matters to
I
me the
understand,
same
but
way
as-
it matters to Zion.
but
I
AD's
literally
been amazing,
when we
bro.
reacted to
AD by far has been the best player out of Zion, out of Jaren Jackson, out of Anthony Edwards,
Fox.
after De'Aaron Fox. Honestly, it's very easy for me to say that. Yes, the games played. If you want to make that into your main point of
They even
why,
tell us the criteria
fine.
for how many games.
but it's very, very apparent
I'll
that
figure it
AD
out
was
vibes.
better than these guys when he was
Vibes.
playing. And he's played the same amount of games as a guy who's starting.
That's why
And he was better than him.
well, there's a couple things I want to refute that with. One,
Let's hear it.
when we did our starters reaction, I said I would have Sabonis over Zion because of the games played. I would have had Sabonis starting over Zion.
They look past it.
So let me ask you, is Zion an all-star?
I would have Anthony Davis over Zion if it was between the two.
So
For me-
AD deserves to be an all-star.
For me, I'm looking strictly at the reserves of Moran, Sabonis, SGA, George, Lillard, Laurie, and Jaren.
Mhm.
The reason why Zion has a bit of an edge over Anthony Davis is because when he was healthy, he was the number 1 seed in the West when AD was not.
Mhm.
I'm looking simply at the reserves.
Uh-huh.
Paul George has not been better than Anthony Edwards,
No.
and Anthony Edwards has been playing more games than him. So for me, I go De'Aaron Fox over him. Jaren Jackson Jr., honestly, I have no reason why I don't know why he made it.
The defense.
No, but he hasn't played enough games. He's averaging 16 and 6. I really have a hard time. I have
How many
trouble
blocks per game?
with how
though?
he's made it because he shouldn't have made it.
How many blocks per game is he averaging?
3?
Something stupid.
But that being said, De'Aaron Fox has been a top 6 point guard, has been leading the best offense in the NBA along with Sabonis,
Mhm.
and they're a top 3 seed right now in the West.
But why that can't happen is because one, you're trying to take away 2 forwards now. You're trying to take out 2 forwards. You're trying to take out Paul George and you're trying to take out Jaren Jackson. Anthony Edwards is one of those forwards, yes. Even though Anthony Edwards
I
probably
think
is a
Paul
2.
George might be listed as a guard because they're Laurie, Jaren, and Sabonis are the 3 front
Nah,
court players.
he was on the forward list.
It was on a forward list.
Yeah, he was on
Okay,
But then Jaren Jackson right there. I'm sorry. Listen, you're right. De'Aaron Fox, he should be an all-star. But in this situation where all the guards that are in the all-star game, they deserve to be in the all-star game. And I'm sorry that De'Aaron Fox is the one that gets left off, but he has to get left off. And in terms of Jaren Jackson versus AD, it's not a conversation to me.
no, of course, AD clears Jaren Jackson.
No, but that's what I'm saying. In this situation where it's 2 forwards, unfortunately, De'Aaron gets slighted. And
So
it's
you're basically
unfortunate.
telling me that if I'm picking, I can only pick 1 guard and 1 forward spot.
No, but they're both forwards. They're both forwards. The 2 guys that you're trying to take out are both forwards. That's why in this particular situation, I feel you. De'Aaron should be an all-star. He has been amazing this year. But unfortunately, the guards over him simply, I can't have any argument with them making it. Ja Morant, SGA, Damian Lillard. I mean, these 3 right here have been 3 of the best point guards in the league. And yes, what De'Aaron Fox has been in clutch time and just in period to what he means to the Sacramento Kings. Yes, they're the number 1 offense, not just because of Sabonis, but because of De'Aaron Fox as well, no doubt. But those 3 point guards, you cannot have an all-star game without those guys. And yes, De'Aaron should be on that list.
Fox is more deserving than Dame this year.
I disagree strongly. I'm sorry, King.
Dame?
You've been very, very rude on
being-
Dame's
Jaren
name.
Jackson played 6 more games than AD.
No, it makes no sense. It's irresponsible
don't
that they did that.
understand
It makes
Individually,
no
Dame's been
sense.
better, but Fox being 3 seed with the
Makes
Kings
no
is
sense.
nuts.
No,
So I
Fox
understand it.
Fox needs to be in the All-Star
He
game,
does.
but it's hard when
Dame's not winning, bro.
Dame
Dame's
is
putting up
stupid.
stupid
But the
numbers.
roster is
So
not dog
SGA
shit.
is not winning.
Dame can put up those numbers with a good roster.
SGA is the
Seen that.
13th seed.
SGA to me, he's played more games than Dame. That's
But
why.
SGA is the 13th seed,
Yeah, but you know the Lakers are the 13th seed.
and we're the 12th seed.
Oh, okay, they're the 12th seed. So why should you have 2 All-Stars?
My whole point is, one, it's LeBron James.
Oh, of
You
course,
get him
LeBron
regardless.
is a given
Is
You
it
get
8?
him.
Is 8 games a big gap?
in the West. Yes,
You're saying, wait,
Eight
SGA's
games
games
what?
played
played
8 more
or-
games
Oh.
than Dame.
in the West, it's
That
a
is
big
not
gap.
that is not
Nah, I
that
don't-
much.
I like
But
It was-
also
half the
Dame-
season's like 20% low key.
But also, Dame
what
is
I'm
not playing better than SGA this
No,
year.
I was just asking
No,
about the
no.
SGA is playing better than him.
He has
Dame's
But
Dame's-
Dame's-
marginally.
That's not saying
Marginally.
Exactly, but
yes.
He's played better than him marginally, and he's played more games.
of recent. It's not been a question.
Oh yeah, Dame's been on a heater recently.
Stupid
He
numbers.
went under on his points today though.
What's
26.
it? What's because you have the laptop open? I'm assuming you're looking at Dame or no?
I am.
Can you do me a favor? Just read me his true shooting.
Okay.
What is it like? Is it like 50, 58?
True
Almost
shooting is 64.
64%. He has
That's
been
fucking center numbers, bro.
unbelievable.
All I'm
To
saying
put
is
into
that
perspective, Fox is at 59.
all I'm saying is that it
Like
just
center
it
field
just
goal
feels
percentage.
like
I undersold him. I
it
said
just-
58.
it just feels like for certain players, winning doesn't matter. De'Aaron Fox is winning. They're the
But they're not gonna. They're
right.
getting 2 All-Star. They would have
I
two
know,
but
All-Stars
it's
in.
Damian Lillard.
that's deserved though. That's deserved. Those
Wait,
2
it's hard.
All-Stars
That's
are
hard.
deserved.
It
As
acts
look-
like it's Drew Holiday, bro.
But
It's Dame.
SGA facts.
Drew Holiday made the All-Star game in the Bucks.
But again,
I'm-
it's Dame, and he's made
Dame
how many
Lillard,
how
bro.
many
That's
All-Star
hard to
games?
do.
It's
Yeah.
Dame, but he's not been better than Fox this year. Man.
I disagree.
Individually,
he has.
maybe
31,
numbers-wise.
31, 7, and
What are we
4.
talking about? With all due respect, to
What's the
Fox.
field goal? Just read it, because for people that
Shooting.
64 true shooting.
yes, and
And
field
and
goal
Fox
is
at
what?
24, 6, and 4.
Bro.
24, 4, and 6. He's averaging 6 assists per game.
I mean,
Respectfully,
Dame's
that's
averaging
what I
30
said.
I'll tell you what,
and
I
one,
go
bro.
assists first.
I'll tell you what. You put Dame on the Kings, and you put De'Aaron Fox
my God.
onto the
Kings might win the
Blazers.
chip.
The Kings, honestly,
the Kings are not winning.
no, they're not winning the chip, but they're
But
definitely.
they're-
We're not
they're
arguing
better.
that Fox is better.
No,
Dame.
no,
We're
no,
not-
no,
okay.
no. But he's saying who's more deserving. I understand where
I
you're
get what
coming
you're saying.
from.
The
It's
winning.
Fox is more deserving, bro. The deserved seed.
Is
It's
Fox more
debatable.
deserving than SGA?
There's a difference.
Winning
I would
matters.
respect the
Because then the
fuck out of you
logic
if
with
you
logic
said
is
yes.
the same.
I would respect
Winning
the
matters.
fuck out of you.
There's a difference. And also, winning does matter. And Fox should have been a fucking lock
He
for
should.
the All-Star game.
Yes.
The difference with SGA is that OKC does not have the talent the Blazers
I
have, bro.
agree.
You have Anthony Simons. You have Jeremy Grant. After that, it gets wobbly.
Mhm.
But it's better than what OKC has. And, like, come on, bro.
Giddy Dort. Mhm.
Dame has talent. Like, he has an okay team around him, and he's not winning, bro.
Mhm.
Like, I understand he's playing amazing, but De'Aaron Fox has been the best fourth quarter player in the game. The reason why he's averaging
Are the
20,
Blazers in the play-in though?
Why are we
there
blaming
might
him?
be 11
You
seeds.
can't blame him for not winning.
And also, he did. I'm not disagreeing with you, Riv. When he
And-
was playing early in the season, the Blazers were surprising.
But they even stood they
Blazers
stood
were the 10th seed.
500. They stood 500 when he went out as well. The thing about it is that De'Aaron Fox has been the best fourth quarter player in the NBA
has
this
been.
season. And if you watch the Kings play, the first 3 quarters, he gets everybody else involved. He coasts. The reason why even Sabonis, his numbers aren't 25, 13, and 8. It's 21, 8. I mean, 21,
I know what you
12,
mean.
and
Yep.
6, because they play ultimate team basketball. So the numbers are not going to be inflated like that. But De'Aaron Fox, he coasts those 3 first quarters.
Yep.
He gets everybody going. Then in the fourth, he takes over and he wins games for the Kings. Though the reason why they're winning, and Driv, you said you can't blame Dame for winning. Okay, the same reason I won't blame Dame for winning, I am going to give credit to Fox for winning
I'm
because
with you.
he's closing out these games.
I get it.
He's making these clutch baskets.
But Dame is also trying to close
He
out
is.
these
He
games.
But
is.
De'Aaron Fox is getting it done.
Yeah, but he also has Sabonis. He also has Monk that comes in clutch.
But
He
he's
also
the
has
fourth
Kevin
quarter
Hurt.
guy.
Yeah, but Dame, he has help. Dame hasn't had that. And I know the roster, we thought coming in, we thought coming in the roster Portland would still be solid. But up until this point, the
Murray's
Kings
another
have
one too, bro.
performed
He's been
better
good.
than like outside of Dame and Fox, the Kings roster has performed better than the Portland's roster. I can't put that solely on Dame.
And it's also
can't.
because we sit here and we
Dame has been
acknowledge
putting up bombers.
who's the initiator. It's a bonus.
It's both.
Mainly, it's a bonus. You're right. The score is De'Aaron. That responsibility is on De'Aaron. But who allows that luxury? It all starts with Sabonis.
There's different facets to how the Kings play. So on the half court, when they run the dribble handoffs
Yep.
and off the top of the key stuff, it is Sabonis, but
Mhm.
he runs that stuff with Fox in
For
transition.
sure.
The Kings are a top 5 pace team in the NBA. That is because of Fox.
Because of Fox.
He's leading
He's
transition.
one of
so
the fastest players in the league.
A huge part of their offense is what Fox does.
You're right.
Points in the paint. Kings are one of the best. It's because of De'Aaron Fox.
You're right.
He's the best finisher at the guard position by a mile. Like he's finishing at the basket, I think.
Better
at-
than SGA?
Yes.
Really?
He's finishing around the basket
Mm.
70% or
That's
better.
what I'm wondering.
I don't know about that one.
Search it up.
I'm
think
wondering.
Fox around the basket is finishing at
Only for the
70% or better.
Only for the fact that SGA really
SGA
isn't.
was like in the top 5. In the league.
SGA has been a mid-range assassin.
He has.
That's what he's been.
Uh-huh.
He's a great finisher, but Fox has been by far, not even close, the best
Because he
finisher at
just
the point
blows
guard
by his
position.
Talking about
defenders.
0 to 4 feet.
Yeah.
It had to be that, yes.
If the only way I'm fine with you saying De'Aaron Fox deserves to be over Dame is if you say he deserves to be over SGA. Because numbers-wise, both guys are slightly better than De'Aaron. De'Aaron's big case is that he does have great numbers, but on top of it, his team's the top 3 team in the West.
And also, Drew, the front court players that made it in Paul George and Jaren, they're wild cards. So it's not fixed as like front court. It's just, it could be guard or front
Could be
court.
Really?
either.
I didn't know that.
They have two
Yeah.
balls.
I didn't know that.
Fox is at 76%. SGA is at
It's finishing around the rim.
Yeah, Fox is at 76%. SGA, I just had it. Fuck, I have to scroll back up. SGA is at 65.
Okay.
11%
Yeah.
better.
That's a big
no,
difference.
for sure.
It's
For sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's by far.
Yeah.
In fourth quarter, he's the guy.
He is.
That's why for me, look, Fox and Edwards should have made it. And if you want to throw in AD over Zion, I don't really care. It's whatever. But
AD should without a doubt get in. Without a doubt.
AD or Anthony Edwards? Give it a buck.
Anthony Edwards, bro.
Oh,
Come on.
What do you mean? They're
bro.
winning, and he's been available the
Stop.
entire season.
What are the Wolves above the Lakers right now? A game and a half?
Enough for you not to take the bet right out?
All right, let's do it. Because I'm not. I'm not-
Here
come
we
on,
go.
Stop.
Here we go.
Come on.
You guilted him into it.
No, I'm not guilted.
Nah, yeah, because
I was going to take it regardless.
You were saying
No, but he was trying to use it like, oh, I'm scared. I'm not.
Timberwolves have 3 more wins than the Lakers. That ain't saying
They're
shit.
a game and a half above us.
Yeah, with
The
Cat being
Timberwolves
out.
have 3 more wins than
They
the
didn't have
Blazers.
AD, bro.
But AD, when he was healthy and we was playing a great level, they were still the 12th seed.
Nah, I
Again,
That's facts.
we've
They
made
did not move.
Listen,
I get the
yes,
winning. I get the winning thing,
They've
but
been at the same.
I would understand if you said that, like, if the winning was like 10 to 12 games. These games
Well-
are 2-3 games.
Well,
not like-
listen. Well, that's why Fox should get in because the winning between the Kings and everybody else is a
Substantial.
gap.
the Kings have 29 wins.
Another-
the Timberwolves have 28.
I'm
another-
talking about the Blazers.
the Blazers have 25.
Another thing that
It's
I
a
want to
gap, though. How many
acknowledge
games back are they?
before, because you slided AD a little bit, and I didn't appreciate it. The one thing I do want to acknowledge that the Lakers are different now, and I'm not saying like
Oh
we got a
my
different
God.
mentality. See, again, I knew this was coming in the sense of how we play is different. When Anthony Davis was out, we didn't have a true identity. Right now, our identity is get out and transition. Right now, our biggest thing right now is the way that we're playing. The defense that we're playing has been fantastic. And now you add AD to this. Now you add a top 5, arguably the best two-way player in the game. Arguably. Of course, the injuries definitely does hold him back. But this year, he was by far and away the best two-way player to start. So now, yes, you can make the jokes that when we were winning, when we had AD, we weren't winning, we weren't playing winning basketball. But now Westbrook comes off the bench. Now we have Schroeder getting going because Schroeder wasn't that great to start the year either. Pat Bev now has been playing a lot better in the role that we've assigned him now. LeBron James and Anthony Davis are unstoppable with the pick and rolls. Anthony Davis, low key, his jumper, been hitting. It's been hitting. This new Lakers team, I'm telling you, you guys can keep disrespecting for the jokes. It has been turning around.
I don't
the
think
new
I'm
Lakers
doing
team
that.
just with Rui. That would just define.
And Rui's another one too.
Hey, am I doing that though? Am I being disrespectful to Anthony
Anthony,
Davis?
you were disrespecting him when he was playing and we weren't winning. It wasn't because of
Well,
AD,
the only-
obviously.
No, what?
You were
No,
just
it wasn't.
you were just saying that they weren't, even when AD was playing, they weren't winning. They were still the
When AD
11,
was playing,
12
I was
seed.
praising his level of play, no
Yeah,
doubt.
I know, but you
It
right
just
now,
wasn't leading
right
to
now you
wins.
just said
I said Edwards is
losing.
over him because he's played every game this season.
He's got a point. Edwards isn't the guy you look at and say AD should get over him. It's a Jaren Jackson.
No,
someone
of
like
course. No, absolutely.
Well,
But
Edwards
I'm
was
saying-
snubbed anyway, but I'm saying
yeah, it was.
27, 5 and 5 since December. He's played every
Mhm.
game this season.
AD was what 28 on almost was it 50
AD was a
58%?
dog.
that. AD was
No,
being
bro,
he was top 5 player in the league.
AD was an all-star starter had he not gotten hurt. Like signed,
Yeah,
played, and
MVP,
sealed.
MVP,
Yeah,
arguably.
MVP candidate. There's no doubt. But he missed a large chunk of the season. Edwards, I think, has played 20 more games than him.
Edwards not making it was crazy. I'm not disagreeing. Paul George also another one. Why is Paul George starting? He shouldn't be over Anthony Edwards or Anthony Davis. Respectfully.
But I know why. I mean, Jaren Jackson was the biggest.
Oh my God, not even a question.
Why did he
I
make
feel like
it?
I'm not even acknowledging him, and I feel like that's rude. But his defense has been unbelievable. That's why he made it. The defense that he plays is arguably the best in the game right now. But it's not good enough.
AD
that you
has played-
take AD out.
AD has played 29 games this year.
29.
Edwards has played 54.
It's huge.
No, for
Huge
sure, it's a
difference.
significant
Yeah,
difference.
that's a seismic gap.
It's basically double.
And he's
And Zion 29 games and AD 29
I'm-
games.
I'm
I'm
not-
so
now that it's
AD
big.
27, 12 and 3. Edwards 25, 6 and 4. 25, 6 and 5. Basically, he's averaging 4.6 assists per game.
Give him that bump, right?
Yeah, I was
Round
gonna
up.
say, yeah, you got it, especially when you're comparing him to AD.
And
Needs all the help he can
shooting
get.
the 3-ball way better.
Oh yeah, I mean,
37% this year. I'm
Solid.
just saying, bro. Like, I take into account the games played a lot. Like Edwards has played every game through injury. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm just saying. So Zion should not have made the All-Star game.
If you were to ask me if I'm picking him or AD,
No, I'm asking you the question. Should Zion be an All-Star, yes or no?
it's a different case, man. I feel like Zion
See,
has to.
So
feel
then
like-
AD
feel like
has
the,
to.
feel like
But-
the goalpost.
so
is
then
moving.
The
AD
reason,
has to.
the reason why though is because the Pelicans
Pelicans were our
the
top
first
three
seed with
seed.
Zion. But we also have to add context. AD was playing with LeBron. Zion, BI was not there for a majority of that
That's
stretch.
facts.
Keep it a stack. LeBron or AD, who was playing better?
AD.
AD.
Not a question.
Yeah,
so
but
AD was the best player on the
but
Lakers with
AD
LeBron
but-
James.
yeah, but that's because LeBron also takes a back
he
seat
does.
when AD
He
plays.
does. You're right.
Zion did not have
Wish he
his
didn't.
second best player, a 20-point per game All-Star guy
For a
in
while.
BI,
For a while.
and he was carrying them to the first seed in the West.
He was.
So at the time he got hurt, he was the first seed. He was a top 5 MVP candidate. That is it matters to me.
At the time AD got hurt, he was a top 5 MVP candidate.
He wasn't top 5 MVP.
He was.
At the time he got hurt.
He was.
Find me the MVP ladder.
Fuck, I can't believe you're making me do this.
I don't think he was. I don't know if he
there
was.
a
I'm wrong.
brawl in the Timberwolves and Magic game. I just saw John mentioned it.
Mo Bamba and Austin Rivers got into a fight. Two guys that I don't care about, respectfully.
Can I get a replay of what happened here?
Okay, irrelevant.
They were scrapping.
Send it.
Obama wasn't even in the game.
Wow, who fought him?
Austin Rivers.
Damn, Mo Bamba violated Austin Rivers for no reason.
What'd he do?
No, he
They
just
started
socked
punching
him.
each other, bro. Look, what's up? Just I just searched on Twitter Austin Rivers.
I am holding in an ungodly piss.
I mean, Mo Bamba's from New York.
That's all you need to know.
He's from Rochester.
They made Mo Bamba. The song was about him.
Let's go. The kid doesn't miss.
What happened?
I don't miss.
You a boom pick?
Come on. Of course.
Nice. What was yours again?
Sengun under 33 and a half.
Yeah,
Points, rebounds, assists.
Oh, they're
that was a
actually
tough
fighting.
matchup for the.
No, yeah,
him.
they were fucking throwing hands.
He cannot rebound today.
Oh, no,
16,
they're
3, and
actually
3.
Yeah, I know.
fighting. Somebody
I know you're
slammed-
upset.
Oh, why somebody slammed
I know you're
Austin? Who
upset.
came
Of course
behind
I'm
him like
upset.
that?
You just got to know it's me.
Who's that?
You know?
I'm not gonna miss
You
either.
just got to know it's me.
It's really about who's gonna miss first because I'm not missing.
Whenever you see Drew attached to a pick, just
So
understand.
5-game win streak, 4-game win streak.
Something, yeah, something.
And you know what I'm doing? You know what? There's a difference between you and I, Drew.
Let's hear it.
I went in different ways. I won on 3 straight overs. I picked the under, won. You just been an under guy. You don't have the balls to go
You're
over.
gonna use that as leverage on me?
You don't have
I'm
the balls to
crying.
go
I hit an
over.
over. I hit an over already.
We'll see.
I
you
hit an over.
Can you hit one on this streak?
I tried. Did not come.
Don't let him get in your
See,
head.
I had to show you I could dribble between the legs and behind the back.
crying.
That's what today was about.
No, you're right. I feel like I'm Giannis right now. All I gotta do is just run to the paint.
You know, I
and aim
felt I did
Success.
dribble moves. I take over, under. You know what I'm
it. I
saying?
back you up.
Yeah, I gotta hit
Game it right
different.
on
I
you.
gotta hit different type of variety of picks. You know, 2-leg parlays, performance doubles. I'm doing it all.
All right, man. We'll see what happens. You know,
Good lord.
we shall see what happens.
So that's gonna do it for episode 252
Fun
of
ass show.
the Pick Aside podcast. Make sure you guys leave a like. We're at 196 likes right now.
Such a fun show.
531 people watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Making sure we don't have any super chats here that we didn't miss. So
hope-
Santos, Dehls, Drew, Joel, Riv, and John, I need y'all to give me your NBA jersey size.
Oh my
Just-
god.
That-
Santos was Santos?
Yeah.
Of course.
First things
Santos
first,
fucking goat.
Santos,
He's a legend.
we love you. No way around it. We love you. Secondly, I'm a large.
Santos
Idiot.
fucking goat, pick a side legend. We got to get a Santos plaque somewhere in here.
No doubt. He needs his name right there.
I'm
somewhere.
an XL.
Hands are
Santos.
freezing.
No, it's ice cold.
Yeah, I'm a medium, gangy.
I'm an XL.
We're over the Celtics versus Nets debate.
Gotta see what happens with Kyrie.
Regardless,
No, it's on Sixers now. Sixers, Celtics.
Yo,
He's shameless. End the show. 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 And.
We got
He was
Unibrow
almost at
Eli.
800.
Also, shout out to our guys, Rolling Love. You guys really did.
Thanks for rocking the
show
brand.
out for
Love
us.
y'all, man. Unibrow Eli.
Shout out
Shout
Unibrow
fucking
Eli.
Eli.
oh, we was almost at 800.
Yeah, no, we were
Nah, we were
spazzing.
going
We were
crazy.
spazzing.
Dominic DeMillo. Celtics easy dub this year. I don't know about
They
that.
wanted to hear the boy Drew talk about Kyrie.
What's good from Portland, man? That's
Shout
what
out
he
to
said.
Portland.
Go from Portland, man.
Chelsea Ellis. Celtics in the chip
Oh.
bay at Dehls. Two
She-
hearts.
You
Shameless.
know what? We got to get
Shameless.
Chelsea and you in a room together. She could teach you ball, and then you
Oh
could
my
learn some things
Oh, goodness.
About the Celtics?
about everything.
Shameless.
Isn't she a Miami Heat fan?
She is.
What's her favorite
Interesting.
college team?
She went to Florida. So
Hate that for
Florida.
her.
Football. That was cool.
I don't really watch football. anymore.
Shout out to Chels for the $20.
Oh, yeah.
dono, man.
Okay.
That was a
You want me
crazy.
to
That
be a
was crazy
Celtics fan for this?
Oh
year?
no.
He's shameless.
I would rather you fucking
End the
hate
show.
us
End the show.
than be a
trying to
fan
save
of
you.
us.
I'm trying to save you right now. End the show.
I do hate the Celtics.
We know. Oh, shocker! Breaking
no,
news.
no. What's killing me is I do hate the Celtics, Rewind 5 minutes. You want to be a Celtics fan?
I was gonna finagle him.
That was
You're lying.
That wasn't a real dap.
Cap. We need that button.
I caught him like that before. You know that, right?
You have. I forgot.
I caught him real bad.
Damn.
I said, I saw him like I was like, yeah, man. He was like,
Yeah,
Nice.
I remember
Nice.
doing that. That
Come
was,
on.
Oh,
that was good. No,
Fuck you.
but I'm saying Nets may be out.
my lips are.
They're
I'll
cold.
moisten 'em up.
Nets
That
may
was
be out.
actually nuts. Yo,
Need that?
James Harden is my savior now.
Okay.
Off the show.
He's my
before shit
favorite.
gets
You take the
straight.
field, bro. Take wherever you want.
I am.
Okay.
I need it. I need
Bucks,
it.
At this point-
Sixers.
The Celtics 10 wins in a row over the Nets.
Nah, it's nuts.
Hate to see it.
We were up 49.
That was nuts.
It
No,
didn't
that
play.
game was crazy.
It doesn't matter.
You told me it didn't matter.
49.
It does matter. When did I say it didn't matter?
Like that's
they were-
like playing
they're
a
about to show you
fucking
who the Nets
G
really
League
are.
team.
They're almost 500.
Almost.
You know, Kyrie wants to ruin it. All right.
If it wasn't for Kyrie, they'd be. Oh my god, probably wouldn't win a game without KD.
Chris Paul, they would win. He's a winner. You know, he's top 3 in win shares all time.
Good for him.
Yep, he
It's
is.
2022.
Make sure you guys like the stream. Let's get to at least 250. We're at 205 right now. You guys can follow us on Twitter at Pick a Side Pod, on TikTok and Instagram at Pick a Side Podcast. Thank you guys for listening and or watching, and we'll see you next time.